Hello, it's E-Rock from Opie and Anthony.
And Sam from Opie and Anthony.
Once again, Sam, Norton and Anthony just not impressed with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
No, and why would they be?
They are pale comparisons to what they used to be.
Well, you be the judge. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro suck here on the Opie and Anthony Show.
There's an obsession going on in this studio. They just showed De Niro and Pacino. I guess they're doing an interview on the Today Show, and wow. It looked like De Niro was doing his De Niro impression.
Yeah. I was commenting before about that. Jimmy said the movie's stinkeroo, and you could tell because when do you see De Niro and Pacino sitting in a chair waiting for some schlep to interview him about a movie?
Roland told me they're doing. The only press they're doing, and it's reluctantly, is the Today Show.
Can I get a booster seat?
I got little feet.
I'm short.
I need elevator shoes. I want to wear the shoes that Kiss wore in 1977.
Just so I could be 5'8".
Yeah.
I would be hysterical walking around with Gene Simmons shoes on. I got Paul Stanley's chest on my head.
Yes. And Peter Criss's wig. I'm wearing Peter Criss's wig.
There was a movie, I think it was that one where he's in, was it Long Beach? Was he in that one, or was...
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah, one of those movies. I don't know what effing movie it was. I'll figure it out.
Where he played a cop? Was that with, like, Robin Williams or something?
Of course, he played a cop. Maybe that was it. That was it.
Insomnia,
Cop
right.
again.
A cop again with my 3/4 length leather. So I look cool. And it hides my big shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wearing those little Kellogg's snack packs on my shoes.
If I don't wear the lifts on my feet, my gun scrapes on the sidewalk. I got little teeny tiny shoes.
I look like Yosemite Sam. I fire my guns and lift in the air. Oh! Turn, you rabbit! Now I gotta go back to the ship and get another match.
Right on.
I want to see him sitting in the chair with his little legs sticking straight out.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yeah.
He's on Bob's lap.
Yeah. I got a high chair. I want to eat some pudding and some Gerbers.
I'll feed you. I'll feed you.
I got a fat gut in a sweatsuit. You know how fat you got to be for your stomach to stick out in a sweatsuit?
Open up. Here comes the airplane. I love the airplane. Feed me, Bob.
Don't get any on my little booty. Don't get any applesauce on my booties, Bob.
Yeah, or on my Oshkosh bagosh. It's a little jumpsuit I'm wearing.
Hey, I'm going to turn my wig upside down. We can eat Reese's Pieces out of it.
Little hairy bowl.
Hairy Bowl.
That's right. It's a hairy walk on my head, Bob. It don't move on the back of my neck. It looks like a stormtrooper helmet. My hair's made out of cotton candy. Stick a pencil in it and twirl it around, boy.
Little chilly, where's my blankie? Your ticket buys you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
That's right. Or the space underneath, because my feet never reach the floor. So I never kick popcorn over. Because I'm tiny.
The Opie and Anthony Show starts now.
Previously on O&A.
All right, but Jeff, you missed it. No, you can't punch out because you missed your other point you wanted to make. You said iPhone is for teenage girls, BlackBerry is for grown men.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's why Anthony's got the
Exactly.
iPhone.
Hey, look what I got.
Right.
You want one? Hey, look what app I have. Do you have this app? Check this app. Oh, wait a minute. I've somehow ended up in photos. Look at this one. My cock.
Wow, E-Rock. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I noticed that, Patrice.
You did? Dude, what is that? Your breath is
It's bad. It's really bad.
Oh, my God. Really?
I'm sorry, because we haven't talked about your breath in a while.
It's turkey and iced tea. I'll take care of it.
At least he's honest. Wow, is that bad?
It's rough.
That was rough, E-Rock.
The thing is, we know that he took advantage of his dead father, but the idea is that he's looking himself and what would his dad say. Now, instead of him going, here's what my dad say, they had clips of his dead dad saying shit that could reflect, even though his dad got side pussy. It was just Tiger.
Yeah, let's
but
not forget.
it's white guy shit.
Tiger's father did get side pussy.
He was a notorious side pussy guy.
Every
everyone started shaving their pussies completely bare clean.
They did.
And it's like,
how recently did this happen?
oh my God, this has been happening for years and years. Like, my poor bastard. Yeah.
Looks like raw chicken thighs.
Yeah, I know.
I like my pussy to be adult.
I need something.
You need a little
there.
hair, Patrice?
I like a lot of hair.
Lot?
Problem hair.
Just to let
come down the thigh. It looks like a pussy. That other shit looks like trying to do something.
Opie and Anthony, live next.
Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Show's hosts Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie.
Commercial team. And Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy
comment prophetically to rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Yay! Pudding!
The greatest show on satellite radio today.
It's entertaining as fuck. How many people are screaming at their radios right now?
It doesn't get better than this.
It's just the stupidest, most fun.
I can't get enough of this.
I would eat your poo. Let's be honest with each other. No one's doing better radio than this.
We rule. Google it.
You're fucking right. Simple as that.
Fucking believe it. This is radio. Radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And with that, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi.
I got to start off by saying something really quickly. I forgot to tell you. I'm driving in with Kenny. There's a Starbucks.
Yeah.
I go, Kenny, pull over. I want a cup of coffee.
Oh.
So I go into Starbucks, and I go up to the guy, like, I'll have a grande coffee, my regular order, right? He looks at me, dead serious, and goes, we don't have any coffee. So then I'm standing there like, what? Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was completely dumbfounded and confused. Because he said it like it was a normal thing to say. He goes, yeah, we don't have any coffee. What?
At Starbucks.
Why are you open then? So then I had to awkwardly walk out of Starbucks because they didn't have any coffee.
What was the
issue? Do you understand that?
What was you didn't ask him, how could a Starbucks not have coffee? That's what you sell?
He said, we have espresso. I'm like, I want coffee. Dude, I was so dumbfounded I never got the answer. But I would assume maybe somewhere around 5:30, whatever time it was, somewhere around 5:30, I guess.
Yeah.
That maybe they're changing over the coffee. Maybe they empty their vats and get a fresh batch going. I don't know. He
I wish
he
Stalker
looked at
Patty
me.
was here to tell us.
He looked at me like I was crazy for asking for coffee
At a Starbucks.
and then I'm just standing there like, well, now what? I've never heard this before.
I never heard that either.
So we got another coffee from another coffee establishment. So just a quickie to start the show. I'm like, that's bizarre. Think about that. You're going to Starbucks and they tell you they don't have any coffee.
Yeah.
And then I looked at him like, yeah, okay. Like, that's funny. Like, that's a really good joke.
For a goof.
It's a great joke if you're Starbucks to tell the customers you don't have any coffee.
Straight face, and then you go, I'm kidding. What do you want?
Right. But in this case, he was dead serious. And then I'm looking around. I'm like, there's no other reason to be in here.
Maybe he was robbing the joint.
What am I going to buy some Summer Lovin' CD or something?
Maybe a nice cake.
A little cakey
Something
thing?
cakey.
What the fuck? Anyway, whatever. It's
cakey.
Don't have to spend all day on it, but I thought that was kind of weird, to say the least.
No shite.
Wow, we have a lot going on. A lot happened over the weekend.
Oh, a lot of sports things.
Sports things, earthquakes, presidents dying. Unbelievable.
Polish president.
Well, he's still a president.
Yeah.
What the hell happened there?
Yeah.
It was a foggy fucking
little foggy
approach.
Little foggy coming in. Pilot couldn't. I can't see. God damn it! And oops, clipped some trees. A little too low. Before the old runway, and that was that.
But wasn't the airport basically telling him, "Don't land this plane. You can't really see"?
Yeah, the tower was telling him, "Look, you might want to divert and go to another airport." The final say is always with the pilot.
Right.
Like that, they can take recommendations and stuff, but the final say is always with the pilot as far as if they're going to attempt to land. Unless the airport's closed. But they recommended that he divert, and he didn't. He went around for a landing once, missed approach, circled 4 times.
4 times?
Yeah. Then went in for another landing and landed on top of the trees, killing everybody on board. They're also saying that the Polish president, who has overridden the suggestions of his pilot in the past, might have wanted to get to this memorial service. He said he thought that they had told him to divert so he couldn't make the memorial service for a bunch of Polish soldiers that were killed during World War II to embarrass him by not showing up. So, Russians or whatever the fuck it is wanted to embarrass him so they would divert his plane. So he might have actually told the pilot, you land this fucking plane, and oops.
But after the 4th go around, like I've gone around one time, about to land, and all of a sudden you're taking off again.
You ever have one of those?
One, only in
How
Vegas.
scary is that? Like, what is that about?
It was in Vegas, and it was I could feel that we were going back up, and there was a flight attendant sitting next to me on the flight. And she goes, no, we're landing. I go, we're going back up. And the guy said, we're going to have to go around because we're a little too close to the plane in front of us, so we just have to go around and give him some more room. It's very scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he missed approach.
But what is this memorial? The war has been over for a long time. Why,
I know.
Why are they having a memorial now?
Bunch of soldiers that were killed in World War II by the Nazis. So, they decided to just, have a memorial. I guess they do it every year.
Oh, okay, it's like a yearly thing?
Yeah.
And the president decided to show up at this one? Well,
they weren't killed by the Nazis. Were they killed by Stalin or some shit? I don't know. Yeah, by the Soviets.
They were
Sorry.
killed by bullets.
Sorry, I don't want to blame the Nazis for anything. Jesus.
Really?
Sorry.
A Nazi defender.
Perish the thought.
A Nazi defender jumps right. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, hold on, you. It's not Nazis.
How dare you suggest a Nazi
Nazis.
did something horrific?
They have a bad enough stigma to deal with.
Yeah.
Don't pour the Polish to the offices on them.
Let's look like a professional radio show today. Here's the story.
Secretary of State Hillary Clinton offered condolences at the Polish embassy in Washington. She signed a book for Polish leaders who were killed in that plane crash Saturday. President-elect Kaczynski, his wife, and other political leaders died when their airliner crashed in Russia. The body of the late Polish president was returned to the grieving nation. Thousands of Poles lined the streets of Warsaw to pay their respects. Investigators say there's no indication from the flight recorders of any technical problems with the aircraft. Air traffic controllers say the pilot defied an order to divert to another airport. There are reports that on previous flights, President Kaczynski had become angry at pilots who refused to land.
Yeah, you're right, Ant. I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
I don't think any
mad.
pilot is willing to take a chance and land that plane if the airport is basically, or air traffic control is basically saying divert, go somewhere else.
You can't see anything. You know, and some of these foreign airliners not equipped with the most modern systems.
No,
as far as ground sensing radar and everything you would need to land the plane completely without any visual.
Right.
So. Well, it was like a 727. It was Russian's version of a 727, which hasn't been flying in the U.S. as far as a passenger plane goes for quite some time.
You would think the president would have a nice new plane. Sounds like he had an older plane, right?
Aeroflot.
Oh,
something
Jesus.
from Aeroflot.
Let's go to Mike in Toronto. Mike, first call of the week. What's up, buddy?
Mike?
Hey, boys, what's up?
What do you got, man?
My buddy's a commercial pilot. He says if you're ever in that region, like Kazakhstan, Poland, anywhere in Russia, never, ever fly. They got the worst pilots. They're all drunks. Their equipment shit. And you got to think that if they were flying the president around, they would have had one of the better pilots.
Apparently they did. They said, well, this was his pilot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This was the Polish president's plane. He didn't hop a Russian airline. He probably had a good plane. They said the pilot was very experienced. It's just fog.
Yeah.
Just think if that happened to Obama, they would have had the best pilot in all of the U.S. flying him around.
Well, I'm sure they have the best pilot in Poland.
They have Air Force One's pilot is
Right.
pretty good pilot.
Yes.
Or there are few pilots, I'm sure.
Sully is the greatest pilot of all time. We all know
That
that.
faggot couldn't avoid geese. He stinks.
Sully, greatest pilot of all time.
Could
I
be.
challenge you. Who was a better?
Crash the
vodka
plane.
bottles all the time.
What?
2 words, Chuck Yeager.
Chuck Yeager better than
Yes.
what?
Vodka bottles in the cockpit all the time in those Russian flights.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. You were
Thanks, boys.
I seriously think there's a problem with phones.
Because
there always is. Like, I don't think they could hear us very well. So they talk over us all the time.
Yeah, because we had a little Chuck Yeager Sully thing that we were about to start.
Chuck Yeager is the bestest.
And he kind of messed that up.
Chuck
over Sully every time?
Every time.
Yeah?
At least Sully gets into a plane. He knows the goddamn thing, for the most part, is going to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck didn't know. He just got in there and fucking flipped the switches and hope for the best.
Let's say hi to Matt in Jersey. Matt.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Hit her, Matt.
They're having a problem in Poland because now they got to fly all their flags at half-mast, so they're having trouble cutting all the flagpoles in half in time. Punch it out.
I don't know.
You know, the Polish jokes come rolling in.
You know what, though? That's hilarious.
Cutting the flag
in time.
That's hilarious, though. Come on. So simple, but so funny.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Chris in the Poconos. Chris.
Hey, Opie, I think this morning you had the white version of Popeye's running out of chicken.
Oh, with the whole coffee thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have started going, where's my coffee?
Where's my coffee? I'm stupefied by this one. I'm like, what do you mean there's no coffee? And he's standing behind the counter like he's ready for business. Like he's open. He's open for business.
He's selling cupcakes.
He's got his little Starbucks apron on. He's ready.
Muffins.
So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Go home then if you don't have coffee. Muffins. I wouldn't be here. Muffins. Let's. You know what? No, I'm not going to take that phone call because it could just lead to nasty stuff.
Of course it would.
So did you guys watch the Masters? It's
The Masters. Yeah, I
Good old-
watched a little bit of the Masters.
good old Phil Mickelson wins his third green jacket.
Yeah.
By the way, that green
very
jacket
emotional.
is extremely ugly.
And not just gaudy.
The golfers put it on for, I think, 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
The
and
camera
then
goes
take it
off, and they're like, get this fucking thing off
this
me.
stupid jacket off of me.
Like, I know it's tradition, and I would like to know who started the whole green jacket thing, because, man, that guy had just horrible fucking taste.
Yeah.
Horrible fucking taste. No one wears the green jacket. I think they force him to wear the green jacket for a ceremony, and that's
Yeah.
it. I mean, what are you going to do with that dumb thing?
Hanging
Really?
on the wall.
Hanging on the wall, maybe?
Yeah, you do like one of those things like at the Hard Rock, you know, where they put people's shirts and jackets and rock stars and stuff. So if you're Phil, you just take the jackets and you put them on your wall in your golf trophy room or
Yeah,
something.
I guess.
Never wear it.
But
imagine just going out with it to dinner. It's like, hey, is that Phil Mickelson? Yeah, see, he's got the green jacket on.
Right. How do you miss it?
Yeah.
How do you miss that it's Phil Mickelson? But it was a hell of a fucking tournament, I got to tell you. We're looking at highlights right now. Phil Mickelson
with his eagle.
knocking it in from, about 150, 160 yards out.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Tiger Woods had one of those yesterday. He knocked it in from about 150, 140 yards out.
I thought Phil was older than 39 years old, too.
He's always looked 39 years old.
Yeah.
So now he looks his age finally. He looked 39 when he was 28.
Yeah.
So, pretty good story, man. I'm not a huge Phil Mickelson fan, but right on. Good job, Phil. Now, a lot of people are talking like, Phil Mickelson, standing by his wife who has breast cancer. I think his mother has breast cancer as well.
Jesus.
And here he is winning the Masters the same year Tiger Woods was pretty much fucking everything in sight.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting little twist here.
I think
that he won the Masters.
I think it took a lot of the story away from Tiger.
Mhm.
You finally got that out there, like, oh, look, he's back. But the whole tournament wasn't about Tiger and how he's back and how he fucked women and this, that, and the other thing. It turned into, Phil's story.
Well, there's another Phil that's a little annoyed. Phil Mushnick in the paper was so
His problem.
He's so fucking pissed off with CBS and their coverage of the Masters because they showed Tiger Woods a lot.
Well, people want to see him.
They're like, he wasn't gone for 4.5 years. He was gone for 4.5 months. It's like
that's why people were tuning in, especially at the beginning, and then they, you start appreciating what some of the other golfers are doing. But at first, it was all about seeing Tiger.
Plus the fact that Tiger was in this tournament from the beginning to the end. He never made a real run at it, but he came in, fourth place? Yeah. So he was in contention the entire fucking time.
And why is Phil writing about Tiger? Trying to sell papers, are you? Trying to get, your name out there and attach yourself to the story? Phil?
Did Phil attack his own paper? Because part of the reason they showed Tiger
Exactly.
was because of the frenzy fueled by his own parent company.
He will never bash his own paper.
But it's like, how many times was Tiger on the cover of the Post or his mistresses on the cover of the Post?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, what a fucking phony this guy is.
I know.
What a phony.
Lump of shit.
Tiger Woods waiting to play his tee shot on the fourth hole yesterday. Took off 4.5 months, not 4.5 years, says Post columnist Phil Mushnick. Mushnick is pissed off. Today, let's think inside the boxes. Here goes. There's nothing more important to know, remember, and then always know and always remember. What?
Yeah.
No one is bigger than the game, any game. As big and bizarre as the Tiger Woods tale had turned, nothing was more incredible or sensational than the golf Thursday through yesterday evening played at the Masters. Nevertheless, TV folks continue to gift Tiger Woods with an endless supply of the last thing he needs, bad excuses. When he bounced one over a green late in Saturday's round, CBS's Nick Faldo, normally prized for his candor, applied the thin alibi that this was the result of Woods having not played competitive golf in nearly 5 months.
Could have been.
Hold on, Sir Nick. This was late round 3, and Woods not only seemed sharp for nearly 54 holes at the start of each season, he never played many events before the Masters. That's not true. He gets a few in, and he won 4 of them. He took off 4.5 months, not 4.5 years. Yesterday, with Woods starting poorly, Faldo spoke of him suffering from all he has been through. Oh, please. He's rusty. Tiger Woods showed that he was rusty yesterday,
Yeah.
you dummy.
He's having some hard time with his putts.
His putts. He had some fucking hooks off the tee.
He was yelling at himself, which was fucking classic.
You like that?
Yeah. Fucking classic hearing Tiger Woods yelling at Tiger Woods.
Well, he was trying
Great.
to. Well, yeah, it's kind of creepy.
It is.
He talks to himself
Funny.
in the third person. And well, here's Tiger yelling.
And Tiger on the tee, the hole in the upper back right
Tiger
quadrant.
Woods, you suck. God damn it.
I don't think he's pleased.
Tiger
You
Woods.
suck.
You suck. God
Did he
damn
say
it.
Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Can I hear that? I didn't hear his name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
He says Tiger Woods. Go play that
And he got a
again.
good Jesus Christ out on TV yesterday. A big Jesus Christ.
And Tiger on the tee, the hole in the upper back right
Tiger
quadrant.
Woods, you suck. God damn it.
I don't think he's pleased.
I don't think he's pleased.
I don't think he's
Woods,
pleased.
You suck.
It's great.
How great is that?
Well, what makes it great, he's claiming that he's going to be a new Tiger. He's going to be more fan friendly, and he's
Yeah.
he's not going to show this crazy emotion anymore. And-
Yeah, I like that.
oh boy, it came out.
Did he always show that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always been kind
I
of.
like that. That's great.
Though. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't
funny.
care.
It's fucking, the guy's pissed off at his performance. And
Let's say hi to Andrew in South Carolina. Andrew.
Hey, boys.
Hey, buddy.
You were talking about the green jacket. It started back in the 30s or 40s. They gave them to the members to wear at the tournament so people could know who to ask for directions. They gave the first one as a trophy in the late 40s.
Wait, I'm confused. They gave out the green jackets, so why?
They gave it to the members to wear at the tournament
Yeah.
so that people knew who to ask for directions so they could find a reliable source of information.
so what you're saying is, what are you saying?
So it's basically a page jacket.
I guess that's how it started.
Parking lot attendant?
Yeah,
What
really.
is he?
Like the parking lot attendant all wore green jackets, and the bag room guys, and next thing you know, they figured that they should give it to the actual golfer.
They gave the first one out as a trophy in, I think it was 47 or 48.
Yeah, must have been a rough year. They probably didn't have money for an actual trophy and said, just give him the jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
and
screw it.
they get to keep it for 1 year. Then they got to take it back when they come back to play the next year. They got to give it back, and it stays at the club.
How about you just
Oh,
let
really?
them keep their stupid green jackets? Yes,
And
Danny.
you only get one.
Right.
So Phil was wearing his old one.
All right.
The guy's he's dead on. I mean, that's I'm looking it up here, and that's pretty much the reasoning for it. It says the green jacket presented to the Masters champion. Let's see, the tradition of the green jacket at Augusta dates back to 37. That year, members of the club wore green jackets during the tournament so that fans in attendance could easily spot them if they needed to ask questions.
You don't ask golfers questions while they're in the
No,
middle of a
I don't.
tournament. That is weird.
All right, boys, punching out.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Pat in Staten Island. Pat.
Yeah, good morning, boys.
Hey.
Two things. What are the odds that Tiger would score 69?
Final round 69, which was classic. Of course, it was supposed to end that way.
And do those green jackets make you horny?
Your phone broke up, sir.
I said, do those
We
green
heard
jackets
you.
make horny? Punching out.
I love that. Oh, did he fall right into that trap?
You walked into that one bomb first.
Oh, fuck. Jimmy James.
Morning, boys. That last guy sucked.
What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, did this not turn out to basically be the best opportunity for Tiger to come back due to all of the other storylines in the tournament? Between the first day you had Freddie Couples and Tom Watson being the oldest two guys to ever lead the Masters. All of the Asians, 3 Asians in contention early to be the first ever Asian Masters tournament winner. Then Mickelson coming through for his wife. It was all about Tiger, but they also diluted it a little bit with all of the other storylines.
Yeah, there were some great storylines. I tweeted yesterday, Asian golfers are so fucking boring to watch. They're like robots, these guys.
Yeah.
They're really like robots.
Like dealers.
Huh?
Like blackjack dealers. Same thing.
Emotionless for the most part.
Yep.
No excitement to their game. They're just like they're barely in the woods ever. Drive down the middle, fucking hit it to the green.
Yeah.
2-putt or 1-putt. Next hole.
Drive down the middle at 35 miles an hour, of course.
Right, and then you get Tiger Woods. He's in the middle of the pine. He's in the middle of the pine trees. He pops it over the pine trees.
Amazing, yeah.
And lands 10 feet from the cup. You got Phil Mickelson and I don't know, Poison Ivy, and he's making birdie. And then you get the Asian golfers down the middle once again. Fucking hate watching them.
Did he really hit it over the pine trees?
It was a ridiculous shot when he needed it.
How they do that from like
ridiculous? He was in the pine trees and had to hit it over a pine tree.
Launch it straight up in the air. I don't know.
He had to make that ball go up quick. He had no room for error, none. And then stupid Freddie Couples. We'll talk a little golf here. If he didn't have a bad back, he probably would have won the Masters.
Yeah, him and that back of his.
He had three out of the 4 rounds were really good, and then he had one round I forgot. I think it was like he shot like a 75 or something.
Starts stiffening up when he's walking.
And if he shot a basic 70, he was right in there.
Yeah.
How good is Tiger's swing?
It wasn't too good.
But in general,
it's amazing.
But it is.
It's ridiculous.
Some of those guys, and I love how they have the microphones right by the tee box there.
Yeah.
And you just hear, it sounds like a gun going off sometimes when they connect with that ball.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to be on a tee box when Tiger Woods hit a drive when it was out in the Hamptons there.
Yeah.
The U.S. Open. And I watched a lot of guys go through, and the sound Tiger's fucking driver makes when it hits that ball was unlike anything else I heard that day. It was unbelievable.
Same sound it makes when his wife hits him over the head with it.
And you know what's annoying? Jim Carrey's just twittering about Tiger and his wife's.
Who?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
is twittering his opinions about it.
Yeah.
And he wrote, "No wife is blind enough to miss that much infidelity. Ellen had to be a willing participant on the ride for whatever reason, kids' lifestyle." And he got some negative responses. And he wrote, "I want to make clear that I don't condone infidelity, but to some degree the responsibility is shared by both people." It's like, why do you have to clarify that? And first of all, why is the news picking up on what a comedian
I know,
writes?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not news.
I was listening to that.
It's a guy talking.
Some guy, just his opinions, who cares? And he's being criticized, and people are outraged that he would do that.
Them.
Shut
God
up, you're
almighty.
outraged.
I kind of fault Jim,
outrage.
though. It's like, come on, Jim, you can't back off on that.
Right.
I'm outraged at outrage.
It's your opinion.
Yeah. Your favorite caller, Frank in Jersey. Frank!
Wow.
Hey,
God damn it.
boys, what's up? How great a tournament was that?
I enjoyed it, but I also had to flip. I had to flip back and forth between hockey and golf.
Yeah, but you know what? Tiger finally shit the bed and he showed his true colors. Come on. Did you see that putt on, 14, 15? He goes to tap it in, misses it because he wants to hurry up. You know what? He's got no respect for the game.
Oh. Damn.
I think the guy has a lot of respect for the game. Has always shown that. Has shown that over the years.
How could you even say that? You know, at the end when they interview him outside that cabin, okay, instead of saying, "Listen, I appreciate how everybody stood up for me, how the fans came in out in droves for me," but no, he says, "You know what? I come into every tournament to win. That's all I do."
Well, I like
this guy. Sir, are you doing a parody?
No, this is Frank. He was very annoying on Friday.
Frank.
Yeah. Well, Frank, really, are you one of these guys that thinks that Tiger didn't have respect for the game? Why? He's the best at it, and he's the only interesting thing in the game for non-golf fanatics.
He's always showed respect for the game, and I liked.
And he's the best.
And I liked after his round because they were basically trying to say, "Wow, you know what, Tiger? After everything you've been through, you haven't really practiced that much, and this is your first tournament in 4.5 months. You got to be pretty proud of what you've accomplished out there." Yeah. And I like the fact that he said, "No, I'm not. I enter tournaments to win." I think that's great.
How is that? To me, it shows no respect for the game if he's too caught up in the fan applause. The fact that he shouldn't address that. He comes there to win. He didn't win. He's annoyed.
Right.
Why should he be thankful that they fucking clapped? They should have clapped, those assholes. They're half of the reason he's in trouble because they couldn't stop buying the papers and watching the shows about his private life.
Yes.
You know, guys, he's out for 4 months. Okay, if he's in rehab and his wife's not around, what is he doing the rest of the time? Jerking off to porno? He's probably out there on some private course. Playing every day.
You know what?
Who cares?
Every day.
You know what? The paparazzi and all those scumbags were trying to get a picture of Tiger Woods hitting a golf ball. No one could do it.
Right.
So if he was able to fucking practice during that time, then I don't know where he was doing it.
The guy had a bad tournament. He was probably nervous. He knows the whole fucking planet is focused on him more than normal.
Honestly, he had a good tournament considering everything he's been through.
For him, right.
But I like the fact that he didn't cop out and go, yeah, I'm pretty psyched that I came in fourth. He was like, no, I fucking wanted to win this thing. I like that.
How is that no respect for the game?
Some of the shots he made were just incredible. I agree.
But how is that no respect for the game? The fact the guy's annoyed because he didn't do what he felt his job was. He's, to me, showing tremendous respect for the game by not just being pleased that they clapped for him. He's mad that he didn't win, which is what he feels his job is. That's tremendous respect for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, how fake is it when he's tipping his hat, looking like he's forcing all that?
Again, that's not the game.
Everything that Tiger does,
dude,
is
don't
robotic.
switch subjects.
Okay? Everything he does is robotic.
Don't switch. So what? That's his personality. He's also the greatest golfer.
Right.
So whatever it is, it works.
Frank, I don't disagree with you on that point. I do think that was a little forced this past weekend, definitely.
Like when a pitcher comes out or a hitter comes out and tips his cap
But
sometimes.
Tiger was known for not really doing that, and for he's trying to be this new Tiger, so
Acknowledge the crowd.
He's trying to be a little more fan friendly, and
Right.
it did that part. I do agree with Frank. It seemed a little forced at times. And then when he started realizing that, oh my God, this Masters is slipping away from him, then you got to hear him like going, "Oh, Tiger Woods, you suck, Jesus Christ!" He was very close to fucking snapping golf clubs on that course.
So how did he show no respect for the game?
How great was it watching Freddie, though?
Frank, how did he show no respect for the game? You haven't said one thing that said he doesn't. You've said just showed just the opposite.
No respect for the game in the way he's treated the fans all this time.
The fans
you know
or
what?
the game?
Jimmy, wait, let me. I'll answer the question.
Okay.
Okay. Golf is entertainment. Okay. We
Yes.
pay for them to be on the course. You know what I mean? We pay for the tickets. We pay for the cable networks. We pay for the companies that sponsor the events.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He should treat us with respect. That's no respect for the game. Okay.
Wow, you're really reaching because you lost the point,
not
Frank.
reaching. Hey, I'm not reaching.
You're reaching because you
Guys
lost the
like
point.
Freddie how come here on Twitter and on AOL and all these other sites, they're saying that he's the only one? Okay, how many golfers were out there? You hear anybody else yelling, saying, "God damn it, Tiger, you suck," or "God damn it," or this or that? Nobody else is out there doing that.
So what? That's his way.
I
Big
like
deal.
that he does that, and there are other golfers that do
If he
it.
was a guy you liked, Frank, you'd be going, wow, he's really a rebel. He's a maverick. He's a guy who brings it. Like when Mark Fidrich, a bad example, would kick around the rosin bag on the mound. Hey, that guy's an original. You just don't happen to like this guy, so you're saying he's an asshole and he has no respect for the...
Disagree. You have young guys, young kids, girls and guys watching Tiger
Stop.
and emulating Tiger.
Frank,
This ain't-
stop.
Oh, God.
Frank, really?
No,
Frank,
Frank,
stop.
don't go down that road.
Frank, please, you're embarrassing yourself.
Don't go down that road, Frank. That's not Tiger Woods' responsibility whatsoever.
Are you a parent?
I'm a parent and I'm a coach.
Okay, well then how about this? As a parent, you're responsible for your kids 100% because if they succeed, all you're going to do as a parent is take credit as to how well you did as a parent. You're not going to credit Tiger. So if they fuck up, don't in any way, shape, or form look to him. It's always a negative. It's amazing. Why wasn't it last year before anybody knew this? As a parent, I guarantee you wouldn't have said how great he was for your kids because he was doing the positive things. You would have taken credit as a parent. But now if there's a negative...
Okay. Then you look at somebody like Bill Clinton, right?
What about him?
Okay. Here, he's the president of the United States. You're supposed to look up to him. And all of a sudden he gets caught with stains on a dress.
Right.
Okay. And now, he's not a great president anymore.
I didn't say that.
Okay. People don't... that's what people were saying.
Well, think for
Okay?
yourself.
And they have a right to say that because the guy was a fraud.
Frank, no, they don't. Think for yourself. The difference is the media. JFK was fucking putting Marilyn Monroe on a spigot with RFK. They all do it. There was allegations that Nixon had a Chinese mistress. They all do it. The difference is the way things are covered these days. So stop acting like sin is a new thing. Don't be naive.
Me as a parent and a coach, when I see kids, chest pumping and doing stuff like that because of a play they should have made, I discourage that as a coach.
Oh, wait.
Okay, because that's not what it's all about. The good kids, the kids that are really talented baseball players or a good teammate, they're quiet. They go about the game. It's business to them. Okay?
What are you, a
15,
swim
20
coach?
years ago,
Cameras
guy
in
makes
lockers?
the tackle. Hey, a guy makes the tackle, he gets up from the tackle, and that's it.
But wait,
and now it's some guys getting paid $4 million to be on special teams and make a tackle in football, and the guy gets up and pumps his chest. Hey, I'm the best. I'm the best. Bullshit. I don't want to watch that.
Okay, Frank.
I do.
In a way,
I want to see all that.
You just made my point. Thank you. Because you're just saying that the guy who jumps up and celebrates for doing what he should do is disrespecting the game. Well, then Tiger, all Tiger just did was do what he should do and complain when he didn't get it done, and not take the false accolades because he showed up and the fans were nice to him. You just contradicted yourself, dude.
No, I didn't. He said, hey, you know what? He made a mistake, and he said, "God damn it, Tiger, you suck." I don't need to hear that. I don't want my kids to hear that.
Oh, dude, stop being so naive, Frank. God, stop
Frankie, what's wrong with you?
Stop with the kids argument.
Frankie, you
stop
sound
with the kids. So you never curse in the house, Frank? You never allow your children to watch any film with profanity? How old are they, first of all?
I got a 12 and a 15-year-old.
Wow. So none of them have any friends that curse, or they never see PG-13 films that have that type of language in it, huh?
Hey, you know what? When I'm
not asking you, yes or no, do they?
Yes, they have.
Okay, well, then don't act like...
with them, okay, I'm there to help censor what's going on. I'm going to say to them, hey, look, this isn't exactly what you should be hearing. Okay, I know that you talk to your friends like that. Okay?
Do you really say that during a movie? Do you really during a movie say that to your kids?
If I'm sitting home and somebody yells, fuck.
Right.
Okay, and there's a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old watching that movie, I say something to them about it.
Okay.
I care if they go out and they treat other people with respect. I have kids on some of my teams, no lie. They talk back to the coaches. There's no respect out there anymore.
So, to me, you sound like a guy who's bitter about other stuff or annoyed about other stuff. Were you an athlete and you wanted to go on to professional sports?
No, not at all.
Okay. Because you seem like you have this
hey, you know,
what's that?
I play golf. I'm a pretty decent golfer.
So, but how come it's okay during a movie, then, to explain that to your kids? But when Tiger yells that, why don't you just give them the same rational explanation?
I wasn't watching with them yesterday.
So what happens? They heard it, and what do you think the results were?
You know what? It's something that goes on in everyday life for them.
Right.
Okay, then hey, you know what? It's okay to say it. Because it's out there, it's okay to say it now. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? That's not the right thing to say. That's the example we're setting for our kids.
So wait, you think that Tiger Woods yelling "God damn it" on playing golf is a bigger influence than you as a good parent, huh?
But you know what? When it's on every sport...
That's not what I'm asking you.
Then what are you asking me?
You think that an athlete's behavior... Well, if you're a good parent, how is an athlete's behavior more influential than you as a parent?
What about the people that aren't good parents?
I'm not talking about them. We're talking about you. I'm not talking.
Hey,
I don't think for
I'm
other people.
You know what? I think I'm a really good parent.
Okay.
And when he says something, I say to them, look, this is what not to do.
So did your 12 and 15-year-old come to you and say, Daddy, we heard the word God damn it, and we don't know what to do, and then you had to sit down with them? I mean, we're going to be very honest and realistic with each other. Did that happen?
Come on. 12 and 15-year-olds, if they say God damn it, they're going to run the other way so I don't hear it.
Then don't use that phony thing about the kids might hear it, Frank. Come on, what are you doing? You're being phony.
I'm not being phony. This is in front of everybody. Hey, Jim, you know what? Listen, 25, 30 years ago, that would have been appalling. Okay, we as a society...
Yes, a black guy playing golf would have been appalling 25 or 30 years ago, Frank.
Hey, you know what? That would have been too. Okay, but it doesn't make it right that it's now mainstream.
So when they but when they advertise alcohol while you're watching a baseball game with your son, do you make sure that you point out that the alcohol isn't quite they're making it seem in the commercial, and that people paralyze each other in cars? I mean, is that what your concern is too?
Oh, is that what alcohol is all about? They paralyze each other in cars?
Hey, now I'm going to
alcohol is, you know what? I'm sitting watching a game with my buddies and I can drink a beer. That's what alcohol is about.
Yeah, I'm talking about what the results of it usually are.
Years old. I say to my kids, look, you're 12 and 15. You have kids in junior high and high school that drink. Don't do it. It's not the right thing to do. You're not 21 years old. It's not the legal thing to do.
Frank, I'm talking, if you're so concerned with Tiger yelling "God damn it," which I don't think you are. I think you're using the kids thing as an excuse, like a lot of people do. You just don't like the guy, and that's fine. You don't like him. But to me, you're being phony by using him as an excuse.
Hey, Jim, I disagree. I called up on Friday, and I basically gave you guys my point. And Opie's like, let's get this guy in. If you got me in and we sat and talked, you know what kind of guy I am.
I can hear it by talking to you.
Listening that I thought I was coming in today that I coach with. They know what kind of guy I am. I don't give a fuck what people think about me.
Yes, I can hear what kind of guy you are, Frank. Frank,
I'm a good coach.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you're not a good parent. But to me, you got other stuff going on. You don't like Tiger Woods, and you're being phony in the fact that you're not just coming out and saying, I don't like this cocksucker. You're saying he's disrespecting the game. How? The way he tipped his hat to the fans. You had nothing. I completely smashed your point about how he was disrespecting the fans, and then you went into, how he was respectful of the game, and then you go into he didn't tip his cap right?
Jim, his whole golf career and what he's done as far as playing golf, he's not phony. Okay, playing the actual game, he's not funny. But he's disrespected the game by the way he's acted on and off the course.
Off the course. So because he was fucking women behind his wife's back, that disrespected the game?
It absolutely is.
Nah,
wow, are you childish?
That's happening in every sport out there,
are you
Frank.
childish?
That shit is happening everywhere.
His whole bravado was bullshit.
I mean,
No, it wasn't. He's the best golfer alive. I mean, I think he is.
There's rumors. I don't know because I didn't do my own research on this. That Phil Mickelson has like a love child out there.
Oh,
because the big story about how he is standing by his wife with this breast cancer and stuff and winning the Masters is a nice story today. But people have, I don't know if it's true, but people have said that supposedly he's got a love child in Ohio.
Who's your favorite athlete, if you don't mind me asking you, Frank?
Probably Derek Jeter.
Okay. So I'm not going to say what they are.
You know what? I talked Friday about Freddie Couples. Okay, I'm not in awe of anyone.
No, hold on, Frank. I'm not saying you are, but do you think that Derek Jeter has disrespected this? I can't say what the rumors are, but there are rumors circulating about Jeter that are really not pleasant, and they have nothing to do with baseball. And do you think he's disrespected the game? If any of these rumors are true, I don't, at all.
No, if he's done something, okay, on the scale or in scope of Tiger, in a way he has. Because he's let his image be out there for millions of kids.
Oh,
okay?
God, with the kids, Frank. Stop with
the... You know what? You got it. You have to go back to the kids.
No, you
okay?
don't.
Baseball,
no, you don't.
Jimmy,
gotta go
Jimmy,
back to the
baseball's
kids.
a game. Jim,
exactly.
Derek Jeter gets paid $20 million a year to play a game.
Exactly.
And us as fans pay for him to get $20 million a year.
Yes, to play the game. You don't dictate the rest of his life.
But it goes, you know, it goes hand in hand. You can't disseminate the two.
Yes, you can. If you're an adult, you can. I'm a big boy. I like to watch Derek Jeter hit the baseball. Who he sticks his dick in has nothing to do with me. It's none of my goddamn business. So I guess Mickey Mantle disrespected the game then because he was a drunk.
So was Babe Ruth, right?
Babe Ruth was. And I guess DiMaggio disrespected the game because all these allegations about spousal abuse came out afterwards, huh? I guess Ty Cobb disrespected the game because he hated blacks and was a piece of shit in his personal life. Wow, I guess there's been nobody. No, hold on, Frank. Hold on. I guess nobody has been respectful of the game according to Frank the coach's standards.
I disagree with that. Most of the guys are respectful of the game.
Like who?
Okay. Like who? Tom Watson, Freddie Couples, Jack Nicklaus.
I can't, not just golf, other sports, I know the players more.
Didn't Freddie Couples have a gambling problem, Frank?
We talked about that on Friday.
Yeah. Well,
how is that respect of the game?
Yeah, that could be a little rough.
How did it affect the game?
Well, kids are also looking up to a Freddie Couples, and it turns out that he had a bit of a gambling problem.
Golf, Tiger's the only interesting thing in golf. You golf fans love golf, that's great, but fucking viewership dropped 50% when he left. He's done more for that goddamn stupid sport than any athlete in the last 50 years. He made it cool for kids. Mainstream. They don't care that he's fucking girls. That just makes it cooler.
He made it cool for everybody.
But I'm saying kids don't watch golf.
It was an old man's game before Tiger came around.
All that did, him fucking porn girls, is encourage everybody to grab a golf hat.
Right. All right, Frank.
Come on.
I know you don't agree because
I'll punch out and listen to the rest of the show. I appreciate it.
All right, Frank from Jersey.
We do have a responsibility out there to at least.
All right.
You're a parent.
Do the right thing.
You're
right?
a parent.
I'm a coach, and the reason I get involved is because I want to do the right thing.
It's because you're a nudge, Frank.
Do the right thing.
Hey, buddy, if I don't get credit for those fucking kids doing well, I don't want to hear a fucking thing when they don't do well. I don't care. You're a parent. Do your job as a parent. I'm a comic. I'll do my job as a comic. Tiger's a fucking golfer. Hit the ball, cocksucker, into the hole, and then go put your dick where you want. It's your business.
There you
And
go.
You know what? I would rather see him keep that image. Be the bad boy, all right? Be what Tiger's really supposed to be. Do that image. I'd love to see it.
Or how about being an adult and
All right,
realizing
Frank.
that his job is not to have an image for you, it's to hit a ball in a hole.
Hey,
And
dude,
that's
you know,
it.
it's not about me having an image for me. It's an image about having an image for the kids.
No, it's not. You're lying.
Yes, it is. Don't
You're
make-
lying.
don't go there.
You're lying.
You want people to buy Nike hats.
You're
and
lying,
buy,
Frank.
Jim. You're lying. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I do. You're being emotionally manipulative. You're one of these people that because you can't win an argument about Tiger Woods, you think your ace in the hole is kids. You see, you're like the liberal saying hate speech or the conservative saying family values. You don't like what Tiger did, and you know that sounds pompous and that's not enough. So you have to find a reason why other people should side with you. No one gives a shit about what Tiger did and how it affects your children or anybody's children.
Hey, I feel that Tiger did a disservice to me personally then.
That's because you're self-centered in the extreme.
You shouldn't have bought in to begin with.
No,
yeah,
because these guys are human beings. I mean, look at Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. He had his issues too.
Yeah, did Jordan
what about Michael
disrespect
Jordan?
the game?
And he did a lot for kids.
How about Magic? Did he disrespect the game?
All right, somebody just said that Michael did a lot for kids. What does Tiger do for kids?
That doesn't matter.
What does he do for kids?
Did Michael disrespect the game? Did Magic Johnson disrespect the game?
Sometimes they did.
All right, well,
yeah, you know
it's happening all the time.
Nonsense, what you're saying.
To come back and say, hey, I'm sorry for what I did to the game.
Kobe Bryant,
okay?
was a little.
Yeah,
He was a naughty boy in that hotel room.
Yeah.
He was a real naughty boy in that hotel room.
All right, Frank, we go all day.
Yeah, Frank, you just don't like Tiger. You're probably very jealous of him. You're one of those jealous guys who just didn't get as far as he wanted to get, and you're sounding off on people who are successful like they're not doing their jobs right.
Yeah,
and the bottom line is he is.
It's not Tiger's responsibility to raise your kids or anyone's kids.
Hey, I never said it was his responsibility.
If it helps a little bit because he had that nice image out there, great. But in the end, it's not his responsibility.
Hey, you guys had a replay over the weekend about that back and forth with Jesse Ventura about him getting up and stomping out of the studio.
Yep.
Okay, and you're calling him all these names. Jimmy, don't bash my character. I'm not running away. I'm listening to what you have to say. I'm giving you an honest answer back.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not a guy that is angry because Tiger Woods is famous. Okay?
I'm bashing your character, Frank. I'm not saying you're a bad man, but I'm bashing what you're saying because I think it's inconsistent and I think it's shit. And I'm sick and tired as somebody who has to, in my line of work, hear the kids. I'm so tired.
Jimmy, are you a parent?
I'm so no. Frank. Let me finish. That's the beauty of it. I don't give a shit about your kids. I didn't pump a load into somebody. I dump it on prostitutes and in my own hand. That's why I'm not a parent. As a responsible 41-year-old man, I have made a decision that I don't want kids. So I do adult things for adults. Take your own the results of your own orgasm and fucking be responsible for it. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, that's good. I'm glad you decided not to procreate because we don't want any more Jim Nortons out there.
Exactly.
Hey, you're going to attack me a little bit. You're going to get it back.
Frank, you can attack me all you want. I'm attacking the bullshit. I don't care about I don't know you as a man. I don't give a fuck about your kids.
All right, listen, I got Greg in D.C., another coach on the line. Greg, you got Frank from Jersey. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, boys. Hey, Frank, I'm a coach and I'm a teacher, and I'm sick and fucking tired of parents like you who say, when my kid is in my house, I will raise them, but the second they're out of my house, it's somebody else's responsibility.
It takes a village.
Fuck you. Be a better parent and make sure that your kid wants to look up to you. Why don't you be the golfer your kid should look up to instead of letting Tiger Woods be the golfer your kid should look up to? What's wrong with you being the guy who takes your kid out onto the golf green and says, you know what, you see that jerk over there who's pumping his chest? That's stupid. Don't do that. That's called coaching. That's called parenting. It's not called whining like a little bitch on the radio.
I'll tell you what, you get in touch with the people in Morris County where I coach in New Jersey, and they're going to tell you what kind of dad I am and what kind
Notice
of
how you're not answering what I've said. You're not talking about what I just pointed out. You're not telling me how you parent when your kid's not in the house. You're telling me to talk to other people. I'm talking to you. I didn't tell you to call the parents of my kids that I teach. I didn't tell you to call the parents of the people that I coach. I told you how to coach. You have yet to say how to coach. You just keep telling Jimmy how to empathize with you because you had something grow in your wife and then it fell out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a damn good one.
I bet you're one of those coaches that, you know what, I'm only going to play the best guy because he's going to help me win. Because I'm gonna look good
Absolutely
because
not.
That's probably what
In
you
the
do.
varsity
Okay?
league,
That's
I
what you're
only
all
play the
about.
good
Okay,
kids
but you're all
because
about
in
winning.
varsity,
You're one of
that's
those
what it's
coaches that,
about.
you know what, say,
When they're
that's the
younger,
kid.
it's about playing. But you can attack my coaching because you've never seen it, dummy. Why don't
You've
we
never
talk
seen
about
mine.
what we both
you're
know?
calling me names. Look at you. You're calling me names. You're a teacher, and you
I've
got to call me
listened to
names
you
to
for the
argue with
last
me.
30
You have to. You
minutes.
just said you
You're
called me
a dummy.
You have to call me names. Why am I a dummy? Because I don't agree with what you just said.
No. You're a dummy because you say Tiger Woods let your kid down, and it's about the children. Really? When was the last time children bought a Lexus?
As a teacher, you're supposed
to children bought a Lincoln Navigator. Children bought the things that Tiger Woods gets paid to advertise. They don't. They buy Gatorade. Well, you know what? Tiger Woods does Powerade now. Why don't you, as a parent, say Tiger Woods is a bad person? You don't drink Powerade anymore.
Hey, you know, we don't. Okay, I'm not gonna support something that he's.
What do you drive?
For. What do I drive?
Yes.
I drive a Corvette and a Chevy Cobalt. I got two different cars. So let's
Okay,
say
so
something
you
about
don't drive a Lincoln like Tiger used to advertise for. Good for you. Have you ever had Gatorade?
Not in a long time, no. And it has nothing to do with, you know what, people, you're going to sit here and say, oh, you know, you're a bad coach or you're going to buy products. You know what? It's a matter of being a good person and being a good coach.
It's a matter of raising your own kid and not putting that onus on somebody else.
Hey, I'm not
saying Tiger Woods let my child down. Bullshit. He let his wife down and his own kids down, not your kid.
Play it back. Did I say Tiger let my kid down? No. I said Tiger's got a mouth that he should have kept in check. He's got an attitude.
No, what you said was Tiger let the kids down.
Listen up. Go ahead. Play it back. I said Tiger built a reputation based on a falsehood, okay, that he's full of shit, okay?
Wait, he built a reputation? No. People said Tiger Woods was this way.
Hey,
Tiger Woods never came out and
your
said,
classroom, what happened?
given the opportunity, I'd never fuck a bunch of women. No one asked him.
What grade do you teach? Tell me, what grade do you teach?
I teach middle school and I coach high school.
Uncle
I work with different ages.
Okay, if you coach high school and you coach, let's say you coach lacrosse, and you're up by 7 goals in the last 5 minutes, do you put the other kids in that haven't played? You let everybody play.
Not on varsity. Varsity is about winning. Junior varsity is about learning how to play. On JV, they play and they get better. On varsity, if we're up 7-1 in the final, towards the end of the game, yeah, I will rest a few people, but that's a team sport. We're talking golf. When I coach swimming, which is one of the sports I coach, that is an individual sport based on overall scores that the whole team can win. And you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to swim my worst swimmer in a great race just because I think that my worst swimmer needs a little more help. I'm going to play my best swimmer in every race that they're good in. And if they act
And just
like
secretly
Chris
videotape
outside
the
the
worst
pool,
swimmers from
I'm
lockers.
not going to care. They swim in the pool. They do well in the pool. If they treat me badly out of the pool, they're not going to play because I'm their coach. But if they're not doing well in school, guess whose problem that is? Their parents, not mine. You know what happens when their kid curses at the pool? Their parent has to take care of it. I'm not going to walk up when you're in a kid and say, you know what? I don't like your potty mouth. I'm going to go to their parent and say, guess what? Your kid needs to shape up. You need to do it.
There you
Okay,
go.
well, what do you do in the classroom situation when you got a kid that's unruly and you know that the parenting at home is not what
is not anything near
Beat
what
him with a big
sports is.
yardstick.
We're not talking about how well Tiger Woods reads, and because he was such a good reader and handed in a bunch of book reports, he got sex from a bunch of women. We're talking about sports. And people like you look up to people for the fact that they hit a ball.
That is true.
Who do I look up to? Okay,
Phil Mickelson, blah, blah, blah.
Fred's a
Other
good
golfer,
stop.
name
Stop.
someone,
Right,
insert
stop.
name here.
Okay, you know what? I think Fred is a good play. I think Fred's a good golfer.
You just asked
okay?
who you looked
I
up
look
to.
up to him because of his golf skills, and that's it.
There was no point behind your statement.
Dude.
And there's dead air. I know
You're getting destroyed, Frank. You know that?
Go ahead, keep talking. I'm there. I'm
He said
listening.
he looks up to Fred Couples because he's a good player. Well, I look up to Tiger Woods because he's a good golfer. That's all I give a shit
If
about.
Fred
in the end.
Couples was a douchebag, okay, and did the things that Tiger did, you know what?
What a fucking phony this guy
All right,
is.
listen.
Get him.
All right, we're done. We're done. We got to move on. This could go all day. Frank, you made your points. I appreciate your phone call from Jersey there. And Greg in D.C., people saying best phone call ever. Thank you.
What a
call back
phony.
sometime, all right?
Thank you. I call back a lot. I'm the teacher who schooled you about Haiti.
Ah, fuck yeah. All right.
I like
Thank
Fred
you, Greg.
Couples because he's a good player.
Yeah.
But Tiger because of other. Shut up.
Right.
But that's the reason that guy's good to listen to is that is actually there are really people that think that way, that really think that what's going on in their home with their parents should somehow be our responsibility and to temper what we do because the kids.
You got to sit down with your kid.
Don't give a fuck.
You got to sit down with the kid and tell him what's up.
Exactly. If you don't,
in the
too
end.
bad.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get equal blame, I would love some credit. Hey, thank God for Jim Norton doing what he did because it helped the kid. Or thank God for, come on.
John in Texas, you got to make it fast because we got to take a break and regroup here. What do you got?
All right, so you get a football player that flips someone off at the end of a game. He gets fined. Tiger Woods is out on the green or out on the fairway, whatever, and he says, God damn it, Tiger, you suck, or says, Jesus Christ. Says, Jesus Christ, so what's the deal there?
Well, it's up to the individual sport. Golf just doesn't have those rules in place where they, scold the golfers for cursing on the golf course, and I like that, and I like when they do it in football too. I want to hear it all.
Well,
I want to hear real emotions when guys are playing sports. Yeah. I like that. I don't understand when the NFL goes, look, don't show any emotion, during a sporting event. To me, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, golf is a little bit more uppity, more highfalutin than what football is, and I don't understand why, a football player gets fined for something like that.
Yeah, John, I mean, you bring up a good point. I mean, the answer is simple. The PGA just doesn't have those rules in place. They let their guys, express their anger at a bad shot.
And if they decide to mic the goddamn players,
right?
Tiger's just out there in the middle of the fairway yelling at himself, but the network decided to mic him and then decided to air it.
Sure.
So
right.
Yeah, the network doesn't have to air it. You're right. They can go on a delay and beep it.
Right.
Yeah.
And finally, Pete in Jersey before the break. Pete, make it quick because we really got to stop here.
Pete.
Hey, boys, what's up? Good morning. Long-time listener. I guess I got nothing. Those two Yenta coaches just wore me out listening to them whine. It was like some retard version of Mike and Mike in the morning.
The one guy was good, though. I mean, at least he wasn't a baby. Just the Frank, I think, is just a baby.
How many kids drive a Lincoln Navigator? That was a good one.
That's right.
I just love you guys, man. I'm coming off a 24-hour shift. I was driving home, and you guys cracked me up, especially Jimmy. Love listening to you guys.
Thank you.
I was going to volunteer to be your medical correspondent. A lot of times medical shit comes up on the show, and you guys need a little backup knowledge.
We have Dr. Steve. He's going to get real mad at you.
He's the man.
Oh, fuck Dr. Steve. We'll meet in the parking lot. The best guy wins.
All right. Well, next time Dr. Steve's on, you call and you can go at it with him. And if you could beat him, then maybe we kick Dr. Steve to the curb.
Chains and knives.
All right, brother.
In the parking lot.
All right, boys.
All right, man. Right on.
Holy Jesus.
There you go. Well, I like that those two guys went at it though, because that's what's going on out there. You do have coaches that want everyone to play and everyone feels special, and then you have other coaches that no, man, we want to fucking win the game.
Yeah, Frank seems like one of those coaches that is like, oh well, we'll sacrifice a victory just as long as everybody gets to play.
Man, I'm not a fan of that.
It's like there's competition is part of competition.
And that's why, by the way, all these college students are jumping out windows because they've never been taught how to lose. They've never been taught that things aren't going to go their way.
Right.
So what's happening is, and it's all this great coaching where it allows everybody to play and no one loses and there's no consequences and it's a timeout. Nothing ever hurts. And then they get into college, you dumb parents, and they have no idea how to handle failure or real pressure.
Yeah.
Or conflict. They don't know how to do it because all your fucking shitty parenting and all of your fucking patting them on the head and coddling when they're alone at college, they don't have that. So what are they doing? They're throwing themselves off the fucking balcony because they cannot handle the pressure that they're facing.
I kind of like that point.
So it's all that shitty fucking no score kept.
Yeah.
That to me is the mentality that is forcing these. Honestly.
It doesn't make sense because in the real world, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Complete opposite.
Go for a job interview and be unprepared. You're out.
You
don't
so
get it.
out.
You don't get it.
Not everyone gets the job.
But I guess
you got to learn early how to compete.
I think that
be the best you could be. But I mean, when you have these these leagues where everyone plays.
Bullshit.
They don't keep score. I really, it's one of the things I find so insane out there. So fucking insane.
I think to me, it's because the parents are lousy and they're fucking lazy, and they don't want to tell their kids that there is dignity in losing, and it's okay to lose the game.
They don't want to see their kid hurting. I understand that, but that as a parent is something you got to deal with and get past. So instead of like dealing with real hurt that your kid is feeling because he sucked in a game, it's like, no, man, I can't handle that. We got to find a league where everyone plays and everyone is a winner in the end. That's just crazy because you're not preparing your kid for the real world.
And what they're doing is overemphasizing the importance of the sport by doing that, because they can't say to the kid, the sport is just, it's fun. It's nonsense. The fact that you lost 8-0 means nothing. It's irrelevant. They have to make it look like the sport is the important thing. So no score can, you understand? Like the fact that if the kid's hurting because he lost, how about being a good parent and picking the kid up and telling him it's so unimportant that you lost? The fact is you gave it a shot. How about emphasizing that? You gave it a shot and you came up short, but coming up short's not the important thing. It's the fact that you gave it the shot.
Right.
That's your shitty parenting out there.
Plus
your
you're-
lazy fucking parents.
Plus, you also learn what you're good at. But if your kid is sitting there thinking he's really good at baseball because everyone's a winner and there's no one's keeping score, this kid you're doing him a disservice. He's never going to learn that maybe he could have been the next fucking great musician or the next great writer or the next great
Find out what you suck at.
fucking Broadway actor. I don't know. You know,
Absolutely.
You do have to learn what you suck at when you're growing up. That's what we did.
You know why I didn't fucking pitch in high school and in college? Because I found out I wasn't good at it when I walked in 8 runs without getting a batter out. I found out the hard way. And you know what? The coach didn't say, hey, Jimmy, your feelings are important. You should pitch the next game, because the fucking outfielders were out there for 3 hours. Nobody acknowledged my dog shit performance. I never pitched again, as I shouldn't have.
And listen to this.
God, I'm so sick of these fucking parents, man.
Mick in Jersey. Mick.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Just another touch on your point there is my daughter last year got a participation trophy, which is even worse than everybody playing on the team.
Now, can I ask you something? Does the daughter bring that home, and is she proud of it because she doesn't know any better, or do you tell her like?
She
go ahead.
brought it home, and my wife and I explained to her how she shouldn't have got it, and we threw it in the garbage.
Thank
It's
God.
just for participating.
Good.
You get a trophy? No.
What's so special about that?
Nothing.
What is special about a participation trophy? There's something else you could give every kid at the end of the year that makes them feel good that they were, part of this fucking team. But to give everyone a trophy is bizarre.
And this is where I think this is why I was calling Frank phony. This is the phony shit. Getting everybody to play. It's not about the kids. It's about the fucking parents in the stands that cannot handle when their kids don't play. These are the same asshole parents that fucking fight at soccer games. They scream at the umpires, "That was a goddamn strike!" These same shit parents cannot handle when their kids don't
their
play.
Kid isn't good enough to play.
They can't handle it.
So they can't handle it. Put my kid in. Well, no, he's not good enough. Fuck you. He's the best. No, he sucks.
Because they don't.
And by the way, he's gay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's holding the bats in his asshole. He got 9 of them. So to me, that's where that phoniness comes in. It's not about all the kids. It's a bunch of fucking parents whose egos are bruised when their kids are shit.
It's amazing that they got that accomplished out there, though, because it is rampant, man.
They got sick of parents screaming.
It is every fucking where. I have a lot of nephews and nieces in sports, and it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. I told you the one with the fucking football, where if the team is up to too much, the offense has to fucking sit out until the team comes back.
Yeah,
sure,
it's great.
Or the defense, how do they? Whatever, but they sit. I guess they sit their offense. Sure, that was scoring all the points, and now the offense. They're basically being penalized for being really good at the sport.
Yeah.
Now they have to sit out. So as a young kid, wouldn't you like hold back a little bit because you want to keep playing? And what is that teaching anybody?
Nothing. It just shows the parents, hey, look, your kid got to play. That's all it's about is the parents. So stop with the phony altruism with kids.
Right.
It's you fucking arrogant, annoying parents.
You should teach your kid good sportsmanship. I mean, when you fucking kick the ass out of another team, you should fucking show some sportsmanship and all that shit.
Go,
but,
ha, 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 ha.
Kathy.
Put a
Kathy
booger on his mouth.
Pennsylvania. Kathy.
Yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
Ooh.
Hey, I just wanted to, you guys are talking about sports. How about teachers that are told, even if they didn't hand in anything, you still got to give them a grade. They can't fail.
Right.
Yeah, that's happening in schools now.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is happening in schools where they're sort of getting away with grading.
Yeah.
They're kind of getting away with it,
from
Anthony.
zero.
Because kids can't take it that they might have failed something.
Yep. They
Wow.
can't get zeros.
That's why
Give them the
fucking
lowest
China's going
grade.
to take over the goddamn world.
Thank you,
You know, those little bastards are still competing and fucking, making it
course.
hurt.
Working in factories,
Right.
lead paint.
I'm out of
They're all
Connecticut.
strong.
When I was playing Pop Warner football, for 5 or 6 years, we won maybe 3 games total. And you learn how to win from losing. It taught me how to suck it up and be a human being. You know, the world's just not going to hand you everything.
Right. Well, that's why this is not good. Because when they get into the real world, they realize it's not like how they thought it was when they were playing all these sports where everyone wins and everyone gets to play.
Yeah.
And, you're doing your kids a disservice. You really are.
They had to build a fucking glass partitions in the library at NYU because students were throwing themselves off the top, and that is, my opinion, a direct result of this annoying. Everybody is equal parenting because it does not train them for real pressure. They don't know how to handle it.
I like your point, Jimmy. I wonder if the suicide rate has gone up to a level where it would make sense.
We just hear about it all the time now in colleges. There's so much stress put on it. This is the first time they've ever had to compete. They're competing for jobs. They don't get the right scores. They don't get into the right grad school. They don't get into the right grad school. They don't get the right job.
Right.
They didn't have to compete growing up.
They're like, what is this feeling? This is weird. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't understand this feeling because no one taught this to me when I was younger. Dan in Atlanta. Dan.
What up, dude?
Hey, man.
2 years ago, 2008, Georgia State High School Football Championship was a tie game. They did not go into an overtime because they didn't want anybody to feel like a loser.
That's so stupid.
These kids are starting in at Ohio State University and University of Georgia right now, and it was almost a mockery, you know?
Right. Is that really true? That sounds completely crazy.
Google it.
All right, Google it. All right, we can continue with this. We should take a break, though. The phones are now fucking lit. My daughter got a 9th place ribbon for running track, and she never crossed the finish line. You don't even have to finish the sport to get a fucking trophy.
9th place
You don't even
ribbon.
have to finish.
They only go to 3rd. I mean, really.
You can just sit on the bench and go, you know what? Just give me the last place
ribbon.
trophy.
Yeah.
Looks just as good as the first place trophy, so why bother? All right, wow, we got you guys fucking calling now. Holy shit. All right, we'll take a break. Maybe we'll continue with this and get into some other things.
You know who disrespected the game that we'll talk about or disrespected his sport? Anderson Silva. That's the guy who disrespected his sport.
Wow, now that's a hell of a tease. UFC 112 from Abu Dhabi.
Dana White very angry.
Yeah, we got some Dana White audio that
Yes.
we absolutely got to play.
Love Dana.
And I'm angry at the NHL, so there you go. We got a lot of teases going into break. Stay there.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 8 new voice messages. First voice message.
I just wanted to give a big shout out to my boyfriend, who is also the father of my daughter, whom I almost died giving birth to. I wanted to tell him and the girl he's been fucking behind my back to go fuck themselves over and over again, and I hope that they get paid and fucking die. Fuck you all.
Next message.
I want to give a big fuck you to my asshole. I just shit myself while I was pumping gas. I guess my ass isn't that watertight. Now I still have to drive home. Fuck my shitty asshole.
Next message.
I want to send a motherfucking FU out to Carrie, you cunt, for stealing my fucking cell phone in the middle of the night just because I said you were too old for me and I didn't want to be with you. You fucking bitch, you're causing so many problems. I hope you drive into a fucking wall. Fuck you.
Next message.
Just want to give a big FU to that fucking bird who decided to fly into my goddamn windshield today at work. I had to pull over in the fucking rain to clean your fucking cunty insides off my goddamn window. Fuck you.
Next message.
I just left that fucking fuck you, Carrie, for stealing my cell phone. One more thing. Give me back my fucking phone. Fuck!
Next message.
Happy anniversary, honey. A year and 2 months of being my girlfriend, and I find out after looking at your phone that you're saying I love you to another man for over 2 months now. Fuck you.
Next message.
Hey, I want to give a big F you out to my ex-girlfriend who claimed that she was raped by some dude while we were still together. And 2 weeks later, found out she was still fucking a guy. Fuck you, you dirty fucking cunt.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to give a big fuck you to these tree-hugging, yuppie douchebags that think it's a good idea to ride their fucking bike on a rush hour road in the middle of rush hour. Get a fucking car. Fuck you.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
And now, the Opie and Anthony Show is now back. On the virus. Sirius XM.
What's up, everyone?
Groovy. Pretty 80s. 80s sounding.
It's Muse.
Wow.
I like the Muse. God damn, I'm trying to eat. Trying to eat.
Yeah, I know. Just like, mowed down on my my salad. Had a nice, fun weekend.
What you doing?
Well, the wonderful Borgata sent me a birthday present. They send me little birthday gifts and things like that. So the UPS guy comes in, and I got this big box. I open it up, and there's one of those HP touchscreen computers. Ever see those things? It's a computer, but you touch the screen, and it's got like a, like a iPhone screen touch thing, You could just move things around with your fingers on the monitor. Yeah, right there.
Wow.
That's what they gave me.
They must have missed
Said,
my
"Happy
birthday."
birthday.
Yeah.
Anthony.
My birthday's coming up. What the fuck?
It was real nice.
It's nice.
And so I was just like hanging around thinking, why don't I just go? Why don't I just go down there? So I called up Keith, and he arranged everything. They send the car, and went there. Got there Saturday afternoon, stayed until about Sunday afternoon, and had a great time. I was a little more controlled this time than I'd normally been in the past. I find I can now. I'm very self-conscious of going, blackjack, and 7, please. So I'm kind of just like, 7, please. Because all I think of is Jimmy making fun of me. So I can't do that. But
So basically, you bought yourself a computer.
yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then it got to the point. One dealer was just dealing me crap cards and just pulling the magic cards out of their ass. And I was like, Jesus Christ, can you deal me something? And I've just been pounding him like this for a while. And he turns around to me and goes, you want the cards, or should I get you a box of tissues? And I just start laughing. He's calling me a crybaby.
Were you crying? Were you crying a little bit?
I was like, come on, these cards, they suck.
That must have been
What's wrong with you?
Must have been a bad run at that point.
Oh, it was. It was just like sucky cards. I keep getting 14s, and he's showing a 4, and
14s are nice.
Oh, are they?
No?
Yeah, because I pull a 10 every single time.
Oh.
Unless, of course, I will pull a 10 on a 12 every time. But the dealer has a 12. There it is, an 8 or a 9, and then there's a 10. It is amazing to watch how often they just pull hands out that you can't pull out. And then you double down and on an 11, and you pull an ace. It just kept happening. But yeah, the guy telling me I needed tissues.
That's pretty funny.
Because I was just whining, whining to him.
But what they wanted to happen happened.
What?
They give you a birthday gift. You weren't thinking of going to the
No,
Brigada.
I wasn't at all.
All of a sudden, you get this fine birthday gift, and you go, you know what? I'm going to the Brigada. And of course, they're hoping at that point you go down there and just lose a shitload.
Exactly. which I did at the beginning.
Do you think they really care that it was your birthday?
Yes. I'm very nice to them.
But do you think they really care that it's your birthday?
No, they want me to come down
Okay,
there.
good. At least you know that.
They want me to come down there.
At least you know the game that you're involved with.
Great. They give me the same suite every time.
Nice suite,
The
right?
Same one. Like
Yeah.
same room number and everything.
So you feel like you're at home.
It is.
I'm
we
home.
walked in and we're like, I feel like we're home.
I'm home.
This is fantastic. And then Keith decided to put meat spin up on the computer the whole time, even when the butlers and stuff and like people would come in and meat spin. What was the final count of meat spin, Danny?
I think it was up to somewhere around 150,000 spins.
150,000 spins. It was spinning all day and all night long.
Wow.
Much to everybody's enjoyment.
Yeah.
Just watching meat spin along. And they treat me very nicely over there. It's nice, but you're right. I probably wouldn't have gone unless I'd gotten that birthday present and then thought, yeah, let me just go.
You know what? We should just go down there right now.
Right.
No, I mean
Yeah.
the Borgata. I mean, as far as Atlantic City goes, damn.
Yeah.
They do a great job.
Place
Oh my
is
god.
great. Place is great.
Absolutely.
And then I was like, I can never just go in there and win right off the bat. It's like a constant battle of having to come back from a deficit. I can't win. Like, I can't step in, sit down at a blackjack table, and just start winning. I end up in the hole all the time.
I think you do that on purpose because
Dig
you like to
out.
have something to fight for.
Is that what it is?
No. It's not what it is.
I would love to just be able to, like, go, wow, look at that. I won right off the bat.
But see, that doesn't bother you. Like, I think when people are real down,
Yeah.
they walk away. But you hang in there.
I
you
have
fucking
to,
hang
I
in
have
there.
to hang in. And
That takes
go.
balls, man.
And Keith was saying, he goes, you know how this always works? He goes, you'll just lose, and then in the morning you'll just start winning when the casino's empty at that point. Like I
Keith tells you that every time.
I was
huh?
there.
That's
Oh,
good.
oh, yeah.
That's great.
I was there
because that's how it works. It's like that. It's going to work that way every single time.
Well, knock wood, it has.
Well, I understand.
Because I was playing all night long and just.
But you
losing
do realize
miserably.
that too is a coincidence.
Oh yeah,
You've had a nice run.
Of course.
Where you're
I'm not-
down and then you start winning in
That's
the
why
morning.
It's called gambling.
Right.
You know what's going to
All right,
happen.
as long as you understand.
I got to leave just going, holy shit, I got taken. I've left down, but thank God not that often, which is good.
I love the Borgata. I win every time I go there because I'm working.
You work.
And they
and
pay
they-
me. And I spend a little of video poker. I'm not good at it. But I tell you, one time I won myself $70 playing video.
Wow.
That made you very happy too.
I'm not. Anthony's a whale. I'm a piece of minnow shit. I'm lucky they give me a room there with as little as I gamble. They give me a nice suite. They really, if life was fair, they'd put me at the Tropicana in a regular room.
It really depends how much you gamble. Because we
Oh,
do go
yeah.
there, a few times a year, and man, I don't get the treatment it gets.
Oh,
Not
it's
even
amazing.
close.
They let us go shopping.
Not even close. I can't even get a fucking reservation at one of the restaurants.
Can I tell you,
I gotta wait just like anyone else would wait.
It's April.
Yeah.
And I've gambled already so much at the Borgata that I think by the end of the year I'll have the black card.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get the black card this year.
I don't even know what a black
Yeah.
card is.
You
That's
have
how
to-
sad. That's how sad I am.
There's the red
I don't
card,
even
which
know.
everyone gets when you first
I don't even
get
have
there.
a red card.
Then there's the black
They ask
card.
me every time, like, I don't need a card. I'm just playing a little
Oh, you
fucking.
give
You
me
need a card.
Ah,
Give me a
for
card.
what?
You got to
For
earn
what?
you got to earn your
points.
comp dollars.
The comp dollars and stuff.
I'd rather be on the outside looking in.
And then there's the black card. But
I don't
then
want them
there's
dragging me in.
The
You know how much La Perla
titanium
I got?
card.
Yeah.
Which I've only seen one other person with.
You have it?
Yes. The titanium card, which...
You have a titanium card?
Yeah.
What does
yeah.
that give you?
Oh, my God. Apparently everything.
No,
It's
for
just,
what does it give you?
More comp dollars.
So,
Yeah.
do you pay for your meals or anything like that?
Oh.
She doesn't pay for
Danny.
anything.
Anthony.
We sat there eating surf and turf like kings. Surf and turf yesterday.
He doesn't pay
Just
for anything.
giant lobster tails and filet mignon, and it's just like, boop, just sign your name.
Really?
He doesn't
Oh,
pay
yeah.
for anything.
Great.
Jesus.
And then they give you like money to go shopping with.
That you have to like earn from gambling and
You're
stuff.
in the
But I mean, you gamble so much that your card is always maxed out.
They just don't. Yeah, they send a limo from the Borgata to my house to pick me up, then go back to the Borgata, and then Borgata back to my house.
Jesus, that's
to just have me come down there. So I sleep in the limo. It's nice. And I wake up. I go to sleep in the limo. I wake up and it's like, oh, I'm here. It's time to gamble.
That hotel has some vibe about it, man. I've been in a lot of them, and the Borgata has a fucking weird. It's like you always feel good when you're there.
Oh,
it's like I love being there, dude. I love being there.
I've been saying that since like the first time. I feel I've been to a bunch of casinos, and that when I'm in that place, it's a completely different feeling from anywhere else I've ever been. Jim's completely right.
So happy. And last night,
it feels like Vegas is jumping for a second.
Absolutely.
It feels like you're in a Vegas hotel, even though you're in
Atlantic City
and shitty fucking Jersey.
They really figured out how to get.
And
that
there's other
Vegas
hotels
feel.
down there, and I don't want to point any out because I don't want to piss anyone off, but they're shit.
They haven't done anything to
They're
them in years
shit.
since they built them in the
And,
70s.
and when you're
or
in
something.
those hotels, you realize exactly where you are.
Yep.
Not in the nicest town.
Oh, God is great. They had what was it? Saturday night. That club opens up. Murmur, it's called, and all you see are beautiful girls dressed in little fucking dresses that are skin tight.
You'd think it was the Pimp Awards or whatever.
Dude, it was the largest collection of hot chicks I've seen in one place. We were just standing there, just gawking. Beautiful.
Just everyone's at least an 8, all short skirts, high heels. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
all night long. All
They're
night long.
Drunken. One chick was ready to fall down. You see that guy that was like holding that girl?
Not
up?
only was that girl so incredibly drunk, and that was early in the night. That was like 9, 10 o'clock. I saw her later on in the night. And I was like, is that the same girl? And it was. And it was like hours and hours later. Still
She's a
hammered,
trooper.
falling down.
What a trooper. She
Great
hung
place.
in there. It really is. I love it. So I had a good time. Except the dealer calling me a crybaby. But, that happened.
You can take that, though.
And then I look at my...
You've told them a thing or two over the years.
Of course. I look at my watch, and it finally started... The tide started turning, I think, at about 6 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Wow.
I've been going from Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon, actually. And, that's when the tide started turning. Finished up at about, 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. And then...
when did you start playing? Early afternoon, late afternoon?
Yeah, about 6 o'clock on Saturday
With
evening.
little breaks, but for the most time, you're down there the whole time,
Yeah,
right?
not really taking any breaks.
Wow.
I took a dinner break so we could all have our surf and turf. That was fun.
Did you go up and take a nice sleep in that beautiful bed upstairs?
The bed was never touched.
You didn't sleep in that bed?
I was.
That hotel is the shit.
I know. I've slept in that bed many times, but the last night and yesterday was just all about sitting in an uncomfortable casino chair.
I can't do anything but relax when I'm there. I swear to God, I do. I sleep my fucking face off.
Just turn the TV on and fall asleep watching something.
I walked in. Hello, Mr. Norton on the TV.
Yes, your TV tells you hello.
I was so happy. I was all
great.
fancy.
The butler comes up and opens my bottles of Bud Light.
Jesus. I bet you one of his arms looked like Schwarzenegger.
Big Popeye arm.
Yeah.
One Popeye arm. Very nice. Jesus.
It was great. Just had a good time. I want to say thank you to all the people down there. It was great.
Will you come when I'm there again?
Yes.
Because it makes me feel important when you come.
I will definitely.
They really
I
think
love
I'm a
it.
fancy man.
Love being down there.
Yeah, what happened to the private jet? Sean in Georgia wants to know.
I don't think.
Didn't you get on the jet one time?
That was for
Somebody-
Mohegan.
For Mohegan?
Yeah.
See, you got to put that out there because now, Borgata's going to be like, fuck that. I'm getting a fucking helicopter for
Keith does
Mr.
that.
Cumia.
Keith apparently calls up Mohegan and is like, yeah, Borgata just, he just gave Anthony a nice computer for his birthday and went down there and that. And then Mohegan's got to come to the table.
Do you still go there?
Yeah. We go up there. Not as much as Borgata because it's just easier. But if, they hook me up with the jet, then it's easy.
They could have had you there with the jet if they didn't put 8 other stops.
8 stops.
Did they have a bunch of stops in the jet from Mohegan?
No.
For other people?
No, it was bad weather, so we had to circle around for a long time. over the Long Island Sound. Oh, it was terrible.
Really?
Oh, the plane was bouncing around and really like horrid weather. It's supposed to take 20 minutes to get from Republic Airport to the airport that's near Mohegan, and we were up there for well over an hour.
It's a 20-minute flight?
Yeah.
And wait,
it's nothing. It's right across the Sound.
They were it was bouncing?
Bouncing like crazy. The turns were frightening because we had to keep circling and circling. And every time he turned, we'd bounce around so much that you'd lose altitude and feel like... Whoop.
Were people scared?
No, we were all hammered. I think my mom, Sal, was in there. And, yeah.
Was it a nice jet?
Melinda. Yeah, it was nice, But it was...
was it like a regular plane?
Then,
was it like a corporate jet with like
Yeah.
nice fucking cushy chairs and shit?
No, it was your basic chairs and stuff. But the worst part was after we finally did land, and I swear I saw fog the entire way. Couldn't see anything except that flashing light that really glows in the fog out your window. Like it makes the whole outside light up.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw that, and then finally saw runway, and we landed. And then I see this large African-American gentleman taking the luggage out of the plane. And I'm like, oh, good. He puts it into the limo, and the limo takes us to the hotel. And he's taking it out. And then I realized he was the pilot.
What?
Yeah, he's the same guy that flies the plane, was doing the luggage. And then I'm just thinking, oh, my God, that guy looks like, he could be a bus driver and stuff. But landing in
pretty much
heavy
is,
fog.
though.
But you landed. You were okay.
Yeah.
You did a good job,
After
man.
a couple of attempts and circling around for an hour.
You went down and tried to come back?
I think he couldn't find the airport, to tell you the truth. We were convinced he lost the airport and had to,
He lost sight of it?
reacquire. Yeah, because we were circling around for a while, just kind of looking for things, I think.
You ever been
it was pretty scary.
You ever been in a plane, you're looking out the window, and you're assuming you're in the middle of the clouds, which I guess you basically are, and then the next thing you see is the fucking ground is like 50,
like,
60 feet. You're like,
right
what
there.
the
You
fuck?
finally dropped out of the
I
clouds.
thought we were still, 10,000 feet in the air?
Yeah, that's creepy.
That's
what
real
happened to the
creepy, too.
Polish airline.
Well, yeah.
Must have thought it was a little clearer at a little lower altitude.
Yeah, well,
And, whoopsie.
Did he treat your luggage well, at least? He didn't throw it around, right?
No. He actually picked it up, put it right in the trunk very nicely. I didn't trip on it or anything.
It's important.
I don't own American Tourister.
Sounds like a good weekend, Ant.
It was fun. It was definitely a fun little weekend down there at the Borgata.
I did nothing but watch sports. It was a
I
good
watched a
sports
little
weekend.
in the room. We watched some of the Open. I watched some of the Yankees trouncing of the Rays, which was good. And
You didn't watch hockey?
No hockey.
The NHL, they got to wake the fuck up. So you got the Rangers and the Flyers. Last game of the season. Whoever wins goes into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Big, huge fucking game, right?
Of course.
The game ends in a tie, so they have to go to a shootout to decide who goes into the playoffs. That's
that's
horse shit.
Comes down to a coin toss.
I understand
pretty much.
regular season, you do that. I still think they should have a 10-minute overtime, whatever. I'm not a big fan of the shootout as much as I was at first. But to have it come down to a shootout to see who goes into the playoffs is so dumb. The NHL should have stepped in. I don't even know if they could have and said, look, okay, if this game is going to decide the whole thing, we got to play a long overtime here to decide this.
Who went?
The Flyers beat the Rangers in a shootout. I'm not a Rangers fan, but I feel kind of bad for Rangers fans because it just doesn't seem fair that it came down to a shootout after that great hockey game yesterday.
Yes.
So,
I have a big day tomorrow.
Is that really going down?
Hell yeah.
Have you been in contact?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've been texting.
Penthouse Pet of the Year Taylor Vixen was in on Friday. Jimmy, you missed a good one. She was a fucking trooper, man. She was all right.
Yeah, very cool.
And Ann set up a
going
date.
We're going out to dinner tomorrow night.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah.
Good. I did hear that.
What's the name of that place? I got to get reservation.
McDinald's or
McDinald's, that's it. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wait, you've been in contact? Anything you could share or what? Just little small
just
talk?
Your basic, making the plans, kind of, a couple of emoticons that are cool.
Oh, really?
Just things like that.
How do you zig heil on emoticons?
It's very difficult.
I was
But
thinking
you
of
got to use the slash, and then
I was thinking the one with the heart on.
the boner one.
Yeah, they should have a boner one.
Boner emoticon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny, could you make some reservations for that place?
Where?
For tomorrow at 8:30. I don't know the name of the place. Forgot what it was.
8:30, but you have to get up for a morning show.
Brazilian
Isn't that
place.
a little late to go to fucking dinner?
I have my.
The Brazilian place?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have my priorities.
Is it in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where it is. It's fucking. I'm gonna show up with my chick, and we're gonna fucking eyeball you.
Yeah.
I know exactly where it is.
That'll be fun.
That's a great place.
Oh yeah, I know exactly where it is. It's a tremendous place.
Yes, yes. Let's see. Yep. That's the name of it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's the one with the paddle? That's the place with the paddle, right? You keep it green. If you
Yeah.
want them to keep bringing you meat products, make sure she eats a lot of meat.
A lot of meat products.
A lot of meat.
She said she's from Texas. She eats meat.
All right. And then when you finally can't take it anymore, you go red.
Is that it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then if you go with a bunch of guys, then the next day you talk about how great your shits are. Because
No.
that's all you do the
I don't
next
think
day.
I'm looking for that.
Just have
to tell you
big,
the truth.
huge fucking meat shits.
I don't think I'm looking for that.
My cousin, last time he went, we had a get-together of cousins and a couple uncles. My cousin had a shit on the Long Island Railroad on the way home. That's how much meat he ate. He couldn't even wait till he got home.
God damn.
He fucking blew up the Long Island Railroad bathroom on the train.
Yeah.
Just couldn't wait to get the meat to get the fuck out of his body.
Oh.
I was bummed I couldn't see this girl.
Yeah. Well, you pop a picture up. There are
Let's
quite
see.
a few nudie pictures.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she's going to become a friend of the show, and
Quite a set.
and you guys go out tomorrow. So
Quite a set of cans on her.
so just texting back and forth, a little just setting up the whole thing.
There you go.
Jesus. Boy, is she going to break your heart. Let me see her totally nude.
Wait, that's her.
Guess
That's
you're
not the same girl that was in here.
Yeah, her?
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah, she got different looks depending on her hair color.
Very lovely girl.
Yeah, she looked different when she was in here.
Oh, did she?
She's very
I
lovely.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Got a nice
she's aight.
big. I like that picture in the jeans.
She's
the jeans
Oh,
opened
look
up.
at that vagina. Excuse me, she's your
Yeah.
girl, but
No, it's
Wow.
not my girl.
she's fantastic.
Excuse me, she's your. God damn, Jimmy! Look
at those-
that.
Are
Is
those
that a
real
hot
breasts?
picture?
Yeah, they are.
Holy shit.
She's
Yeah.
like 26, 27.
Yeah.
She had the start of a hemorrhoid, though, that we had to point out on Friday.
Who brought that up? Patrice?
Yeah, we both
Looks like a
were
baby-
discussing her
He was
hemorrhoid.
looking at a picture, one of her pictures, and goes, I think I see a little baby knuckle coming out of baby knuckle.
We told her with proper diet she could probably take care of that problem, though. So
She's fucking hot, man.
Look at that. Look at the close-up. How close can we get to that vagina and hiney hole on the picture?
Wow,
Danny?
that's nice.
And he's zooming right in.
I would lick, hold on, I would lick from her knee socks all the way up to the back of her scalp.
Yes.
I will never say this after tomorrow. Once your love has been cemented. Only now.
yeah,
I
get
will
it all
say
in now, Jimmy.
God, I want to
Jesus.
fuck her ass and mouth in that order. No disrespect. After tomorrow, I handshake or high
Take it.
five all
It's
day.
Totally fine.
She is lovely.
She's got a little dirt in the hiney hole, just a little,
I like that.
So, you know,
just a
whatever
little
that
to
is.
say,
Lets
hey,
know where you are.
I'm a real girl.
Lets you know where you are.
Just a little dirt. There's the little fucking. She was really mad when we pointed that out on Friday.
You know, the middle of a dartboard is red, so you know where
That's
to
right.
shoot for, Opie.
That's right.
So you
No,
got to, you know.
I'm saying a little dirt's okay. You just don't want a lot of fucking dirt.
You know what it is? She probably during the shoot had to run up and just fire a log out real quick.
Ah, there you
and
go.
ran back
Yeah.
in. I respect that.
Yeah.
I can never look at this picture after tomorrow. Once you're in love.
Once I'm in love?
Yeah.
So is she psyched for the date?
I don't.
This penthouse pet of the year?
Yeah.
In the latest penthouse, we should give her a little plug. Taylor
little
Vixen.
plug.
It's
I
Taylor
just
Vixen
figure-
on Twitter.
I
One
figure,
word.
how many times am I going to get to actually go on a date with the penthouse pet of the year?
I can answer that once.
Once, exactly. That's what I figured.
You know,
so
Lydia's on the
I
line.
best do that.
And you know what?
really?
I agree with Lydia.
Wow.
And I hate to say that today, but I agree with you, Lydia. Go ahead.
What did she say? They're going to find Anthony dead in a hotel room with fucking Brazilian meat on his face? His wallet gone?
Wallet gone.
Yeah.
Kidneys cut out.
Yeah, exactly. Are you secretly hoping this is some kind of elaborate setup? That would be hilarious.
I do, but I hope that she's a member of a new website called GetYourDateRapedByBlacks.com.
And they film the whole thing.
Yeah, and they just fuck Anthony's butthole really hard while he's vomiting fucking Brazilian food into the tub.
Not even into the toilet, into the tub.
No, I hope they fucking handcuff him to the fucking the tub somehow, and he fuck his butt really hard. He's vomiting half-eaten rice and lots of bourbon.
He's trying to shit out meat. They're pushing it back in with their huge cocks. Hey, Lydia, go ahead.
Fucked in the ass.
Lydia.
I think you should rethink the Brazilian barbecue for a penthouse pet of the year. It's not.
You're wrong.
Yeah, why are you picking the Brazilian place? Because I agree with Lydia, actually.
Because
there's a lot of great steak places
that suggested it.
All right,
she wants to go there.
This place is tremendous. It has one of the cleanest ratings for any restaurant in New York.
The only problem is you go there to eat a lot.
Yes.
So if you're on a first date, there's many other places you could go.
It's a great restaurant because you can get up, you go get your own stuff. It's not
yourself.
a fucking.
The salad bar alone is unbelievable. You don't even need the meat after the salad bar. What they give you up there.
That's one of my favorite restaurants.
It has everything. The salad bar has everything you could imagine.
Yeah.
And then you sit down and start ordering. Well, they bring the meat until you say no.
Yeah, Lydia, if you've never been there, this place is phenomenal. It's a great restaurant.
But everyone off the street is there. You should really take her to that beautiful restaurant. I don't want to say the name, right where you work.
No, they're not all off there. They're not all off there.
Del Frisco's downstairs.
This is better than Del Frisco's.
Del
Frisco's one of my favorites.
Del Frisco, she wants Brazilian food.
This is a better place, Lydia.
Why am I going to take her to a place she doesn't want to go?
No,
that's a great first
you're
impression.
100% right. I didn't know she wanted to go there. You're 100% right.
I would have chosen this place.
Okay. I just think Del Frisco's is a great impression. Adrian's on the top of the peninsula.
When did you ever make a great impression,
Lydia? And fuck, Del Frisco's is good, but it went a bunch of guys with ties. It's a bunch of these Wall Street bores.
Yeah, stop it.
That's true.
I just want to.
I want to have a great time. Never mind.
I just want to be
have a
seen
great
with
time.
a penthouse pet of the year. Would you stop?
Exactly.
Where the fuck we eat?
All right, Lydia.
Bye.
I love this restaurant, man.
I want to see the picture that Danny had up there before. That's where I want to eat.
And the best service in any restaurant
was in the restaurant
at the Y. You want to eat at the Y?
Oh.
All right, very good. So the date's on. We were all wondering. So you and Taylor Vixen from Penthouse,
game on,
going out tomorrow night.
I thought of Anthony last night because I was watching this special on after the Valkyrie attempt on Hitler's life.
Yeah.
The trials that they had.
Oh boy, were they? At least they were given the proper justice and rights.
Ugh.
And
Danny's spoiled meat farts.
Oh God!
But no, they weren't, Anthony. They were not giving good trials at all.
Oh, they weren't. I thought they were given full due process of the law before they
fucking
shot and hung and chopped them up.
The judge was screaming at them.
Yeah, never a good sign.
I wish we had audio. Excuse me. This chair is too loud, by the way. A lot of you guys complain. This fucking judge was screaming at every defendant, calling the one guy he called a lump. He was just hollering, but he sounded crazier than fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
He was a really hardcore Nazi. See if you can find the Valkyrie trials or whatever. There's got to be audio of this judge.
The gall of them to try to kill Hitler. Oh.
But he was screaming at them.
Really?
And it was not fair.
No, it wasn't fair. And the guys, did you see the pictures of the guys just kind of standing there with their heads down like, all right, can we just get this over with and have me shot?
Yeah, I'm just trying to let's see if they have any of this guy yelling.
Overthrow the Nazi leadership.
Yes.
Acts of individual conscience at war with an overpowering national consensus.
I have to fast forward a little bit. Wait. You try it louder?
Caused me various problems. This guy's trying to plead his case. Yeah, talking about how he'd had some hard times.
Yes. The judge.
Boy.
You're really a filthy louse, the judge said. Are you cracking up? He's asking him.
This is giving me a boner.
This judge, I watched a whole bunch of him. Every
great.
one he would scream at that. You are a louse.
You're a louse. A lump.
This judge was fun. This was no Wapner.
Then they were just taken out and shot like instantly.
No, they hung them. A lot of the guys,
hang 'em?
but they hung them with a very, very thin wire, and so it would be a slower death.
Jesus.
Yeah, they didn't play games with these guys. They hung over 200 people they killed. 700 were put on trial. 200 were executed. And there was one general who was convicted of cowardice who was just shot, which was like a break to get shot.
Right?
And not hung slowly.
Wow.
Vince from Bayonne. Sounds like love talk from Anthony's bedroom. So.
Yeah, that's a little bedroom talk. Steve from Bayshore is translating for everybody, by the way.
So with the text going back and forth, what's your chances with this broad? Would you say going into this thing? Well, what are you feeling?
I don't know. I've learned over the years never to try to guess. You just don't know. You just don't know. So you go into it. That way you could, come out with no disappointments. Mm-hmm. That's all. I'm just looking forward to
having a good time.
A little dinner, a little arm candy.
Jesus. What do you think she's looking forward to? Because it ain't that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
looking at somebody drink.
Yeah, she's got fucking dinner and fucking an arm liverwurst.
Arm liverwurst.
Jesus. Of course, Stephen S. from Bayshore knows all about what you were just talking about there, Jimmy. Fun fact, less than a year later, that judge was killed in his courtroom during an air raid.
Oh, wow.
Oops.
So, all right, why don't we take a break? We got some UFC talk we got to do after the break.
Yes, we do.
It's like the worst thing ever.
It's just next to candy, it's the unsavoriest food.
Yes, of course.
Candy's so fun and delicious and fresh. Liverwurst is just like a lump of meat.
Yeah, why do we
in a tube?
Why do we still have liverwurst?
I love it, actually.
Now that we've invented other shit to eat, why would we still fucking produce liverwurst?
Liverwurst with some Swiss, with some mustard on some fucking rye bread.
Fuck out of here.
I'll eat that until I'm just re-shitting liverwurst. Liverwurst fucking rules.
Coming out like a tube
Liverwurst
out of your asshole.
sucks.
Dude, liverwurst fucking
sucks.
Hey, well, look at it.
Let me see.
Yeah, who would eat that unless they were poor?
Dude, you go to the Carnegie
Like
Deli.
I was when I was growing up and my mom bought it.
You eat liverwurst just
Fuck
like that,
liverwurst.
with mustard and a little slab of onion.
Get the fuck out of here.
You
When
know-
you could have a burger
Yes.
or a ham and Swiss.
I can picture how that tastes just looking at
It's
it.
delicious.
It's not good.
You're
No,
crazy.
not
It's
at
good,
all.
dude.
There's
No.
some type of pseudo bologna taste to it.
No, liverwurst is fucking great.
What is it made of? Liver
Yes, and whatever else.
and worst.
Yeah, and worst.
Liver and worse.
Liver's the worst.
And worse stuff.
It's
that we
really
can
good,
find
though.
From this stupid animal.
I love. I used to. Boy, my mother used to make me liverwurst,
Yeah.
and now I still eat it once in a while, but it's too fattening.
Oh, does it remind you of being a little boy? Why is it fattening?
I don't know.
It's a lot of crap in it, I bet. Right?
Oh yeah, it is. It's all the shit from the animal.
Garbage.
Basically, it's shit.
Yeah, I think it's the tail and fucking undigested shit ground up into a pink meat.
What animal does it come from?
The
I don't
Do
know.
we know?
Gorilla feet. I think it's the asshole of orangutans that die of cancer. They make this out of
Liverwurst.
They figure, what the hell? We'll make something out of this.
Oh, head cheese. That looks good.
Get the fuck
Look
out
at
of here with
head
your head
cheese.
cheese. No.
That's disgusting.
It's a gelatinous mess with
Who the
chunks
fuck would eat that?
of meat waste and
It's like,
pimento.
that's exactly what it is. It's just waste and like chunks of pig face.
Pig
It looks
Ugh,
like-
cheeks.
It looks like animal crackers stuck in vomit.
Oh, it really is disgusting. Head cheese.
It looks like like an aerial view. It almost looks like a meteor hit the Earth and everybody's just stuck in something. Like a cataclysmic event has happened and it's trapped everything in it. Head cheese is horrible.
And liverwurst isn't.
I
No,
don't
exactly.
know what liverwurst is. It comes from what? A pig?
I don't know. It's delicious, though. It's got a really great flavor. Again, you put a piece of Swiss on some liverwurst,
No.
little piece of onion, some mustard on rye bread.
No.
It's like coming.
Swiss is really good.
Of course it is. So is liverwurst.
No.
Cow's liver? No.
Whatever.
I don't
They
know.
mash it up in the
One thing I
back.
saw. They smash up a giant cow. You know how big a cow's liver has to be? Probably get a lot of liverwurst out of that.
Yeah.
Giant cow liver.
Yeah. They don't drink alcohol, so their livers are fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Liverwurst describes somebody in this room, what the doctor said to him. How's my body doing? Well,
liverwurst. You come in for a broken arm. He goes, broken arm, liverwurst.
Yeah, arm good, liverwurst.
Poor me.
Hey, I like that idea.
Poor me, you said.
Let's go to Mo in Bayshore.
Pour me.
Mo.
Pour me a drink.
Hey guys, I'm just calling. E-Rock should eat a piece of head cheese.
Yeah, could E-Rock eat some head cheese? Is head cheese...
He looks like he's made out of it.
Well, I remember when I used to work at a deli, me and a guy, I paid him $20 to eat a piece of head cheese. He couldn't even take like a small piece. It's really nasty. You guys should make E-Rock eat it.
Then why? Who the fuck's buying head cheese then?
Yeah, who eats that?
What is that, Danny?
Old people. Old people eat a lot of head cheese.
Yeah, because they have no taste buds left.
Danny's watching a video of them making head cheese, and they're just plucking meat off of a skull, taking brains out and everything else and putting it in a big pot.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
How about you fucking mic these people if you're making a video?
Disgusting.
Could we look up souse? S-O-U-S?
S-O-U-S.
I've never
What
heard
is
of
that?
souse.
Is that good stuff?
I think it's pronounced souse.
Making head cheese. Look at the eyeball. It's like a goat head. Ew. What's souse?
I don't know.
Looks like bukkake.
What is souse? You can't just look up souse, Mike, in Columbus.
There's some
you gotta
kind
tell
of
us what
cream,
it is.
and then there's sausage.
What the fuck is it?
Sausage. I don't know. Guy's an idiot.
We don't know.
I hate when
Sorry.
people- I hate when
Fucking
people
dead
do
end.
that.
I apologize. If you're going to try to turn us on to something, you got to give us more info. Mike just assumes we all know what souse is. Never heard of the fucking...
No.
Never heard of it before.
I've gotten soused. Look at the eyeball in that.
All right, that's where they're getting the shit for the head cheese. Get us some head cheese. Fucking E-Rock's got to try this shit.
Yep.
Where do we get head cheese at this time of the morning?
I mean, most delis have it, so it shouldn't be a problem to get our hands on.
But they're picking.
That's a nightmare.
Like Ann said earlier, they're picking the skull off of what
Is that a pig or a goat?
I can't even tell.
Look at all the shit they just took off of that head.
Jesus.
What do they do? They just fucking...
Salt it.
All right, this guy knows how to make head cheese. Brad in Mississippi. Brad.
Dude, I grew up on a dairy farm down here in Mississippi, and we make it. We used to make it. I'm older now, and I don't live there anymore. But we used to make it. Once you slaughter the pig, you cut their head off, and I guess y'all are watching a video of it now. But then you remove the brain because you want to scramble that in your eggs. You remove the tongue because you can cut that up and put that as a meat in a salad. And a lot of old folks do that.
Wait, people scramble the brains in the eggs?
Yes,
dude.
And
what's wrong
it
with
makes the eggs a little more greasy, I guess, is the way you would put it.
Get the fuck out of here!
I swear, man. I swear.
All right, E-Rock's got to eat scrambled eggs with fucking pig brains.
It's really. I mean, I tried.
That would be almost cannibalistic.
Because he's stupid.
And a pig.
And a pig, yes.
Let's get some head cheese immediately. Can we have one of these dumbbells go buy head
I'm
cheese?
getting the heebie-jeebies watching these videos.
Dude, this guy talking about how people take the tongue and put it in salads.
It's called. You just chop it up like you would chop up ham, dice up ham or something to put in your salad, and then you take out the. I don't know I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but the part of the ear that makes the wax, you dig down in the ear and you basically hollow the ear out. And you take out the gland or the organ that makes the wax for the ear because that'll make the head cheese bitter. And you take that out and throw that away. Throw the wax making.
Oh, thank God! Thank God! Someone said, "You know what? We don't have to eat everything."
Yeah, they actually throw something away.
Said this will make it taste
the
bad.
Pig wax gland isn't a delicacy.
Right.
When I was little, I remember looking over in a huge, like a number 3 wash tub, a big wash tub, and seeing about 4 hog heads being boiled, and the head's just kind of bobbing in the water that you boil it in, and then you take that once the head's boiled, you take it out, and then you pick off you pick it down to the skull, and then and actually, y'all aren't going to believe me, but it's really good. It's hot. It's really, really spicy, hot. Eat it with Ritz crackers. It's good stuff.
Head cheese.
Yes.
All right, we're in search of head cheese right now.
They're showing the Carnegie Deli, too. You should try there. They probably have it there.
What's the jelly stuff that holds it all together?
Yeah.
The fat of the head.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Head
the
fat.
of the head.
Oh, my God.
Let's put it together with head fat. Who thought this shit up? Let's use head fat.
Monday.
Doesn't it just make you angry?
Yes.
This just makes me mad.
Mondays thought this shit up.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get some head cheese and have E-Rock try it.
I'm telling you, look, if I could get it, if I could ship it up to you, I would. I've got probably
We
5 pounds in my freezer right
Yeah,
now.
we live in Manhattan. We can find some head cheese.
Yeah.
All right.
we'll
Thank
find
you.
it.
Thank you,
Punch it out,
Brian.
guys.
All right. Let's go to Mongo the trucker. Mongo.
You guys ever heard of haggis or what goes in?
Haggis?
No.
No, haggis.
Not you, Paul.
It's a Scottish dish. I have it like once a year. They grind up the heart, lungs, liver, and kidneys of a sheep, and they stuff it into the stomach with oatmeal and spices, and then you bake it.
How is it?
Sounds great.
It's actually not bad.
Yes, it is.
See, you should never eat something that's not bad. There's plenty of shit to eat out there. Why would you add a not bad thing to your diet?
Yeah.
It's a traditional. I mean, it's a Scottish dish, and I'm Scottish, Scottish heritage, so it's kind of a I don't know. So you get drunk and have a lot of scotch, and then it goes down easier.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is that a blood sausage? We're just now watching fucking food being made. What is that?
Watching how they squeeze it into a sleeve.
It's Modern Marvels. This is the history of cold cuts, and they're making head cheese.
And that is just like stomach
salami too, right?
Yeah. Well, this episode was all about cold cuts, but this particular part is about the head cheese.
It's amazing. Like they hold the fucking the casing around a little it looks like an ice cream dispenser, and all of this meat comes through, and it just stretches the casing out into a
big fucking.
All right, Mongo. Thank you.
Bye, Mongo.
Looking
Yeah, let's go to Wade in Virginia.
It's like a bunch of giant maggots.
Wade.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Hey, Wade.
big fan.
Thank you.
I wanted to tell you that there's when I was growing up, and the restaurant's still there. I don't know if it still serves it, but they had brains and eggs on the menu.
Would you eat brains and eggs ever, Ed?
No.
How about without the brains?
No. Oh, yes.
I never had the guts to order it. I was like 12, and I was like, no way.
That can't possibly be good.
Look at that.
What is that, head cheese?
How
Get the
fucking
fuck
disgusting.
outta here.
There you go. Liverwurst.
We have an ETA on our head cheese. Do they run out? All right. They're trying to find head cheese right now.
And E-Rock's going to eat it?
Hell
Of course
fucking
he is.
yeah.
I say he wears it on his head like earmuffs. 2 big slabs of head cheese held by animal fat. I want to slather his body in it.
Maybe we should ask Eric if he's had it before, because he might be a ringer.
You know what? You're right. He probably loves it.
That's true.
Yeah,
Or is stupid. Hey, E-Rock. Here he comes.
Just one of the alternative meats, guys.
E-Rock,
Yeah,
you ever have
thank
head
you.
cheese?
No.
What's the worst thing you ever ate?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Kidneys, liver.
Ew.
How about scrapple?
You ever eat scrapple?
Scrapple's not bad.
I've had. It depends
Scrapple's
who makes it. Scrapple is awful, but like in Pennsylvania, it's really popular.
Yeah, it is. Down in the
They love that
Some
shit.
places
Some
make
shoot
it
fire
really,
pine.
really good.
I've got my picture beside the manufacturing plant where they make that out in Delaware.
You know what head cheese is, E-Rock?
Yeah, it also depends who makes it, because like Boar's Head makes the head cheese, but it's in a gelatin. It's not made like what the video
fat?
game. Yeah, but the real old school, like the
We want old school head
European
cheese.
way is.
I want someone to go down to Chinatown and get some head cheese because they're doing some shit to it.
Or the Carnegie. The Carnegie will have real head cheese.
Yeah,
The Carnegie will be too easy though.
I think-
They'll probably have a nice version of head cheese.
I think Eric's forgetting about the boiled meat barbecue that took place on this show a few years back.
Well,
No,
because
there's worse than that.
That boiled tripe was probably the worst thing I ever had in my
God.
mouth. That was disgusting.
actually, the gooey duck was even worse.
Gooey
than
duck.
we had a great idea until the stupid lawyers forced us to boil everything, which made. In that case, it made the bit better because we were so fucking pissed at the lawyers. But then we're like, you know what? Boiled tripe. This can't taste good.
No.
You remember our program director at the time said the way to make the bit better is like just to make have animal noises, like while we're doing this to have pig sounds.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He actually said that?
No, she did. I'm not going to say her name.
I don't even know.
And also pig noises. And while that was
Yeah.
happening, you should have been playing like cow noises, like.
We had a few meetings about animal sounds,
Sound
during breaks.
effects. Yeah, they wanted more like sounds.
She wanted pig noises. We should have just played her voicemail.
Oh wow! She was the worst.
I wanted to fuck her though.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
She turned me on.
Really?
No.
Yeah, she did.
What? She was
The
just
witch
some
hair?
Scaggy fucking.
I thought she was sexy.
She got really mad at you because you made that comment about her being a witch that she turned to dust and then rats ran out of the room.
Did I say that?
Yeah. She talked about that for weeks, how she hated you.
What a great line. What a great.
Forgot about that one. Yeah.
I didn't remember saying. Did I say it to her?
She
You said it on the air.
collapses into dust, and then rats form and run out of the room.
Oh, well. I didn't remember saying that.
Oh, I remember hearing it.
Oh, fuck. Is that funny?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, Brian Miller. Thank you, sir. Listening to my first live O&A ever.
Really?
And we're not even having that. We're having an okay show. Plan on paying more to hear on Sirius.
Ah.
So we got a customer. Might never listen to Stern live again.
A convert.
Wow.
Got us a
Brian Miller,
convert.
thank you.
Why is my seat so loud?
What's going on?
Fans keep complaining. I apologize, but I
They
move
blame
a lot.
fucking me.
I jostle a lot.
It's Jimmy's stupid chair, so fucking tweet him. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, this too. Oh, this is actually quieter now. Okay, sometimes we move these things.
Make our noisy.
All right, so we'll get the head cheese for after the break, hopefully.
Yeah.
Are we done with this? Shepherd's pie is goat balls. Pretty nasty. We know
Shepherd's
that.
pie I never ate.
I won't eat that shit.
All that English stuff is really weird.
Chitlins, cow and pig intestines. Yeah.
English have the worst fucking food.
Yeah, it's-
No wonder they're colonizing the entire world. They're trying to find something palatable.
Something tasty besides just pig fucking innards.
Let's go to Leslie in
Ugh.
Philly. Leslie.
Danny's farts are terrible today.
Hey,
They smell
boy.
like head cheese is shitting.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I just wanted to let you know, when I was a little girl, I kind of lived in the suburbs of Philly, and Grandmom used to buy a half a pig every year around Christmas. And after the loin was gone and the chops and all that good stuff, it was scrapple time, which was basically, every part that you would never want to eat. And she was always especially happy when there was still some corn undigested left in the intestines, because it went right in the scrapple. And you know what? It was delicious.
people? Oh, God.
Madam, do you like shoe fly pie as well?
Yes.
What is that?
Terrible
it's
for
really,
you.
It is really sweet. What is it? It's got like
It's molasses.
Molasses.
And sugar and basically fat.
Let's talk about
So
molasses
you would
for a
eat
second.
pig shit.
Yeah, let's talk about molasses for a second. Worst spice ever.
You
Yeah.
don't like
Molasses sucks a dick.
I don't think I've ever had the need to use molasses
No.
for anything.
There's a few pussies I've wanted to throw a little molasses on, or truck tire rubber, anything that would remove the odor. Pardon me, madam. Would you mind if I dripped a little molasses on this wound you call a vagina?
Anything that would remove the guilt.
I think it's infected.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Leslie. Thank you for that.
Bye.
Yeah, we know. Stryker, we've done. Whatever. It's been a while. Go ahead, Stryker. Explain Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters, what a delicacy. Bull and sheep testicles.
That's
Deep
disgusting.
fried. What, good things.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Is it good, though?
Can't be.
I like eating red velvet cake.
Didn't we have meat
Someone
and
said
balls
that.
up here
Someone
once?
said they couldn't wait that every supermarket has pig brains in a fucking can, so we got to get a can of pig brains for E-Rock today,
Absolutely.
too. So if it's not too late,
We got to put his hat on one of them.
get a can
Funnel
of
it
pig
into his
brains.
ears.
All right, we're going to take a break with that. Doesn't get better than that. Some UFC talk after the break, and hopefully E-Rock trying some pig brains and some head cheese.
Riley? Hey, this is Kevin Smith. You're listening to Opie and Anthony, two dudes I could sit around and talk to for hours and have sat around and talked to for hours.
Thank you, Kevin Smith. I got to tell you something about Kevin Smith. He was doing one of his, what does he call them?
Like Q&As.
Q&As or a live smodcast. Well, not, whatever. I mean,
He goes out and has the gift of gab, so he just...
he did one in
yaps
Phoenix
about
over the
things.
weekend, and our names came up, and he gave us just huge props during
Yes,
his
he was
show.
very nice.
And
He
it
was
got back to
colors.
us, so I want to thank that Kevin Smith on Twitter for doing that to us, for us. That was very, very nice, sir. Very, very nice of you. And I look forward to another Carnegie Hall show from Kevin Smith. When is that going to happen? I think he was hinting maybe in the fall.
Yeah, he does those all over, and they just pack out.
Absolutely. UFC 112. I gotta be honest. I didn't see this fucking thing because I was confused. I didn't know when to watch it. And Jimmy was tweeting about it, and there was a lot of controversy that came out.
Let me apologize if I blew any results because I saw it in the afternoon. It was from Abu Dhabi. I watched it in the afternoon. I did not Twitter results in the afternoon because I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
Later that night, I had gotten a few tweet responses, like around 11 o'clock on a Saturday. So I assumed it was done. Everybody had seen it, like the night version of it.
Oops.
So a few people were pissed at me, but I'm sorry, that wasn't on purpose. And it was a weird event.
Dana White is furious. We can't get him on the phone. He's so pissed.
He's very, very angry. I don't know if he is. Rogan is such a great announcer. Well, let's start with the
is Rogan up? Might be a little early.
Yeah, it's a little early in Denver.
Someone tweet Rogan, see if he's up.
The main fights were there was 3 main fights. You know what I mean? There's 2 main events or co-main events, I think. And there was the Henzo. I think his name is Henzo. It's REM, but I think you say it Henzo Gracie and Matt Hughes. And Hughes technically knocked him out. I thought Henzo Gracie looked terrible. Frankie Edgar beat BJ Penn and won the belt in a unanimous decision. And we got BJ tomorrow. But
Wednesday.
Wednesday. But I don't think BJ Penn looked very good either. It was really weird. Like, nobody was wrestling. They were all just kind of standing up and boxing. None of these jiu-jitsu, I don't know. Maybe because it was so hot they were afraid of being slippery.
Maybe because the flight was 40 hours. Maybe they just were flat out exhausted.
I think they were probably there before. They said Penn was like for a week.
I was just going for a little dumb joke, Jimmy. Jesus. I wasn't going for accuracy.
Well, I thought they might be just, I'm like, was it travel?
Maybe they were dehydrated from being in the desert.
Could have been sleepy.
And a little sleepy. So what, BJ Penn didn't look
lost.
good?
I thought he should have lost, too. Mars didn't agree, but I thought he should have lost.
Mars, I think, said BJ Penn got robbed.
No, he didn't. Can I see that thing? And then the story of the night is Anderson Silva, who's probably the best fighter in MMA. I mean, the guy is fucking amazing.
I saw him in Philly.
He's amazing.
Unbelievable.
He's an amazing fighter. And he was fighting... he's the middleweight champion. He was fighting against Damian Maia, who they say is the best jiu-jitsu fighter in all of mixed martial arts. And he was really weird, man. Anderson Silva, came out and just kind of was toying. Rogan said it best. He said he was clowning him. And I've never seen a fighter do this to another fighter. Just watch some of the stuff he was doing. It was like, it wasn't just like normal shucking and jiving like Roy Jones Jr. does or fucking just, to psych your opponent out. It's like you were actually scared for this guy. He was treating him with such a lack of respect. His hands are down to his sides.
Yeah, his hands are down to his sides. He's just standing there in front of him.
At one point, Silva was hitting the mat like, come on, hit, He is just, it was a really fucking weird fight. The way he would pepper the guy with punches. He could hit the guy at will, wherever he wanted to. He was kicking him. And he actually at one point punched Damian Maia in the thigh, the upper thigh, just because he could. Like, he just jumped in and punched the top of his thigh. Maia was terrified of him. He was fucking terrified of him.
And Dana White was apparently very angry with his performance, with Silva's performance.
He was like, it was really weird. Like, Silva would show a flare, a burst for a second, and throw a few kicks and punch. So you knew he could knock this guy out at will.
And then he would just stop and do nothing.
He wanted to
walk around the ring.
Dude, walked the last 2 rounds. He hardly threw any punches. He was just kind of dancing and making faces and shaking his ass at the guy. It was really
shaking his ass.
And so Dana White was pissed that he didn't finish him off.
God.
He was pissed that this is championship fighting and people paying to watch this.
Yeah.
And again, for 1 round, you want to make a point. Like, Ali punished Floyd Patterson, I think, for not saying his name, or I don't know if that was the one he punished, but Ali had done stuff like this, and this guy idolized Ali. But Ali didn't do it without fucking... I don't know. Ali didn't do it with this complete lack of motivation. This guy said that Damian disrespected his jiu-jitsu somehow. With Ali, it was over the guy not saying his name. It was over a religious shit. This just seemed like he wanted to show off and just humiliate this guy.
Right. Well, we got Dana White at the press conference, so let's check this out. I forgot to tell everyone, Bill Burr is going to be calling in a few minutes as well today. So Dana was embarrassed by Silva's fight, wants to make it up to UFC fans.
So while they're getting these guys in, believe me, I'll answer the questions of what a disgrace the main event was and what an embarrassment it is. I don't think I've ever been more embarrassed in the 10 years of being in this business. And it's the first time that I've ever walked out on a main event and given the belt to the guy's manager and told him to put it on him. What I don't want to do is take away from the guys who did fight great fights tonight. I think Frankie Edgar fought a great fight tonight and, implemented a game plan and stuck to it. Obviously, the DeMarcus Johnson fight, he won. That was a war. This kid turned around, was losing the fight and pulls it off and wins. A lot of great fights tonight. So I don't want to be as miserable as I am right now and not focus on all the guys who really performed tonight and did a great job. But this was a historic event for us. The arena tonight was incredible. The energy was amazing. And to end it the way that we did is an embarrassment, for me, the Fertittas, the UFC, and, the sport in general. So I apologize. And I don't know how yet, but I will make this up to the fans that bought this shit tonight.
Go back to the beginning, Dan. We're just watching this because the first couple rounds where he really did it, this is round 4. How do you not love Dana? Like, this guy, what an honest dude he is to come out and just say it was an embarrassment. He called him a jackass.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not love the fact that he's so fucking brutally honest? He doesn't soft soap shit.
Well, let's go to Joe in Arizona. Joe.
What's going on, guys?
What do you say, Joe?
Man, what in the hell is going on here? I will never order another fight again.
Now, you shouldn't, honestly, dude, and I'm not just defending the UFC because I like it. The reason I thought it was good to watch is because you really are watching the best fighter in MMA. To me, it was an interesting fight to watch, but don't let that throw you. This is it's a really rare thing that this happens. Most of these guys are fucking.
But what is Silva saying? I still don't get what happened.
He's unapologetic. He apologized in the ring, but afterwards he said the guy had disrespected him, and his job was to punish him. And he did. And right now he's just he's holding his fist out, letting the other guy come in, and then he's just hitting the guy at will. He's showing the guy no respect.
If you watch every Anderson Silva fight there is, he has a track record of doing this. He likes to jockey around. He likes to play. And then after every fight, he likes to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't finish it." Honestly, if he sticks his head out like that, he's talking about moving up, weight class to fight George St. Pierre or whatever. If he does that and he sticks his chin out, George St. Pierre's going to rock his ass.
Well, the point, I think there's a reason, like when he's clowning like this in the first round and he's mugging and he's kind of just throwing kicks and punches and showing the guy no respect. To me, there's a psychological angle to that, which makes sense. Because that really is scary to watch, dude. Like, you're watching a guy who is absolutely...
So Silva was way better, and...
he could have knocked him out in the first round.
And everyone thought that he should just finish this fight naturally instead of fucked around like he did.
Dragging him along.
Watch the kick he throws at this guy's midsection, the spin kick. It's fucking devastating. He could have knocked this guy out in less than 2 minutes if he wanted to.
No, you got a good point, though. But honestly, he is a great fighter. But honestly, if he does that against anybody else, you say psychological... But to me personally, I'm not no tough guy or badass or anything. But if he did that to me personally, I don't care if I get knocked out. I'm going to swing for that chin if he keeps sticking out at me like that. Especially shaking his ass. Take a minute.
Yeah, let me put Footer on with you, Joe. Footer, you're talking to Joe in Arizona.
What's up, guys? Hey, two things. Real quick. First of all, you said that you're not going to order a fight again. The way Dana handled it is exactly why you should be ordering a fight again. And let me make the point as far as Dana's so pissed because he's trying to build his reputation as not these fucking bunch of animals in the ring just beating the shit out of each other. He wants to try to promote the professionalism. And you understand what I'm saying? You should be ordering another fight because Dana came out and acknowledged that's not what this is about. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, I do.
I think what Dana's going to end up. Oh, sorry, go.
I think you do order the fight for professionalism. You are right, but that is not professionalism. Yes, he is a great fighter. Yes, he is very, very skilled in what he does. But the same aspect, you don't disrespect your opponent. Granted. Now, was it a mistake for Dana White and the UFC to put a guy, like him against a guy like Silva? I believe so. But then again, there's so less people that are not willing to fight Silva. He's probably the first guy that said, "Oh, what the hell? I'll do it." I just think maybe better matchmaking, and I think it is time for Silva to either move up a class or fight somebody that's a little bit more worthwhile. You know what I mean?
I think this is part of Silva's game plan too, because it really is when you're fighting a guy who you think has no respect for you, and who feels he's that much better. And Silva can fight. I mean, the guy he's good with his fucking hands. A great kickboxer. He's a deadly guy. To me, there's a real psychological effect to that. But after like the first or in the middle of the second round, you're like, what is he doing?
Right.
Now he's like fucking around to the point where he's not just trying to kill this guy and beat the shit out of him and win the fight. He's like doing something that goes beyond that, and it didn't make sense after a while.
Right on.
And hey, Jimmy.
Yes.
Do you think?
Now, you're right. I'll retract my previous statement. I will order another fight. I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to that Brock Lesnar and Corwin fight.
Corwin fight. No, so what are you asking me? Do I think what?
That is going to be a war, and I want Corwin to win so bad.
All right, so you're going to be ordering another fight. It's obvious.
And the guy's laying on his
Thank
back.
you, Joe.
Maya's
We got to let you go.
Maya's on his back,
Yeah.
like kind of hoping that I think that he wanted Silva in a jiu-jitsu
Yeah, he wanted
match.
some- he
And
wanted some
Silva's just
ground
kicking him on the ground, kicking his hand.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask me, sir?
He's gone. Footer.
Oh.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to ask Jimmy, do you think that's the reason why, Dana is so pissed is because, like as far as just, he works so hard to get the stuff to New York. Just all these different things he's trying to build this rep. And then, even when fucking Lesnar talked his shit, like did a little bit of that WWF shtick, I think those type of things, Dana just fucking really loses it because he's like, does that make sense to you or not?
Absolutely. He wants a legitimate sport, dude. He wants it to be a legitimate sport.
But I've talked to Dana about it too. I like a little of that trash talk, just a little, because I like thinking that some of these guys hate each other before they go into the
you're
fight.
100% right, 'cause the human aspect of it, as far as like just the shit talking and stuff like that. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But I think Rogan brought it up when he was on to you guys. You can't. Oh no, Liddell did. You can't bitch somebody out if that guy is once he gets into that ring with you. You
Right.
can't bitch him out.
Of
He's
course
man
not.
enough to get into the fucking ring with you. You fight him like a man. If you whoop his ass quick, you whoop his ass quick. But either way, that guy stepped in the ring. Before he steps in the ring, anything goes. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Here's what I think Dana gets crazy about. I don't think Dana minds shit talking because Chuck shit talks Tito all the time. He hates him. I think what he doesn't like as things that go way beyond being sports, because this is not WWE. These guys are fucking martial artists, man. It's a different fucking art. And it's like when you see a guy trashing the sponsor like Brock did, that's bad business. And motherfucking a guy like Frank Mir after he really hurt him, it's like it just makes the sport look like childish and dumb. It doesn't make it like even after fucking fights like with Ali would hate people and this and that. He didn't motherfuck them in the ring and humiliate them that way. You don't do it.
Gotcha. All right, Footer. Well, a couple other things, too. This is the first time UFC was in the Middle East.
Abu Dhabi, yeah.
So I'm sure Dana White wanted to have a fine fucking show for the first time, right?
They built this arena for this event in 3 weeks. Bobby Kelly, me and Bobby watched together. He said they built this in 3 weeks for the event. There's all sheiks there. There's a lot of money there.
Right. So they want to make sure they put on a great display, a good show, because so they're invited back.
Silva is just awesome, though, man.
Some investors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some Abu Dhabi investors are buying into it. So
Silva's got his hands up like in the 1920s boxing pose, just to mock this guy, and he's just jumping back and hitting the guy at will.
And that's if he has his hands up at all.
Yeah. Look, now he's just standing there with his arms at his sides, and he's got like his one right arm up, and he's put his left arm up, just kind of like daring the guy to take a swing at him. He's really embarrassing him.
Well, we got our conspiracy theory from Mike in Albany. Mike?
It's not really much of a conspiracy theory. Anderson said it many times. He doesn't care about being a champion. He just wants to fight the best people. And he said many times he wants to move up to heavyweight to fight Frank Mir. He says he wants to move down to welterweight to fight George St. Pierre. But Dana won't make those fights for him. And this is kind of his way of saying, fuck you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the conspiracy part of it. That's what you're thinking is happening. Well, you might be right.
Maybe.
Now, is that true that Dana won't let him move up?
I didn't know Dana wouldn't let him move up. I know that St. Pierre was there, and that was I think, what does St. Pierre fight at, 170?
He's gone.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I know he has to go down and wait to fight St. Pierre, and St. Pierre was there, and people were just chanting GSP because they want to see this fight. I think Silva would absolutely beat St. Pierre, too, though.
All right, we got 2 more clips from Dana White, but first we got Bill Burr on the line. Hey, Bill.
What's going on, guys?
What's up? You're at the Masters?
Yeah, I'm actually at the airport right now.
Oh,
I
right.
went to the Masters yesterday. Without a doubt, the most snootiest thing I've been to, other than maybe the U.S. Open tennis thing.
Yes, snooty.
What makes it snootier than the U.S. Open tennis thing?
Well, it's like a private golf course,
Yeah.
and you don't get tickets to it. You get these badges that members aren't supposed to sell, but they sell them.
Yeah.
show up, you have to have a collared shirt. You can't have jeans on. If you yell out at the golfers, there's like 900 rules. And if you break any of them, like some Secret Service guy crawls out of a tree, snatches your badge, tosses you out, and you have to pay like a $5,000 fine or something for losing your badge.
Wow.
You're kind of sitting there. And meanwhile, they're serving beer, and they don't even let you know when the beer comes on, and they won't tell you what kind of beer it is because they don't want any advertising. It was all just kind of just sit down and shut up and drink what we give you.
Wow. Yeah, you're not quite going to a hockey game or you know.
No. I drank like I was at a hockey game, but...
Who'd you follow?
You know what? After a while, you can't see anything, so I just went over to the 15th hole, and we just sat down. And we just waited a couple hours and just let everybody pass through. But it's funny, man. They make it seem like it's real snooty, but it's kind of a bunch of drunks sitting there. We actually were betting on the turtles sitting outside the pond there, which one was going to go in. That's basically how bored you are until they come through. But I got to admit, dude, it's pretty awesome, though, when Tiger comes over the hill. He's got the red shirt on. And, dude, like a temptation to just yell something just to get kicked out. It's unbelievable.
See, that's why we haven't really seen what the fans are going to do with Tiger because of what Bill's saying. I mean, they're really strict down there. A regular golf tournament, you're going to hear people yelling some shit at Tiger.
Oh no! I got to tell you, you would just be instantly. You'd be right up there with Fan Man if you ever it was like you could literally have run down the bleachers, jumped in the air, and did a cannonball right into this little, whatever they call it, little moat, like around the green or something. If you did that when, like, on Phil Mickelson's approach shot, you would be, it'd be like 200 million hits on YouTube.
Yeah, no shit,
So
right?
you should have went for it, Bill. Bill
You
makes...
know something?
Yeah.
I was actually sitting there, and I was thinking about your show, and I was trying to think who on the show would do it. For some reason, the first person I thought of was Danny.
Yeah, probably Danny would be first.
Accidentally, maybe in a drunken stupor,
Yeah,
fall.
right. Yeah, people don't realize you go to these golf tournaments, you can't see shit. And what you have to do is you have to camp out many, many holes ahead. If you're that lucky, and sit there for 3 hours to maybe see Tiger's group go through, and you see Tiger. Well, what'd you see? Tiger hit maybe 2 shots?
I saw his approaching shot. I saw him put it in, and then we could actually see 16. You couldn't see him drive, but you just saw it land. So I saw 2 holes on 16, sitting on 15, but I only saw the ball land, and I would hear the crowd start to go crazy. And you just watched it roll in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like when I went to the Indy 500. You just sit there, and a bunch of cars zip by you. It just all becomes drinking and gambling.
Yeah, because you can't really follow what's going on whatsoever. Not at
all.
They make it look on TV like, oh wow, you can just kind of follow Tiger around. These people are enjoying Tiger playing. No, those people have been sitting there for 3 hours just to see him hit 1 or 2 shots, and that's it. Then you got to wait for the next guys to come through.
And they hammer, too, and you don't really know what shot they're on. Like, somebody just came up to me. They saw I had this Masters green bag thing here, and the guy's like going, oh, you sat on 15, so you saw Tim eagle that hole, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I was there yesterday. He goes, no, he eagled that hole. And I was like, oh, yeah, I saw that.
No idea.
It was still a good time, though, man. It was definitely a good time, and there was some really, 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 super white people to the point that that place was so white, I felt like the help, and I looked like Howdy Doody.
You're pretty white, though, Bill. They were a lot whiter than you, huh?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
That's
pretty
crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't have those. I can't explain that. You know that the pink polo shirt, khaki short date rapist look that those guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that going on. They could actually get out of some shit if they did something illegal.
Unbelievable. Did you see Phil Mickelson on 2? The video's all over the place. Something dropped onto the green.
Yeah, he was putting.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Like a little,
no, dude, I gotta
little
be honest
nugget.
with you. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know what
I sat on 15 getting sunburned, drinking beer that I had no idea what kind it was. I think it was Coors Light.
It proves that marketing really works. You don't even know what beer you were drinking. You can't even figure it out.
No, not at all.
Because there was no label on it.
Standing in an airport level of funny right now.
No, it's
you
all
flew
good.
out there just for the Open?
No,
The
I
Masters
did.
there?
I was doing the punchline in Atlanta.
So how'd you
And,
get
you
in?
know, the usual way I do the road. I'm so sick of going to all these cities, so there has to be something cool for me to do there.
Something going on,
Anything.
right?
Yeah, a gun show. I'll go to anything other than sitting in a DoubleTree again.
But I'm jealous. How'd you get into the Masters? You just knew somebody? Obviously.
Somebody from the club. I thought it was going to be easy. I thought it was like getting tickets. I didn't know that whole rule about the badges. Like, we literally drove to somebody's house and sat in their garage. They had like a breakfast buffet out because they were selling all their badges.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, like we felt like we were going the wrong way. But somebody from the club made basically, I think, about 38 calls to every radio station and something, and they found somebody. But the thing is now, I have their number. I have the hookup. So if I want to go again, you know, next year I can call them up. But I don't know. I think that might have been a one-time thing. It's much better to watch it on TV.
How much did it cost you?
Yeah, I got to ask that, yeah.
It was like, it was $600 for the badges, which actually wasn't bad because we got him in February before Tiger said that he was going to play. But we knew he was going to play. There was no way he could sit in that house with that awkwardness any longer. You know?
No shit.
Yeah.
Just watching at home with his wife standing over him.
Dude, he's the king. And he's walking around his own house with his hat in his hand. How long is he going to do that?
Right. I'm out of here. I got to get back on that dumb golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she doesn't work. You know?
No.
You got to pay for those 7 houses. I think she has a lot of nerve getting annoyed at him.
I agree.
Yeah, Jimmy agrees with that, Bill.
She doesn't do anything. Then she finally has kids. She's going to become a mom, and she gets a nanny. She gets like a stunt mom to come out there.
That's
So
dangerous.
I don't think she does anything, which is not attractive sexually. So then you get a couple of whores. Very natural progression.
Couple.
Bill, are you competing with airport announcements right now?
Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm watching fat people going into a Cinnabon. I used to resent them, but now I actually enjoy it. When I watch them go in there, I'm like, good.
Yeah, good for you.
Slowly kill itself.
Cinnabon smells so fucking good, and then the first like bite and a half is really good, and then you feel like you're just gonna go into a sugar-induced coma and start puking and just fall down. But my God,
I always envision like Cinnabon. That's like when an obese person takes a shit. Like that's what it looks like. Cinnamon swirl.
Oh, it's fantastic smelling.
All right, somebody just gave me a look on that one as they walked by.
Oh, fatty.
Damn.
Big fatty.
Hey, Bill, right on with this date night. I haven't seen it yet, but everyone's saying you did great in it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I didn't have the nerve to take a look at it. But evidently, I guess it did real well. It's a hit, so hopefully they'll do a sequel, and I can reprise my 8 lines, maybe bump it up to 10.
Bill's in that?
You know?
Yeah, Bill's in date night. Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, you guys will have to call my people for a phoner.
Yeah. It's getting there.
Bill Burr's like, I'm not kidding.
It's fucking getting there. Yeah, the movie's getting good reviews.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. You didn't see it? Why didn't you see it yet?
Because, you know, I don't want to look at my big, stupid head on a screen. I really don't. I was just happy I was in there. And I'm one of those happy to be there guys there, Opie.
I would be sitting in the back of the theater checking it out, man.
That's me. You just yell out, that's me.
That's me.
Oof.
No, but then you look like a dick. If you
Yeah.
have to go to a movie that you're in, especially if you only have like 6 lines like me, then what am I going to do? Like hang out by the exit, act like I'm checking my text messages, hoping to get recognized?
Did you see me?
Hey, weren't you the guy who said, hey, you got a phone call on line 2? Yeah, that was me. Take a line to the right. I'll start signing your ticket stubs.
Is that your part?
You know what? Actually, for as few lines as I had a great part in that every scene I was in, there was somebody really famous in it. So I have one of the quickest, most impressive acting reels you're ever going to see. Like I have a scene with Ray Liotta, but I don't say anything. I just stand there. But he's in it, so that's making the reel.
That's good enough.
I got to see that now. I wasn't even going to see it. Just for Bill Burr's 9 lines.
Yeah, we got to see date night.
Yeah, go out there. It's a romantic comedy. I'm sure a lot of your listeners are seeing those kinds of movies all the time.
I'm sure, yeah. Where are you headed now? Back to L.A.?
Yeah, I'm going to L.A. It's one of these brutal weeks. I got back-to-back weeks. I fly out for 2 days, and I got to go out to Newport, Kentucky, which isn't as bad as it sounds. It's right across the river from Cincinnati. So,
cool.
Just in case you guys thought you were living the high life. All right?
Newport, Kentucky.
I think that's this Thursday through the weekend. Newport,
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky at the Funny Bone.
Comedy clubs right in the mall.
Yeah.
I'm living the life, guys.
Hey, Bill, what's your latest conspiracy?
That we're all going to get replaced by robots, and they'll keep a few of us, but you have to prove that you're worthy of being saved, and the test is the internet.
The internet.
Internet, yeah. Well, basically, they create the internet. They go, let's just put it all out there. Let's see what they click on. If you click on smart stuff, you're going to be worthy to operate some robots. And if you watching Two Girls, One Cup, or Charlie Bit My Finger,
Charlie.
Charlie Bit Me, you're going to get.
Dude, I fucking love that one. Now, that's a good conspiracy theory.
This is the thing. Everybody thinks that no one, like the internet's safe.
Yeah.
Like all these idiots taking their dick out on the internet. They're like, they always do these things going like, oh, people, they get more uninhibited because it's anonymous. It's like, no, it isn't. They're making a file. They're compiling it all down in Houston near NASA.
They're keeping stats on all of us. Holy shit, I like that.
So then,
one.
if you're clicking on fucking string theory and shit like that,
right,
you'll be okay. You could run the robots.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're watching fucking girls eating shit.
Right, they're like,
and
that
stuff
person
like
could
that.
be replaced by a robot.
You are so fucking gone.
Yeah, you're fair. No, seriously, man. I went to the dentist the other day, and they had National Geographic magazine. So I go, all right, let me try to get smart. Let me take a look at this magazine. Cover to cover, it basically said we're all going to die. We're running out of water, and there's going to be riots in the streets.
Oh, can't wait.
So as much as we make fun of Anthony, I think he's pretty prepared.
Yeah, you got to be prepared.
He already has the arsenal.
Were we at the dentist getting the sensor taken out of your tooth? Getting a tracking device taken out of your tooth?
Yeah, seriously, I needed my first cavity of my life.
You see what happened just there? Bill Burr you see what just happened right there? Bill Burr just announced to the world that we're all going to die because we're running out of water.
Yeah.
And Ant's first reaction, which should have been the proper reaction, was to make fun of Bill Burr being at the dentist.
Yeah.
Like, not even acknowledging the fact that Bill Burr just gave us all the knowledge we need that we're all going to die because we're running out of water. I mean, the info is out there. It's out there in a magazine right now, and no one's paying attention to it.
Yeah.
I really hope that I'm tracking internet
If you put it in
clicks.
National Geographic, it's not really out there. If you put it in Us magazine, there would be like widespread panic. But you stick it in a magazine like that, no one's going to know.
Well, they're too busy putting the latest shots of Kim Kardashian in U.S.
Yeah,
magazine.
I mean, I wouldn't have known it if I wasn't,
Yeah.
If they had a dumber magazine there, I would have read it, but they didn't.
Dumber.
Oh my God, I like that one too. When you go to a doctor's office or a dentist's office, you do pick up the dumbest magazine they have to offer.
Yeah, what's happening?
They could have a Newsweek or something there,
Brangelina.
but they got some shitty People magazine. You're going to go People magazine before Newsweek every time. Every
You
time.
want to know how dumb we are because of GPS and spell check? You don't even have to think anymore.
Yeah.
I took the guy middling for me this week, Paul Verzi, hilarious guy, right? We go to the Waffle House, and he had never been there before, and I had been there. So the waitress comes up and goes, "You guys ready to order?" And I knew the menu, so I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready to order." So I start ordering. And this idiot goes into a panic because it's one of those overwhelming menus where there's like 58 pictures of the different kinds of toast you can get.
Yeah.
You know what? So he didn't really look at what they had. You know what he ordered at a Waffle House? He ordered eggs Benedict. I thought that lady I thought her brain was going to explode. She was like, "Oh, what?"
That's classy.
Over easy is scrambled, jackass.
Yeah, dummy.
Fucking
I don't know. You know what? That might have been a regional joke. You guys don't have the Waffle Houses up there.
We all know about Waffle
No,
Houses.
we know Waffle
though.
Houses. Hey, Patrice was in here. I asked you about conspiracy theories because he's onto this this water thing. What the fuck was the water thing? Everyone tweeted us after Patrice and said you got to get Bill Burr's take on the water thing. What was
water
it?
purifier?
What was it though? It's a whole new water purifier thing.
Water
Bill Burr.
zero.
I brought up, and everybody just told me I was going to buy a $1,200 humidifier. It was basically this device that could pull like 7 gallons of water out of the air.
Right.
Up to 7 gallons, and then it would filter it to make it decent drinking water.
Right.
And for some reason, a listener called up and told me that was a humidifier.
Right.
Everybody laughed at me. I felt embarrassed, and I never bought one.
That's all it takes.
I took that one O&A listener, and I was all right, he knows everything.
Right.
I'm a moron.
Patrice is just talking about like a Brita water filter that filters out all the solid impurities in.
Yeah, but it was a new one.
Yeah, it's called Water Zero or something. It was
This
called.
is the bottom line, though.
Something
When that
Zero.
stuff goes down,
I think
you're going to need to have guns like Anthony, because if you think everybody in your block is going to be walking around parched, and you're going to be sitting there drinking a mint julep on your front porch, and no one's going to come after you with like a backhoe or something, you're crazy.
It's just gonna be. It's gonna turn into I will kill you to get what I want for me and my family. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's
basically, what you're doing is you're buying a water purifier for the toughest guy in your block.
It was. Thank you, Danny. It was called Zero Water. You might want to look up the Zero Water thing, Bill.
No, you know what, dude? I've tapped out. I can't, because I'm going to look that up, and there's going to be a page and a half of stuff scaring the shit out of me. And then I'm going to walk around trying to tell it to other people with this panicked look on my face, and I'm just going to alienate myself even more. So I've just resigned myself to the fact that I can only die once.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go to the Masters. I'm going to get drunk off a beer. You don't want to tell me what it is. I'm fine.
Nice.
Stick microchip in. I don't care anymore.
when do you think it's gonna go down? When do you think we're finally gonna just go into anarchy?
Well, according to Hollywood, in 2012.
Yeah. I'm not buying that.
Well, we're getting a lot of earthquakes, though, Bill. This is the year of the earthquake.
Oh, yeah, we had one the other day in the middle of...
I think we had another 2 over the weekend. Every other day there's an earthquake.
Look, people have to go, Opie.
Oh, I understand. I understand what nature's trying to do. But
there's too many. Yeah. That swine flu, they should have just let it burn through the population. It's just going to kill the weak. Everybody else wear a sweater, take some vitamins, and just... There'll be plenty of water.
Earthquakes are like a
There is enough
wet
water.
dog.
There's just, all these
shaking
idiots,
shit
I'm
off.
telling you, going into a cheesecake factory, just lock the door, turn on the gas, and they'll be...
you know what? You joke, but the biggest mistake this planet's doing is trying to save everybody. It's the dumbest
Well, you know what?
fucking
And it's not
thing.
even because they give a shit. It's because you can make so much goddamn money.
The more people you have walking around.
Old people die and or start to die. They start the dying process, and then they just bring them back. Suck another 6 weeks of life out of them.
And that's some
Let 'em go.
expensive life right there. That's pretty expensive if they're right there.
Learned all this in the waiting room at the dental office.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Bill.
Thought we lost you.
All right.
When's your...
I'm in an airport. Are we still there?
Yeah,
Roger.
exactly.
Yeah, we got you, Bill.
Okay.
All right, so the Funny Bone, Newport, Kentucky, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And, wow, you're all
Right.
over the place. BillBurr.com, I guess, right?
Yeah, and then I'll be up in Boston at the Wilbur Theater trying to get some O&A stuff here.
Oh, that's
Wilbur
cool.
Theater on the 6th and 7th, and I'll be at the Trump Taj Mahal there at May 8th.
You know, I think that's the room Bobby and Patrice played. It's a great room. I was down there.
Oh, very nice.
We might have
Very
to go
nice.
back down there to check out Bill Burr. It's a really good room. Really good room.
Yeah.
So.
The Trump Taj Mahal. It's the greatest room ever.
All right, Bill. We gotta take off here.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you,
All right,
man.
Bill.
Bill Burr, everyone.
All right, bye.
Fucking killing from an airport.
That's a great
Not an easy
theory
thing.
he's got going there.
The internet theory I
is
love.
keeping tabs. Keeps tabs on what. How do you think you'd fare in that? How would you fare? Now, also, do we get criticized for our professional use of the internet, which is looking at goofy shit here, or is it just home use?
I would look like an OCD freak because I just go to the same shit over and over.
Really?
And over and over again.
I'm a degenerate on the internet. I like looking at pornography, but then again, I will look up a lot of science stuff.
They would
and
be confused
history.
by you.
Yeah.
They really would be confused by you. There's no real pattern.
Like
there.
I could run the robots, but I'd probably try to figure out how I could get them to blow me.
Yes, Jimmy. Jimmy wants in.
If they took Anthony's computer, they would think that Roman Polanski and Hitler were roommates.
sharing a computer.
Yeah.
Nice.
That guy, that swimming coach, that
Jesus.
swimming coach that got nailed for apparently 30 swimming coaches over the past 10 years for the training for the Olympics and stuff. have been caught for inappropriate sexual behavior with their swimmers.
Hard not to.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about it, please.
You ever see a swimmer's body? What's wrong with you?
Swimmer's build is lovely.
Yeah. This one guy, he had a special shower locker room thing that only certain girls went into. And these had lockers that he had put a camera in one of the lockers. And he would record them undressing and showering, stuff like that.
How the fuck did he get caught?
Well, let me tell you how he got caught.
Okay, because it's always something stupid.
This is another brilliant fucking guy. He decided to sell his computer on eBay. Now, how much can you get for a used computer on eBay? So he sells it, and a woman buys it. She's going through it and finds a video and clicks on it, and it seems to be a hidden camera of a girl getting naked in a locker room.
I wish
so
I
she
bought
went
that
to
computer.
the cops, yeah, and then they went to his house and found a jackpot of videos and pictures and stuff that got him in a lot of trouble. I believe 33 years in prison.
Why wouldn't he, just for jerking off, wow, why would he just not wipe the hard drive clean? He probably just deleted stuff and didn't realize.
Drag and drop into the trash can and think it's gone. No.
He was too busy wiping his belly clean.
That's exactly it. What a jerk off. He sells it on eBay and gets 33 years in jail.
There you go.
Just sell a computer by ripping the hard drive out.
That's unbelievable.
And then smashing it with a hammer.
I wouldn't be afraid
And
of
then throw it
porn.
in a river.
I honestly don't have any porn that I would be worried about. It's just
I don't either, no.
normal nonsense. But it's like financial information I'd be scared of having
Yeah,
to look
that's
at.
the stuff you got to worry about. You know, people, passwords, things like that. It's all stored in there somewhere.
33 years he got?
Yeah. Wow. Very inappropriate behavior.
All right.
Apparently.
Must have jerked off a lot.
And then just the whole camera thing and people trusted him.
High school coach?
Yeah.
We should take a break because E-Rock has entered the studio with head cheese.
He has it?
Oh, really?
Let me see this thing. Oh, my God.
Ew, what is that? Oh, God, that's disgusting.
That's
all
terrible.
wrapped
How
up.
does
Is
it
it
smell?
stick?
It doesn't smell like anything. It's frozen.
It's frozen?
Well, let's heat up the microwave.
How are we going to thaw it out?
How frozen is it?
Actually, it smells like bacon.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, E-Rock's going to love it.
Actually, doesn't smell bad. It does smell like bacon.
Oh, shit.
So I predict one thing of head cheese, one block of head cheese is going to be disappeared. Open it up. I just want to see what it looks like.
Are we getting the brains in the can thing?
They're having a tough time finding that. Everyone thinks we're prank calling.
Oh, really?
We call their
pig brains in a can. Well, you better let him out.
I think we need to move into some more ethnic neighborhoods.
That's right.
Uptown.
Well, we could get it for tomorrow's show. Someone fucking bring in pig brains in a can for us.
Uptown, motherfucker.
I don't think we're going to find pig brains at D'Agostino's.
No.
Will you eat any of this, Anthony?
Are you?
Would
you're
you
out of
try
your
the head
mind.
cheese, Jimmy?
No, cheese, no.
Oh, put that on something. That's going to
Oh,
go
God
everywhere.
damn it. I can't even look at it. Everybody eat it.
It smells spicy. It smells like gristle.
Yeah, bacon.
Why don't you put that? You have to heat that a little bit or something.
All right, it's going to be a bust.
No,
E-Rock will try the head
That
cheese.
is-
after
E-Rock's
the
going to
break.
love it and just eat
Yeah.
it like a big
That
fucking
looks
candy bar.
disgusting,
Like a
dude.
giant Snickers. He's just going to be biting into it.
You
That
get a
is
knife
terrible.
and start cutting into that. You want the other Dana White clips?
Yeah, I want to hear what he
Yeah.
said.
All right, Dana White continued here about Silva. That's where we were before Bill Burr called.
Nobody has been more supportive of Anderson Silva than me, talking about him being the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, et cetera, et cetera. Even after a couple of goofy performances, I will call them.
Goofy.
I still stood behind him and supported him. I think this guy is incredibly talented. And in the first couple of rounds, he started to, he was showboating and doing whatever he was doing. And that's not what I'm into. I don't like it. If you're that talented, be Mike Tyson. Go in and finish it in 2 minutes. I'd rather have somebody say, let's not buy the Anderson Silva fight tonight because he knocks people out in 2 minutes, other than he runs around like a for 5 rounds. That's why I don't want to buy the fight.
I think he's a jackass. Where's that clip from?
I don't know. It's
Probably
the press
the
conference.
news.
Probably just the press conference feed
Oh, maybe
that
he's an
anyone can
asshole.
pick up.
I'm not too.
Oh, okay. Then Silva finally talks and tries to explain what the fuck was going on. Where's that clip? Here we go. Through a translator, so it's a little weird.
I'm
I'm not too sure what school Damien came from, but this is kind of I sent a message because I think he disrespected me morally by the things that he said. And, and this is just a message that if anybody disrespects me morally, because I'm a black belt and I've never stepped into the ring and disrespected anyone verbally before the fight and said things that he said. So, like I said, my focus was to go in there and beat him up and punish him. And unfortunately, some people didn't like the fight, and some people did. But it wasn't the way that most people liked it. So.
It's got to always be about respect. Disrespected me. Stop it.
Well, those guys,
I know. It's just this fucking mindset that's ridiculous.
I want to know what he did. What did Damien do?
I don't know.
Disrespected him.
But how?
We really got to get Dana White on the phone
Because
to
he
answer
fucking
all these questions.
He's probably on a plane. He fucking punished that guy.
Yeah.
Like I was terrified of him.
So if he punished the guy, that's a good fight to check out. No, I'm still confused.
Now when you're running
out.
around like an idiot.
Yeah,
But
he
he
didn't
didn't
knock
fish
him
him
out.
off.
It was fun to watch a little bit of it, though.
Yeah.
Oof. He beat him up the same way he would have beat me up.
Yeah.
Damien Maya did about what I would have done.
Just toy with you.
I don't know if Damien Maya landed more than 3 or 4 punches in the entire fight.
Jeez.
It was a horrendous performance.
All right, the head cheese is starting to take over the room a little bit.
Yeah, it really is. It's making me sick.
All right, we'll take a break.
Would you suck the head cheese or lick it?
I don't think it's. I think it's going to be pretty easy, actually, for the E-Rock.
No, how do you think? It's disgusting.
I smell kind of like a bacon thing right now.
It'll be a different consistency in his mouth.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
A dead pig thrown on a fire would smell like bacon. Doesn't mean you're going to eat it.
I'm hoping. You got a knife for that shit?
It's all fat, too.
Yeah, it is a lot of fat in there, boy.
And then
I'm
there's
talking about
the head
cheese.
We both went. We all. All right. Got Joe DeRosa heading down the hall. Also, where's E-Rock? It's time to eat this head cheese. I think it's going to be a bust. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah?
I think the head cheese thing's going to be a bust.
It's, I don't care what it smells like. It just looks, and the texture of it looks horribly gritty.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a problem.
And, yeah.
Oh, you think it's going to be a problem?
Yeah. I've been staring at it and thinking about it, and
it just looks very nauseating.
Yeah, it's.
Well, let's cut into that head cheese and get this over with. He's got.
It really is fucking foul looking.
You think it's going to be a problem, Jimmy?
I don't know. E-Rock, I think, can ingest it, but
it looks like old pot roast.
Old pot roast? Yeah.
E-Rock's cutting a nice big slab of delicious head cheese.
Get a good one.
Yeah, get a good one.
Get a good one.
Look at the gelatin falling
It's
off.
our time.
Ew.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, eat it like it's a piece of cake.
I'm going to fucking throw up. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
that is
Joe DeRosa in
fucking
studio.
sickening.
Look at that. Do you see the head cheese?
Yeah, I saw.
Look at
Have you ever eaten head cheese, Joe?
Yeah, I ate it one time on stage as a goof, and I fucking threw up into a trash can.
It was bad?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh, God, the smell is really making me nauseous now.
E-Rock.
Oh, God, fuck.
Yeah, that's... it doesn't smell like bacon anymore.
Once you cracked it open, now it really stinks.
Now, E-Rock's been sniffing this, and all of a
There's
sudden...
cartilage in it.
All of a sudden, E-Rock went for the garbage pail, so that's not a good sign.
You know why there's cartilage? Because it's for, like the pig sinuses and things like that. The inside of the pig's sinuses.
Yeah, its whole face isn't made of meat, you know.
Yeah.
All right, E-Rock, you ready for this?
Wow, that is a big forkful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big,
right.
delicious forkful.
Here's
That
E-Rock.
is fucking
Something
disgusting.
to eat. Head cheese.
Now it smells like Alpo.
All right, let's
in
go.
there.
You got to. You can see the gelatinous fat around it.
Yeah.
And there's
look at
also
that. I hope-
that's a piece of fucking pig sinus you cut into.
I hope it starts. I hope it's a little crunchy and gristly.
That's the septum.
My teeth are hurting already.
All right, let's go, E-Rock.
Yeah.
You have to swallow the whole thing. Come on, nice big hunk.
And
Nice
chew
big hunk.
it.
Just chew.
Oh, you got me thinking of the sinus now.
That's what it is, though. It's part of the pig
It is
septum.
sinuses and septum and fucking
And the eyes.
cartilage and ligaments.
It's a pig head. It's a
and
ground up
fucking
pig
eye
head.
sockets.
Here goes E-Rock trying head cheese for the first time.
Gums.
Eat that
Put that
pig
whole
sinus.
thing. No, put the whole thing in your mouth.
Whole
Put
thing.
the whole
Don't
thing in your
spit it.
mouth. Put the whole.
He loves it.
Oh crap!
Come on. Don't spit it here.
Like a bone or something.
That's a piece of the pig sinus.
Hold the whole thing.
Yeah, put the whole thing in your mouth.
Come on. Come on.
You're not just throw up.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, put the whole thing in your
Trying.
mouth.
That's fucking that bone is again. It might be one of his teeth or a piece of his tooth. It's tooth shavings.
Oh God. Oh
That's
Jesus.
it. Swallow it. Wow, it's a hit.
What's the matter?
Can you pull that garbage can that way, Erod, please? You're not vomiting at me.
You didn't like your head cheese.
The head cheese is a hit.
Holy shit.
You got to finish that big piece of head cheese.
Oh, E-Rock,
Put
come
another
on.
piece in your mouth.
Get
Come
a
on.
big chunk in there.
Oh, but I just smelled his puke.
Yeah, the puke is awful.
Oh my God.
I'm puking up orange juice.
This is terrible. This is so bad.
Put the whole thing in your mouth.
I'm trying.
Big thing in your mouth. Cartilage and ligaments. Big fat.
You got balls over staying right where you are.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's fucking hysterical.
What does it taste like, E-Rock?
Yeah, what's the
problem
problem?
with the head cheese?
What's the problem with it?
Well, besides from the cartilage, it tastes like you're eating a big block of grease.
Yeah?
Like some parts are like solid, and other parts aren't really there. It's like you're just chewing into like gravy fat or something.
You're basically you're eating the inside of the pig's head.
Yeah, it's the inside of its head, and there's a lot of like things in there.
It's the upper septum.
Take that. See that piece that you have left?
This?
Take that whole piece and shove it in your mouth like a giant wad, and just chew on it. Give it a good try. I want to take that. Look at that whole piece. Look at it. Just take a giant bite out of that.
Hold on, let me just before
More
you do
than
that,
you could fit in
hold
your
on,
mouth.
I just want a picture of it. Just a photo of it. That is fucking disgusting. Your puke smells terrible.
Sorry, I'll try
It's
better
head cheese.
next time.
It's puke.
All right. Here we go, E-Rock.
Here it is. E-Rock's getting a big, good one. There's something brown in that one. What is that? What's that big brown speck?
Here?
That's
Yeah.
probably a blood clot. That looks like a blood clot.
Oh God, it could
No,
be.
that's like gelatin.
Is it? It's fat. All right,
Yeah,
then
fat.
it's fat.
Shiny the jello-y edges.
All right, good. Big bite. Big bite of head cheese. Nice pig face. Pig face meat. Big. There you go. Yeah. Now go ahead. Eat it.
You can do it.
Come on.
Swallow it.
Swallow it.
Taste
Swallow
the
Does it taste bad?
As opposed to good.
Holy shit, E-Rock.
I guess E-Rock doesn't like head cheese.
You really don't like head cheese. Did you get some good footage there, Ope? I bet you did.
Oh, yeah.
You puked cam right there.
Sorry, I tried.
That's sprayed out of your mouth. Wow, what puke.
God damn, E-Rock.
No,
Oh, is that a good one?
It's more of a texture.
Yeah, is that the problem?
Yeah. Oh,
The
great. My
texture?
throat's burning.
God, was that disgusting?
So,
it's sprayed. It went,
What a thing to walk in on. That was great.
Yeah,
All right, Joe.
DeRosa.
Joe DeRosa, everyone.
How you guys doing?
All right, buddy.
First thing in the morning. That's the first thing I did today was watch E-Rock vomit into a fucking trash
It's like,
can.
it's dude, your puked up pieces are on the fucking floor.
That
bit,
head cheese.
That bit cost us $40 because we had. Look at how
We're not done with the bit yet. I say other people eat it. Not me.
yeah.
Look how big the fucking head cheese fucking roll
How about
is.
Steve?
I see someone else should try it.
Who else?
I don't know. Do we have any interns around that want to eat some breakfast?
Yeah.
We're just serving
Joe,
breakfast.
you want to try some head cheese?
How about
No,
Sam?
I seriously ate it once. And,
Yeah, where's Sam?
Sam
threw up
fucking
from
won't
it.
eat anything. That Sam should have to eat some.
Well, get Sam in here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Why don't you, yeah, let's get Sam in here and see if he'll eat some head cheese.
Jason, New Orleans, excuse me. Is Jason, what do you got?
Yeah, you got to check out the head cheese cholesterol content. It's through the roof.
Really?
It's through the roof because no one keeps it in their stomach.
Yeah, it
so
doesn't
that's why it's
matter.
okay.
Look, we got a couple of young go-getters here.
We got some young go-getters that are going to try some more head cheese there, Jason.
Actually, the area where I'm from, right outside of New Orleans, there was actually a head cheese shop. It specialized in head cheese.
Not yet.
Oh, really? They must make $10 a year. Who the fuck's buying this crap?
Katrina took care of it, so it's no longer around.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
You ever have any head cheese, sir?
I've never had head cheese before. This looks disgusting.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, this is Love Buzz. I remember.
Not really.
Well, Love Buzz, don't eat it quite yet. You could
Okay.
cut off a nice chunk if you want.
Yeah, get a good one.
Do you know what it's made of?
Oh, I dropped it.
Eat it.
Get off the floor.
Fucking Danny's
Kenny
the
just
worst.
goes, eat it.
Show what
Now,
it's made of.
Kiss it up to God.
It's made of, they take the meat and cartilage and nose and everything off of a pig.
A pig's
and just
skull.
stir it all together, and then use the fat from the pig to make that gelatin that's making it stick together. So what you'll get in there is like cartilage from ears and sinuses, like Jimmy said, hard bony things and gristle. Yeah, and that's what you'll be eating.
Who the fuck eats this?
I don't know.
You do.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
All right, put the whole thing in your
Give
mouth.
it a whirl.
Oh, the whole thing.
Whole thing.
Disgusting.
Oh.
That's the only meat I've ever seen that shatters when it hits the ground.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
And then
You're dry heaving already?
Yeah.
So you're dry heaving a little bit.
The closer it gets to my mouth, it's the worse it
Hold
gets.
on, move over there. Put it that way. I don't want to fucking right at me. It's going to vomit on me. It's horrible.
All right, we got Love Buzz, and he's going to attempt to eat
Love Buzz.
the head
It's dry
cheese. Go.
heaving.
Throw it in there.
The whole thing. Get the whole thing in your mouth.
Put the whole thing in your mouth.
In the fucking garbage can.
What's the matter? No?
Gotta do it
You
again.
didn't like it?
Gotta do it again. You didn't eat any.
I don't think you
And
ate
you
it.
gotta aim the, put the garbage can there. He's
Kenny, show him how to eat this head cheese.
Don't you?
Yeah, all the time. It's
All right,
fun.
so eat it like a man.
All right,
Like a
eat it like a
man.
man. Get it in there.
Dennis and
All right,
thanks.
here
It's
he
in his
goes.
direction now.
Here he goes.
All right, Love Buzz, go ahead.
Big chunk.
Hang on, because it's not mine now.
There you go.
There you go. See?
Oh,
See,
are
it's
you-
easy.
No, go ahead, eat it.
You can't eat
Chew it.
Who the fuck
What are
eats
you
this
tasting? Are you tasting like fucking cartilage and
You get a
ligament?
piece of the fucking the inner sinus of the pig in your
and
mouth.
pig gums and teeth and tongue.
Right on cue, Anthony. Right on cue. Fucking Love Buzz can't eat the head cheese
that's
either.
disgusting.
That's too bad.
You're
Try
not-
one more time.
All right, good
You're
boy.
not
one more
digging on
time?
the head
Piece of
cheese.
fucking gristle.
Yeah, gets that fat. Get
That's
that
like the
fatty
ear
piece.
gristle.
Oh, the ear cartilage and gristle.
Well, that's the thing that the brain casing.
This has some red on it.
Oh yeah, that's got to be
That's
like
probably some bloody snot that the
veins.
pig had.
arteries and veins.
What's the problem with this shit?
Who eats this and doesn't puke?
You want some?
Charlie!
Charlie, come on over.
Charlie, come on. You
Charlie.
can do this, Charlie.
Charlie, have some head cheese.
Come on, Charlie.
Charlie, eat it there. Pack it in your lip like fucking chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Now, have you ever had any head cheese in your life?
No.
That's
No?
it. You know what? I like that. If after they can't eat, they gotta put it under their lip like some tobacco.
Yeah.
Some tobacco.
Now just take a big chunk bite out of that. Fill
Yeah.
your mouth up with
Yeah.
some goodness that is
There
head
you go.
cheese.
Oh, this kid is a fucking trooper. Look
He
at
can
this.
eat it.
Oh, he's in.
chewing.
He's in.
What does it taste like?
Cold Thanksgiving.
Really? Oh, I think he likes it.
Charlie, you like it?
Oh no, wait, he's
Oh,
dry
wait a
heaving.
minute, wait a
Are you
minute.
tasting some cartilage and some nuggets of fucking
Yeah. What'd you get? A piece of fucking a piece of pig gums.
some fucking blood clot nuggets?
And what the fuck does your family eat at Thanksgiving?
Yeah, exactly.
Right on, Joe.
That's actually fucking the bone shavings of a pig skull.
What about an artery? Do you is there like a stringy vein or artery in there? What about bones or teeth?
Dude, that is fun. He is chewing a piece of fucking pig bone in there.
Yeah.
you can't
What about
keep
the
it down.
septum from the nose? You feel the cartilage like in there?
I think that's what that is.
Yep,
yeah,
it is.
yeah, it's like cartilage, right?
It's a piece of the inner ear canal.
Yeah. And then behind the orbital orb, there he goes.
I got him.
He's gonna puke.
Now he just wants it all out of him.
Ah, your face is all red. That's disgusting, huh?
Fucking awful.
Who doesn't love head cheese?
All right, Charlie. Right on,
Head
Charlie fucking did better than anyone, though.
Love head cheese. Come on.
Fucking head cheese.
Who's eating head cheese? Is that disgusting or what?
Jesus Christ. Are you guys going to keep that? You should keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it rot for a few days, and then
let
we'll
it get all rancid.
I say Sam has to have a bite because
Sam has to.
Sam is such a picky eater. It's time to broaden Sam's horizons.
Good idea. Good idea. Sam is nothing but like chicken McNuggets and
where is Sam?
French fries.
Is he hiding?
He eats children's food.
Sam's dad would probably love this shit. Wasn't he the one saying he eats
One of
sardines
the
with
greatest
buttermilk?
treats,
No,
yeah.
that's one of
the world's greatest
treats, Joe.
Buttermilk and
we got a lot of
sardines.
We got a lot of head cheese lovers trying to defend this head cheese shit right now.
Sam.
Danny said
Hey
that he
there,
will eat a
Sam.
bite if you do.
Why don't you wheel on up to the mic, Sam?
Yeah.
Now, you've seen the head cheese?
Yeah.
Is that anything resembling anything you would eat?
Not traditionally, but I'm sure. I mean, I'm open to trying new things. You guys know me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I know you, and you are not open to trying new things.
I mean, one thing I like is
Mankind
new
fed you
foods.
steak once, and it was horrifying to you.
Yeah.
How about if you cut a piece from this end right here with the big white piece at the
Big
bottom?
white, gelatinous, fatty.
Wait, Sam's gonna actually try this?
Cartilage.
Sam,
God
Danny
bless
said he
you.
would take a piece if you did.
God
Well, I mean, if
fucking
we're all
bless
going to
you.
play together, let's, you know. Is there a fork? Nah, who needs a
Eat it with
fork?
your hands like
All
a
right, we'll
real
get you-
man.
I forgot.
Like a real man. Get a good big piece, too. Oh, what's the matter, Sam?
I mean, it just.
Look at that.
You're gagging a little.
Yeah, I am.
You're getting the heebie-jeebies, I think.
What are you cutting? Is
Get
the
a
animal
good
fat
piece.
bothering you?
Oh my God, are you kidding? He can't even cut it.
He's trying to smell
Look at
it.
it.
Who's filming? Oh, Opie's filming. Okay.
It looks like apple butter.
Now, do you have any pieces in there that
I
are a
used to
little
hate apple
stringy?
butter, by the way.
Nasty.
Those are ligaments
Yeah.
that run the jaw muscle of the pig.
Yeah.
So they're stringy ligaments.
Uh huh.
All right, here goes Sam.
And then you know how many little like those eustachian tubes and other things? You're crying. Why
Well-
are there tears coming down your face? You're crying.
You're eating its tear ducts too, by the way.
Yeah. It's tear ducts, all of the eyes, the heavy cartilagey thing that are inside eyeballs
Yeah.
are ground up in
The
there.
strings behind the eye. When
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
people hold an eye like that, that's in there.
The optic nerve, the brains.
The gag reflex is just kicked in very strongly.
So why don't you just
Take
take
a
a
bite.
big chunk right there, that whole piece, put it in your mouth, and tell us what part of the
That's how they
pig's...
make it. Look.
Yeah, look at how they
Yeah.
make it.
Look.
Tell
I
us
mean-
what part of the pig's face you're
There
tasting.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There he
Yeah.
goes.
See if you're eating like the upper palate,
Uh-huh.
the hard
yeah,
part
yeah,
of
the
its
hard,
mouth.
oh, the hard roof of the pig's mouth.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They scrape it right off the skull,
Or
right?
its tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The eyebrows. Pigs have
Oh.
eyebrows. It's probably in there, right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Eyebrows, lashes. Here we go.
Okay.
Sam's putting a whole piece. Yeah, oh, wow. That didn't
Christ.
quite make it that time.
Yep.
He's
But I mean,
trying.
it'll, you know.
He's dry heaving a little, but here he goes.
He dropped it.
Oh, you got to get another.
all right, we'll
a
try
new
something
piece.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, cut the bottom of there with a big piece of white in there.
Get a new piece.
You know, the bottom of the, yeah, you go like around there
Oh,
where all that
yeah.
white is.
Yeah,
What's
there
the
you
what's
that
the
looks
what's the
delicious.
white part?
I don't know, but I imagine it's some type of a fat deposit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
like this?
That's too small.
Okay.
Get a big piece that takes up a lot of your mouth, where even if it was good stuff, it would make you choke.
I mean, it won't
This
stay
is
in
too much.
long.
No,
I
no,
mean-
it's got to be bigger. Bigger piece.
Okay.
A slab. You need a chunk. That's a really little bite size. Oh, no.
If you want to swallow it, it
A
can't. be-
chunk.
Let him swallow that. Let's see if he can swallow
All right.
Here we go.
Sam, just pretend it's Bobo cum.
That'll be easier.
That's less disgusting than what
Yeah.
you're about to eat.
Well, it smells like dog food. The brown
Yeah,
part
yeah.
does.
Oh, that's good.
That's probably the
Yeah.
pig tonsils,
Oh.
because they're in there too. Everything from his throat, his windpipe.
Yeah.
You know the hard piece in your windpipe,
Uh-huh.
like the
Oh,
Adam's
yeah.
apple.
Right there.
They ground that up, and sometimes it doesn't grind up all the way, so you'll feel some shards
Don't
of
forget
that.
the pig's bad breath.
Just
Yeah.
It's
Pig
just
breath
in there.
alone is-
Ground up
It's
pig's
just in there.
teeth.
Right,
Yeah,
just
the
rotting
teeth
fucking
are in there.
gums. The rotting gums.
His fucking pyorrhea gums.
okay.
There's probably some crunchy mucus in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some
That
vein.
too.
There's some vein.
By the
in
way-
substance. Yeah.
Danny's got the head cheese videos playing. You guys got the shittiest possible head cheese.
Oh, I know. There's
head cheese in the
some-
video doesn't look that bad.
There's some delectable looking head cheese. We ain't got it.
There are some juices coagulating on it.
Yeah,
too,
it's
so
starting to
that's-
stiffen up a little bit.
There we go.
Round.
Go ahead, Sam. Throw it right in there.
Right in your mouth. Oh, wow. He spit it right out. What happened? What? What happened?
I'm just trying to maintain my composure. It wasn't as.
Does it still taste it in your mouth?
I say you got to chew it a couple times, Sam. You got to chew it a couple times.
Come on, you got to chew.
Okay, let me try again.
For the show.
For the show.
I try.
Big chunk.
This is.
All right, go ahead. There you go. Oh, look how stringy and. Oh, that's all the ligament.
Sam.
It's like white meat there,
Sam.
right?
Like fiberglass.
Sam.
There you go. Just chew it. Get it in there and chew it.
Throw it right in there.
Get
Sam
right to the back
dropped
of your
that
mouth.
fork in the vomit of the other interns. He dropped that fork in the puke of the other interns and picked it back up.
And ate it. Oh, wow. Oh, God, he's drooling. Oh, God damn.
You're spilling it.
Stop.
Yeah.
All right.
I tasted it.
I think you did all
Yeah,
right.
I don't think. I don't think he's gonna.
I haven't developed a taste for it yet.
Yeah, that's what it is. You got it. It's an acquired taste.
Wow, wait.
Yeah. Who eats head cheese and likes it?
Yeah,
I
who
guess-
besides the guy from the beginning of Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yeah.
eats fucking head cheese? That's literally the only time I've ever heard somebody talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we can just move on after Danny eats some. And
Yeah,
then-
Danny's got to take a little piece. One little piece for Dan.
We're all gonna share. I mean, nobody should be left out.
That is so fucking disgusting looking.
That's true.
Oh, what are they scooping up out of this vat on the video?
If Danny wants to lick it off my thumb, there's a little.
Will somebody take the plastic and just put the fucking plastic in their mouth like a cupcake wrapper and just pull all that shit off of it? Will
like
somebody
an
do that?
artichoke leaf.
Yeah, exactly. Will somebody do that?
Artichoke leaf.
This is so disgusting.
Like a diaper before you throw it out.
Let me say hi to Kevin in Buffalo. Kevin.
Got it on your cheek.
Opie, what's happening? I think Club Soda Kenny should try some talking about manning up.
I think Kenny should try some too. Kenny?
Kenny, would you try some head cheese?
All the guys are going to try it.
No, I will flat out be insubordinate and I will disobey a direct order.
He ain't having it. Who else do we got around?
All right.
That it?
Come on.
I'm almost puking watching them.
Just how about you don't have to swallow? Just a little, chew it up a little bit and spit it out.
It's better than it looks.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks Sam is known for his truth telling.
Yeah.
No, he's actually not.
Exactly.
Joe? Joe?
You know, I'm half tempted to,
Joe.
just because it's so disgusting. I kind of want to just see what
Danny's
it's
a trooper.
like.
He'll take a bite.
Yeah,
chew it up.
he's got it.
No one can swallow it.
I know that they're. I just puked recently, and I don't like puking more than like once in a 5-year span.
I say if you just chew it up a little bit and spit it out, you won't puke. You'll just have that awful taste in it. Just don't try to swallow it.
I don't think.
I think Joe DeRose is ready to go.
Joe takes it.
I think Joe's ready to go.
I don't know, man.
I think Joe's ready to go.
I don't know.
I
what do you guys are going to taste it?
I
right?
would not
There's no
even
fucking way.
fucking get close to that.
Jim, will
thing.
you taste it if I taste it?
No.
No way?
No. I've had shit in my mouth, Joe. I'll try it.
That is true.
Danny, if you put some in your mouth, I'll put some in my mouth.
All right.
I had this conversation when I was 6.
Right. And then we'll get to the head cheese. All right. Well, I gotta make Joe put some in his mouth, I guess.
Okay.
Give me a fork. That hasn't been puked on.
Give a
Danny.
fork, please. Hold on, Kenny's fetching.
All right.
Of course he is.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, just hold on your tongue like communion. Just let it sit there.
It's saltier. It's saltier than one would expect.
Yeah.
What does it taste like?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It did smell like bacon. It did smell like bacon at first. It doesn't smell like bacon
not
anymore.
The live read has like see-through juice on it.
Oh, God damn.
I mean, there's definitely something in it that resembles some sort of pork product.
Yeah.
But it's obviously not made for human consumption.
Does it just taste like pork rinds, like that kind of flavor?
Is this yours?
Wait, I thought you said you tried it, Joe.
I tried it. I did a thing once on stage where I had lemon juice with head cheese in it, so it just kind of tasted like lemon juice, but it made me puke. It was gross. It was for this sketch.
Danny's got a bottle of water. He's taking a swig of water.
All right.
He's got a fork in hand. He's going
Get a
to
good
grab
one.
a good
Oh, dude,
chunk of...
I don't know where I want to attack this from.
Yeah. Where,
There's no good.
Where do you go for the
no
good
I think
part?
that's going to be the secret to this, is
There's
finding
no
the right
good
spot to
side
dig
of
in.
head cheese.
There's no good spots.
I think I'm going to go for the brown.
Oh, Steve wants to know if this is supposed to be cooked.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
One bite won't hurt.
No, it's got to be cooked and put in. You can't cook that. It would melt.
Oh, yeah, I think the stuff is already
The gelatin,
that's cooked.
yeah, it's all cooked.
I don't feel like putting raw pork
No trichinosis.
No, that's a myth. You can't get it anymore, remember? Didn't they say that you can't get
something
trichinosis
like
from raw
that,
pork?
Sure.
Oh, Danny, you're going right into the puke fucking puddle.
Where's the puke bottle at?
That's fine.
All right, here we
I don't know.
All right.
Danny's got a good one.
I'm not having that piece. I'm picking up that piece.
It looks like a
What's
giant
hanging?
pig snot.
Do it.
Danny, do it. Do it, Danny.
Put it in your mouth.
Chew it up. Chew it up.
Put
Come
that-
on, Dan.
your mouth.
Put that pig.
Focus. Go.
You can do it.
God, the big giant veins came
Yeah.
out of it.
Look at
I need
it.
to be the Zen masters.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking
That is a vein, by the way.
It's edible.
It's delicious.
People do eat this.
Here we go.
It's a delicacy.
It looks like a pig clit.
Here we go.
Oh, well, in that case.
Here goes Danny.
Danny's got his mouth.
He couldn't even keep it in his mouth.
Danny's puke face is the best. He looks like Sully from Godsmack trying to sing.
He does the dog puke, like where a dog kind of does that.
You gotta
fucking
chew it.
move.
One little chew, Danny. Did you get a piece of the fucking the vein in your
The
mouth?
vein?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not so much that bothered me. It's just once it kind of hits your tongue, it just like it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't necessarily taste bad.
The texture.
But yeah, once you get a feel for it, it's like no way.
There's no food that everyone that ate it so far has puked. It shouldn't be a food. If everyone that's eaten it here today...
Joe.
Joe.
Why do you have to take your jacket off for this?
Because I'm sweating just
You don't
fucking
wanna
watching this. I'm
puke on
breaking a
it.
goddamn sweat. Can I have a clean fork?
Yeah, God forbid you don't eat your head cheese with a clean fork.
All right.
It's
Right.
bad up close, man.
Joe is lining up here. God
damn it.
Wow.
Looks like something they scraped out of the limo in Dallas.
So Jackie was picking up off the trunk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Horrible.
All right. Do you think of the puking psychosomatic, though? You
Could
just
be.
see everybody puking and so
Could
you want to
be.
puke?
Mind over matter.
There's no way you get that down without puking.
How bad could it be?
It's pretty fucking bad.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
Scrapple. I eat Scrapple all the time.
Well,
so.
then just chow down.
This looks like breakfast.
Yeah.
You know why
Somewhat.
Charlie almost got it down. But it ain't happening.
That fucking fatso was chewing it right down.
He was.
He looked like he liked it.
I think right up until the teeth, that got him. The teeth and the gums.
It's something that, like, if it was presented to you and it looked better, and then after you had like a bite or two, and then you said, "Oh, that's good. What is that?" And they said, "Oh, it's head cheese." You'd be like, "Oh, really?" And then it wouldn't be bad. But just knowing what it is,
And the big log it came in,
and
is
just watching
disgusting.
everybody react to it, I think that's the
right.
bigger
There
deal.
we
Tomorrow
go.
we do pig brains.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's pig brain
Pig
day.
brains and
Smells over here.
milk
It's
gravy.
cute.
Oh yeah, milk gravy.
It's puke and head cheese.
All right, you ready,
No,
Joe?
it's the fucking. It's the smell of the vomit in the trash can.
Well,
As Sam goes and spits
spits right in. Get a good big piece there.
Joe DeRosa.
Joe, digging in with that fork. Mmm. God, I hope you get a nice big booger like Danny did.
It's really starting to defrost. It's starting to defrost, which makes it just worse.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, here's Joe DeRosa.
Oh.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Here we go. Joe's having a little trouble.
Hold on. We got to rev up into this.
Yeah.
It's like when you're jumping into the pool.
Yeah.
It's pure gristle.
Yeah, it's just all gristle. There's no real meat to it.
Chew it up, Joe.
Yeah. Chew it.
It is.
Is
He's
it good?
Egyptian. He can eat it.
Are you feeling gravelly pieces?
Do you get a piece of gristle in there?
Bone. You got some bone.
You can do it. Swallow. It's a little piece, a little bone shard.
Bone or nasal cavity.
You got it.
With some snot that was still in it, some pig snot.
You got pig brains in there.
You're making it.
Brains and fucking.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, you're digging it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, eat that. Eat the fucking fat of the pig's brain.
Hog jowls.
That's the pig
hog
casing.
jowls.
That vein that Danny had.
Eat the casing around the pig.
Joe did
Joe
it, man.
DeRosa.
Joe DeRosa.
Oh, shit. We got
Head
a winner.
cheese king, Joe DeRosa.
You want more?
No, that was bad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, right? What's the
It's
worst?
just the consistency. It tastes like bacon fat, which, that's not a bad flavor. It's just the consistency of it. It's so greasy. And then, it actually, when you watch you guys do that, the prodding, it's not bad, but when it's in your mouth and you're going, well, yeah, is that fucking pig bristle? It actually does make you sick.
That is disgusting.
All right.
Oh, why don't Ope and Jim try it? No.
Yes.
Fair show.
That suggestion stinks.
Yeah. Come on. Alex Trebek never had to stand behind one of those things and buzz in. I'm not.
It's a horrible point. I don't know why. You're right, though.
It's the host.
It's true.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
We'll take a
it's
break.
just stuck in your mouth now, that wonderful flavor.
It's, what almost just made me puke was like there was like a little just.
Granule.
Yeah, just a little nook.
Oh, Jesus. Cartilage or something? Joe DeRosa, the Bonnaroo College Comedy Tour, Truman State University, right?
Yes, sir.
Thursday, April 29th.
Yes, sir.
Where is Truman State? I don't know.
No idea.
I
have no idea. It's coming up.
You guys rule with your plugs. All right. Try to find Truman State University. Joe DeRosa will be there on the 29th of April. And then you're doing the big show with Bill Burr. We just had Bill on.
Yeah.
The Wilbur Theater in Boston, May 6th and May 7th.
Yeah, that's going to be fun, man. That's going to be fun.
And JoeDeRosaComedy.com. We're going to continue.
It doesn't. I'm still able to get aroused as frequently as I ever was, but the orgasm takes more time.
Is the sex drive lower?
It's lower in the sense that, like, I don't want to whack off like 3 times in a day anymore, but like when I'm in the situation, I'm ready to go. So that actually was kind of a blessing that it slowed my libido down a little bit and sort of made it a little more normal or regular. But it is kind of annoying. Like, coming it takes a lot fucking longer. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Do you have a...
Talk me out of it.
Yeah. Keep your Zoloft to yourself, Joe.
Well, doesn't it... what are the ones that... There's a couple kind. There's Zoloft. Like, Wellbutrin doesn't affect your sex drive because it doesn't target a certain thing in your brain. Which ones do target that thing in your brain? I don't remember. My therapist told me.
I have no idea. I did absolutely no research on this whatsoever.
Not sure.
Yeah.
Somebody just said Zoloft, and I was like, okay.
All right,
But you were about to
Zoloft
say
it is.
something, and we moved on with a whole bunch of questions for you. But you said something about ever since I was a kid.
Prozac, Paxil.
Oh, yeah.
Prozac, they say, is awful over here. I'm saying somebody that it cuts your libido down. What?
Nah, my mom's been on every single one of those.
Oh, really?
None of these drugs help, by the way, Joe.
Did you?
You're going to have this shit the rest of your life and make believe you're doing something about it. What happened as a child?
Nothing happened. It's just like this, just general, depression. And I don't know, dude. Ever since I was a kid, like, I remember being in, like, 3rd grade and waking up and being like in my head, I don't know how I would have phrased it when I was in 3rd grade, but basically being like, I can't believe I have to go put up with this shit again today. Like, I can't believe I have to go to this school with these people. And it was just always there.
But that's normal stuff, too.
I guess so, man.
I think.
I don't know. It didn't feel normal. I mean, did you ever feel like that?
Oh, yeah.
But like like all the time? And
yeah.
Really?
I absolutely should be on something. I absolutely should be.
Do you have any extra
I'd be the
Zoloft
first
with you?
to admit. Yeah. Are you suggesting he leaves a few for me, Jimmy?
Yeah, I like to put them in a Pez dispenser.
I'm going the other route, though. I'm talking my shit out. Are you talking your shit out?
I used to. That was the other thing too. I used to get a lot out on stage and stuff.
You know what?
But
we say that too with this radio show. Thank fucking God.
Yeah,
we can rant and rave on this show.
I think it's easier.
It helps.
I liked it better, like having the radio, like when we were doing Uninformed more frequently. I liked better having like that radio outlet for it because there wasn't that worry of like there's got to be a punchline every however many seconds or whatever.
Right, yeah.
It was like you could just talk about it in an entertaining way, and. But I don't know. It was just this thing where like I was going on stage and I was just carrying it all the time. All my material was about being depressed and being angry, and I just didn't. I was just sick of hearing it. I was like, I'm just tired of this. I need a fucking breather.
It's
I don't
called
wanna...
irritable depression. Serious.
Yeah, it's called being a comedian.
Irritable depression.
It's called irritable depression.
Well, how do you fix it besides pills?
You talk about it. You just talk about it in general.
I don't have health insurance, so I can't go to therapy.
Talking,
you can find a reasonable
helps
therapist.
either.
It helps.
Yeah,
it's helped me.
I think it's a Band-Aid.
It helps.
Talking.
No, talking is the best.
Good. Angry.
Talking is good, Ant.
It's gonna be if you're angry, you're angry. If you're depressed, you're depressed. Sad, you're sad. You just got to deal with it.
Ant's got a 1940s way of looking at things.
That's me, especially the Jews.
I don't necessarily.
Jesus Christ!
I'm teasing, of course.
I don't disagree with you 100%, but I disagree with you.
I do too.
I think if you're
don't get so angry.
I think if you're prone to sadness, sure, that'll be part of your makeup, but I think you could fix it a little bit.
I think it's just pieces
I think you
of
can
your
fix
life.
it a little bit.
You know, we all have our crosses to bear, as they say.
But if it was that, if it was that cut and dry and that simple, then people wouldn't just continue reacting the same play they grew up with.
What if it's something with has nothing to do with talking it out?
Well, that's where the drugs
has to
come
do
in.
with
Chemical
that's just
imbalance.
it. It's like chemical imbalance, or is it something that you need to talk about? Or
Every girl who's abused, I'd say 90% or whatever, marry abusers. That couldn't be chemical. It couldn't be. It has to be something psychological, and they don't even know they're doing it. And then you somebody, and sometimes you talk about something. That's what you do at the end of an argument. You talk it out, and then you realize, oh, okay.
Do you?
That makes sense.
I just push it all down and try to forget about it. Just push it deep, deep down.
Go down.
And try to forget about
You
it.
push it so far down, you make head cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, when Anthony
My
shits head
problems
cheese.
are in head cheese.
Right.
You just go down to your basement studio and do more radio.
Do some more radio, or head down to the range and blast off some rounds. Whatever it takes.
You know
Whatever
what
it takes.
The biggest thing for me was, and this really is like, to sum it up for me, what it really helped with, because it doesn't zombify you or anything like that. It just, I had a voice in the back of my head constantly questioning and second guessing every single thing I was saying and doing. Or Opie, you remember?
Don't look
dude,
at me. I don't fucking hear voices.
No.
That's you, pal.
But you remember?
I told you what my issues were.
You remember being
I'm not one of those fucking weirdos. What's the name of the voice? Did he name him?
I think the name is O and A.
Yeah.
All right. What?
No. Do you remember the time? There was times like on the show where we'd be fucking around and laughing and having a good time and shit, and you would like slam me, and then we'd go into the bathroom, and I'd be like, Opie, you weren't offended when I said, and you would be like, what are you, fucking nuts, dude?
Yeah.
No, we're joking around. Like that shit like that where I was like, I couldn't. And it was starting to become like sort of crippling to me, like professionally and personally.
I
where,
saw the last appearance
Wow.
or two on our show. You were a little different. Like, wow, he's taking this pretty fucking hard. Like he's really.
what happened?
I don't know. We would be beating you up a little bit. Oh, great! Is this going to lead to one
No,
of those conversations in the bathroom? No, you sick fucking.
It's not.
He just took a handful of Zoloft right now. He's got a fistful of it. He just poured in his mouth like
What he
M&M's.
just said. What do you mean by that? Get the fuck out of here! I ain't even saying shit.
I don't mean. What do you mean? I'm saying what was the situation? I'm just trying to remember
Like
what
we
happened.
obviously were fucking around, and I think you were taking a little you were taking it seriously. I guess.
I think I got mad at Patrice.
Yeah.
For saying, this is actually a great example that you bring it up.
It was the Bobo thing.
And Patrice said,
You took that whole Bobo thing a little weird.
it was like not.
And I did not know that because the one thing we will never fuck with on this show is your livelihood. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
your fucking comedy is where you really make your money. You guys do the show for free.
Right.
So we've never fucked with people's comedy ever. Like we beat the shit out of Rich Voss, but he is a funny motherfucker on the stage, and we would never sabotage, what he does to
Right.
make a living.
Right. Of course.
So I hope you know that.
No,
The
I-
Bobo
of
thing we
course.
thought you could handle, and I'm not sure that was the right thing to do with you.
Well, you know what? It ended up being really fun and a great goof. And it's like there was a minute where I took it too serious that I did. But like I think that same day, it was the same day. Patrice was saying he was just trying to piss me off, and he was saying Hitchcock sucks and Hitchcock wasn't a genius. And I remember getting so fucking angry. And we were in the
But he was obviously fucking with you.
I know, but that's how seriously I would take shit. I just would go, what the
explaining
fuck?
yourself.
You know, like
Hitchcock.
So,
Hitchcock.
So yeah. So anyway, Zola. So it's helping. It's been nice. You know, convincing myself. No, guys, it's seriously. Shut the fuck up. It's going all
You're
right.
probably on like a low dose, probably, right?
Yeah, like 50 milligrams a day.
I don't know. Is that
50
low?
milligrams an hour.
Right. I have a pump. I have like an insulin pump of Zoloft.
It just keeps fucking pumping in.
No, Joe, I remember when my mom was on 50 milligrams a day. That's great. I'm sure it'll stay right there for the rest of your life.
You know, it's funny.
My mom is on gallons at this point of drugs. Gallons. It started with a lousy little 50 milligrams to even her out.
That's hilarious. Because somebody just said to me the other day, they go, how's it going? I go, I'm a few weeks in. It's going really well so far. And they go, yeah, dude, so you take it for like a year or two and then you go off. I go, I am never going off this shit. I feel great. I don't want to go off.
You do feel different?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
And with that question by Jimmy, now we're looking at you, and all kidding aside, I don't see any difference in you. So what's the difference between Joe DeRosa on the Zoloft and the Joe DeRosa not?
It's just not having that thing in my head fucking with me. That's it. You know, the other night I went out with a bunch of the guys from Red Eye.
By the way, they said that you killed on Red Eye.
Oh, awesome.
That
Yeah.
should
I'm
help
doing
you
that
out.
show tonight. Was there an
fun.
issue? Did you have a problem with it?
No, not at all. Not at all. They're good. They're good friends.
Oh, my God. Joe is You're so on the defense.
That's funny, man.
Fucking Jimmy.
Holy shit.
No, not at all. Why? Why would you say that? Did they say something to you that I need to know about?
No, but we went out. We went
They
out.
are fun to hang out with
They're
after the
great.
show and drink.
They're great. We all went out drinking.
Yeah.
And this anchor from Fox News that I didn't really know was out with us, and I was talking to her, having a good time. And we started having this discussion about monogamy in New York City, and we had very differing opinions. I was saying you could be monogamous in this town, but it's fucking impossible because there's tits every 3 feet and, you know, girls with their fucking snatch hanging out of the skirt. And I said it's a lot easier if you live in a farm. If you're going to try to give up meat, you don't work in a steakhouse. You know what I mean? And she was like, no, you're either like mature enough to make the go of it or you're not. Doesn't matter where
Regardless
you
of your
live.
surroundings, and
right?
temptations,
Yeah.
and
So we got into this huge debate for like an hour, and it got a little heated. Didn't get nasty, but it definitely got heated. And had that happened before I was taking this shit, the whole next day I would have been like, I can't believe this. I went out with the guys from the TV show, and they knew this person, and I got into an argument with her, and I embarrassed
wow.
her. And meanwhile, as I was leaving, all my buddies were like, that was hilarious. You were right. We totally side with you. You know what I mean? But that all would have been in one ear at the other. I just would have focused on the incident that happened.
Yeah. Wow.
It's nuts. It's
So
crazy.
It's a confidence builder for you.
Well, let's not
Makes
go
you
that
not
far.
second guess what you had said. You're more confident about what you have said, so you're not second guessing it.
It's not necessarily confidence. The confidence is still shot in the barrel. It's
Yeah.
just, it makes you more of an asshole. I'd put it that way. You just don't give a shit if you've offended somebody.
So how is Zoloft different from beer?
It's really not.
It's not.
And
It's
it
just-
amps up alcohol like a motherfucker.
Yeah, all those things.
Ugh.
Apparently, you can really get fucked up on them.
3 drinks and I'm fucking housed.
Shit.
Just housed.
Do you know what I've
It's
taken
great.
lately and it's helped a little bit? St. John's wort. I've been taking that for like a month. It's supposed to be helpful.
St. John's Wort.
It's a little boost, yeah.
Let's have E-Rock eat that. What is it?
It's like a pill. It's like it does something to
I know,
promote.
It's a fucking herb or whatever. Right?
Yeah. I'm scared of the drugs. They scare me.
Yeah, they scare
I'm
me
afraid
too.
they'll affect my creativity in my mind. That's the only reason I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm afraid I won't do dick jokes anymore. What have I been doing lately? Aggressive dick jokes. Yeah, I'm afraid I might actually write something that's fucking out of the box. But yeah, it
Well,
scares me.
I gotta admit, there was like, I have been going through like an adjustment thing on stage because it was like when I felt like the malaise, as you put it, you know, there was like this energy push that I'd give myself. Like I'd be like, it's time to go on stage, and I would get like more aggressive. And now I don't want to do that anymore. I'm like, I don't care. So like I'm trying to readjust to a new energy. In fact, when I was on Red Eye the other night, Greg was like, he's like, I like your like, you're like calmer, dude. You know, it doesn't sound like you're going for the bit every time. You just fucking hang. And I was so calm. Like usually when I'm on that show, I'm like, here's what I wrote. I got to get it in and make it sound like I'm just saying it. You know what I mean? Like, and this time I didn't. I was just like, whatever. It'll be funny. It'll be fine. You know what I mean? So
That's true. You're like, what did I write? Did I remember it? What was it?
I used to go out like this. He would be like, so, Joe, what do you think of Bill Clinton? I'd be like, well, it's funny you asked that, Greg. Paper up to my face.
Well, cover your face from the camera with it. Yeah.
Joe,
read.
We like when people share. Well, we'll start with Redding from Whackbag. Opie, nice of you to have not fun zombie Joe DeRosa on the show. We can start there. Dennis D from Jersey writes, I'm ordering a boatload of Zoloft, so you're turning people on to the Zoloft.
Good.
Jason from Portland suggests we just hug you.
All right.
You need a big group hug, Joe?
I wouldn't deny it.
Why are you depressed? Did something happen when you was a baby boy?
You know what I said to Bobby Kelly the other day? We're talking.
You're fat.
We're talking.
Jesus.
He like got me to do something. I was arguing with him about something he wanted me to do, and then I did it, and he goes, do you see, dude? Do you see why I had you do it? Because it would build your confidence. And I go, you know what, Bobby? I'm going to tell you something. He's like, what? And I go, you're good for me.
You're good for me.
And he goes, dude, I don't know what the fuck you just said. I didn't hear it. I'm hanging up right now.
Oh, really? Nothing worse than one of your friends opening up to you.
Try to open up to him and Burr. It's fucking horrendous.
And then someone's saying, well, John in Alabama, he had hallucinations on Zoloft. Fuck that drug.
Really? Hallucinations?
You have any of that, Joe?
No, none. What kind of hallucinations did he have?
Uh-oh. Now he's like, what kind?
I don't know.
What can I expect to see?
That sounds exciting.
Like you think people are eating head cheese or something? You know, that weird shit like that.
You think you're on morning radio?
Right. Let's go to Gene in Pennsylvania. Gene.
Yo.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Dude, my best friend was on that shit for like 7-8 months because he had problems with his girl, and he was drinking vodka. And at first, it was great. He was back to normal. Everything was cool. Then he fucking blew his brains out in my fucking living room.
Wow.
Did you replace the couch?
No,
Good story.
It's on the door, dude.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What's, was it as
Bad
messy
shit.
as feeding somebody head cheese in your living room?
It fucked me up for a long time. Much better now.
You
though.
should try Zoloft.
Yeah, not happening. I'd rather do the.
Oh, you got to
natural.
pronounce that T, I guess, huh?
Yeah, Zoloft.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Zoloft?
Ah,
All right. I always thought it was a silent T.
I like the way you say it, the soft F on the end. I like it.
Zoloft.
Yeah, Zoloft.
Well, I think that's because that's how Tyson said it, right?
Oh,
Do we had that clip.
It's
Thank
like
you, sir.
teeth and teeth.
I'm on this Zoloft thing, right? But I'm on that to keep me from killing y'all.
How great is that? It was so as a matter of fact, like, yeah, I'm taking it. Look, if I wasn't, I'd, climb the Empire State Building.
I'm doing you a favor,
Yeah,
man.
I'm doing you a favor. This is
It's not for
you.
me. It's for you.
Did you see Tyson, the
When?
documentary?
It's great. I loved it. It's
great.
I didn't realize how smart the guy was.
The funniest part is when he's talking about Don King, and he goes, then I hooked up with this slimy, dirty reptilian motherfucker.
Best line in the movie. The best line in the movie.
Don King. Fucking hilarious, man.
Reptilian motherfucker. Yeah, that's phenomenal. But he convinced me that he was innocent with Desiree Washington because he was calling her. I always figured, like, he was a guy, he got carried away. But when he was calling her that wretched bitch, I'm like, nobody who raped a girl calls her a wretched bitch in an interview. He
Wretched
really means it. I
bitch.
firmly believe that he was telling the truth. That
Yeah,
fucking.
And
that poor bastard lost 3 years of his life.
And I believed him, too, when he was like, look, I violated other chicks. I just didn't violate her. Like, for a guy to say something that goddamn honest, I was like, you know what? I don't think he did it.
Right. Jamie in Florida. Jamie.
Hey there, how y'all doing?
What's up, Jamie?
I was wondering, Jeff,
I missed part of what you were saying. Did you say that you woke up like at night sometimes with your heart just racing and just, like freaking out, like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I wake up with like a stomach ache and I'm worried about like my life and shit like that.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to do the replay for my husband for this because, Jesus Christ, he is just like that. He's explosive. The other night he was just fine, and then I had to have him move his car so I could get my car out.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was say, can you move the car? God damn it! It's just like, Jesus.
Yeah,
He just trips out.
That's the whole thing. That's what the doctor was saying. Like, it's just sort of a general stabilizer. It sort of evens you out. And I still have the anxiety and shit, but it's like when I wake up, I can shake it off. I used to wake up in the morning, and it was stomach ache from the minute my eyes saw the ceiling for the first couple hours of the day. Just
Anthony.
Just worry, panic, obsessing, literally waking up thinking about my friends in comedy's websites and the work I saw them doing. I'm like nuts, absolutely nuts, to the point where I wasn't focused on the stuff I need to do for myself. And now, like, I look back and I'm like, things are all right. I'm doing pretty good. Like, what was I freaking out about? So
it's a weird business, though, because even though I know what Joe's talking about, it's a weird business where your peers are so. It's like our peer in a way is Chris Rock. He's much farther advanced than we are, but it's like you look at these guys and you're like, why am I? Or Dane's a better example because he's our kind of our age group and our like, why am I not doing arenas? It's like your peer group goes from everyone to Bob Kelly or guys we're doing like kind of the same as to fucking guys that are making $800,000 a night. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's really hard to feel good about what you're doing.
But that's
horrible
with anything, really. You got
But I'm
people
saying-
at certain jobs that are
Truck driver. I'm not saying that they don't have aspirations, but you pretty much know where the range of guys is. But in this job, it's like, and literally, a guy who's doing it less time than you all of a sudden has a fucking show where he's making $40,000 a week.
Sports and showbiz.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
The whole thing. It's this guy just got signed for $14 million,
Right.
and meanwhile you're on the minor league bus, going from shithole city to shithole city.
And the worst is like stuff will happen. Like you'll go pitch a TV show, and they won't buy it, and then your buddy will go in and pitch a show, and they'll buy his show, and you're like, what did I do wrong? Am I an ass? But then the next day you could sell a fucking TV. You know what I mean? There's no goddamn rhyme or reason.
Well,
in
I
it.
can't, but somebody could.
Well, you picked a hell of a career.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great career for somebody with anxiety.
That's what it is. It's like zero security.
Yeah, no health insurance, nothing.
Miss. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, go ahead.
Miss, the important question is why did you marry a rageaholic? what kind of upbringing did you have?
Is his last name
He
Benoit?
wasn't quite as bad. He actually, when we first got together, he was on the night, like a night shift type of thing, and I worked all day, and so, I mean, we just didn't have as much time together
This is
as
Talia
we do now,
Shire
and
from
now
The
I'm ready to,
Godfather.
like, beat him over the fucking head sometimes.
Carlo.
But,
Clean it up.
That's all. He's
You guinea
actually
brat.
calmer, believe it or not. But he doesn't want to go on that kind of stuff, and I really don't want him to either because of the sexual side effects. I mean, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, we got Stryker who had some sex problems because of his drug. Also, Joe, because you've admitted to everyone you're damaged, you're not going to get health insurance now.
No, I don't think it affects health insurance. I think because it's not a physical.
You allowed me to say that you're damaged? What's wrong with you?
I don't care.
All
See,
right.
I don't care anymore.
We
That's
all
the
are.
point.
Yeah, that's what I
Of
said.
course, he's a comic. No healthy person wants to tap dance for laughs. No emotionally healthy person does comedy.
Pay attention to
I don't
me.
know.
Why is
attention?
Pay attention to me.
Exactly it.
Joe, we need you to come to Lubbock, Texas for 7 nights. How much? $800, no airfare. Sounds good.
Sure. Will they love me? Okay.
So, could I possibly bang a waitress and jeopardize the measly money you're paying me? Okay, I'll be there.
So, Jimmy, you said all comics are damaged. So, what's Brian Regan's issue then? You think? Because he
I
seems
don't-
like a squeaky clean comic.
He does, but
what
I
do you
don't
think his issue
I don't
is?
know. I know Regan and Seinfeld. I know casually. I don't know what Jerry's thing is either. But there's something.
Oh, I know
There's
Brian. I would never say it. No. I would never say it, but let's just
Homo?
say this.
Homo?
No, not at all. I went out after Caroline's gig with Brian Regan, and we hit one of the bars right around the corner.
Oh boy.
And didn't leave until the sun was coming up. And like we're just walking up Broadway going on to our respective hotels after hanging out at this bar.
Yeah.
But while we were hanging out at the bar, getting trashed on tequila, Brian just started talking like a regular person.
So he wants to be that
and
guy.
let me tell you something. It was stunning and hysterically funny to see Brian Regan, not the stage Brian Regan, where it's like, you know, he won't even
curse,
say damn or anything
no
like
blue
that.
material.
And turning into what amounted to Mr. Hyde. You know?
That's great.
Yeah, so it was fantastic. We all have our little things, you know. We all got our things.
Oh, that's great.
It all comes out. You know, I envy guys like Regan. Like you, Jim, you could relate to this. Like you're a comic that's very
Let's go to break.
Jim, your name's Jim, right? Yeah. You go on stage, you're very opinionated, very personal on stage, very cathartic, and I've seen you have shows where before you're at the level you're at now, where the audience didn't fully know who you are, didn't fully get you, and I could see you took it personally, you get angry. It's like I've always been the same way. I envy guys. I remember I was talking to Steve Byrne one time, and he just goes, "You know, man, these people came in to have a good time. I want to make sure they have a good time." And Steve's my friend. Part of me though was like, what? do what you got to do for you up there. But then the other part of me was like, I'm really fucking jealous of that, man. Like that concept of I'm just here to do a show. Like let's have fun. Let's have a good time. Nobody gives a shit about your pills that you're on or your fucking troubled relationships and all that, you know. And it's. I envy guys that go on and just talk about the generalities of life.
Stuff.
No, here's why I don't, and I know what you're saying. Yeah. Because that type of a thing, I like Steve, but I would say in general, that type of thinking, that's like walking into a museum and saying, like, I really want to look at somebody who fucking finger painted, like, or who painted by numbers, or who painted a thing of fruit. You've seen a million guys paint fruit. I want to watch a guy who paints something totally different. Like, the comics that make me laugh are never guys who are fucking happy the audience showed up.
Yeah.
Colin makes me, like, fucking, he makes me, Attell, but Attell makes everybody laugh, but Attell will also bomb. But Dave is not a guy who thinks, oh boy, these folks want to have fun.
Let's have fun, everybody.
There was the cellar one night, he might have had a few. And there was like an interracial couple up front, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Dave said, I see you went and got yourself a pickaninny. Dude, I fucking screamed. I fucking screamed.
Wow, what a set of balls on him.
But it's about any, he does that with anything, whether it's Jews or the president or any type of social situation. Attell is not going to respect what he thinks the audience wants from him. He's going to do what he thinks is funny. And that's why it made me laugh.
Man.
Dave's one of the only comics I've ever seen that has resented an audience for laughing at something. Like, he'll say something, you know, and you could tell it's not the exact joke he wants to do. And then they laugh all of a sudden, and he goes, "Oh yeah," like that.
That's so weird.
That's hilarious.
Let's go to Stryker. Stryker.
Hey, morning, boys.
What's up, Strike?
Hey, about 6 or 7 years ago, my doctor had put me on Wellbutrin because I was having panic attacks. And, yeah, it helped calm those down, but it fucked my sex life up so bad.
Wow. I'm sorry, but my therapist and I talked about Wellbutrin. She said it doesn't mess your sex drive up.
You know what? What my doctor told me was it affects everybody differently. And in my case, what the situation was is I could get a hard-on, no problem. The wife and I would start fucking, and then all of a sudden I would just lose my hard-on. And it'd take me 4 or 5 minutes to get it back.
Well, tell her to lose some weight.
Yeah, maybe Wellbutrin improved your eyesight.
Christ. God almighty.
It's like getting LASIK surgery.
I could never get out. I would sit there. I could go for an hour like that, and I would never come.
Wow, it improved the sense of smell. This is not pleasant. This is not good.
So you have 20/20 vision.
I thought it was your shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, so what do you do now, buddy?
I just, you know what? I gave up on it. I just stopped. I told my doctor, and he says, your options are that or nothing. And I went with nothing, and I was fine for a couple of years. And then here about 2 or 3 months ago, I started having some problems again. And when I went back and saw my doctor here a couple of weeks ago, he was like, well, he says, you know what some of the side effects are, because, I mean, being a truck driver, I have to be careful with what I take of these drugs, too. And, and he's like, well, he said, that's one of the few that I can give you that there's zero side effects to. And I says, except for the sex life deal. And he goes, well, yeah, that's true.
What else is there besides Wellbutrin? Like Joe's taking Zoloft. What else is it like, kind of like Zoloft, and what is like Wellbutrin? 'Cause I know those two are different.
You know what? My dad takes Prozac, and he hates it because, like, he can only take it for so long, and then he has to come off of it because it'll mellow him out so bad that he doesn't even feel like himself anymore. So, he just had to stop taking it. And there was another one that my doctor had given me, and I've been racking my brain trying to think of the name of it, and I can't. And it did all right, except for the fact that if I took it in the morning, about 3 hours after I took it, I fell asleep. And so I'd have to take it at night before I went to bed. And I can't remember the name of it, but that was the only side effect to it was it just knocked my ass out.
We don't want to. They're just showing footage of the Hopkins Roy Jones Jr. fight. All right, so
why would that be funny? I don't get it. Jesus.
Yeah, I did notice with if I'm with the girl, it's fine, but with like masturbation is where it really slowed me down. I have to masturbate to filthier things. Usually I could masturbate to regular shit, and then every once a week I'd say, let's go to a creepy place tonight, just for something a little different. Shit. Every time I masturbate now, I got to find the sickest fucking clip because it's just it's too hard to do. Like it
you're
just
in
doesn't.
deep.
Wow.
Well, no, I mean on the medicine because it's just not. It just takes ultimate arousal to be able to bust one out. You know what I mean?
Well, let me go to Peter, Massachusetts. Thank you, Stryker. Peter.
Yeah, I take Celexa, and it's the same thing. I fucking jerk off for like 20 minutes, and I can't come. And then it makes me really tired. Like, I drive all the time, and I get really drowsy to the point where I feel like I'm going to fucking fall asleep behind the wheel while I'm driving. So
sounds great.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'll just take my own thing. I'm unhappy a lot of the times, and I think about killing myself, but I jerk off like a fucking chimp. I make a lot of cumsies, folks.
You should try jerking off while you're driving. That'll keep you
I'm thinking
awake.
about doing that right now.
Okay.
Very hard to find any sexually
the Lexapro is the
stimulating
bad one, I guess.
visual stuff.
Brian in Harrisburg. Brian.
Yeah, I think what Stryker was trying to say was with the Lexapro, it's like a Zoloft, and that just sucks, man. You can't come at all. My girl's got to finger bang my asshole for about a half hour until I can get a load out.
Well, that's good. Lexapro really fucking shows your true colors, doesn't it?
Why the fuck
fucking you, Nancy?
Why isn't that part of the
black guy having sex with my asshole in order to even keep it hard?
Why isn't that part of the commercial, though?
Side effects may include finger banging your asshole to come.
Right? Can you imagine?
I always needed a nice finger bang in the asshole, so that's nothing really new
You
to
like
me.
that?
I love it.
Well, I can't take... The midget from Willow is on television. What an ugly fucking woman that is. Wow, is she fucking horrible.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I like a little bit of a finger in my asshole, but I can't take a whole bunch.
What do you mean a whole
that's so
bunch?
funny.
I can't take, like, my girlfriend tried to fuck me with a strap on. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. I got like an eighth of an inch. I was done.
I can't do the strap on, but I like a nice finger in there and the gooch.
Is your ass clean?
I try to clean it up.
Oh my God, Jimmy, that's a great visual. Now that I see the picture,
you are great.
That's great.
Fucking, we have pecs. Remember Will? When I was a kid, I loved that movie. That's Warwick Davis. He played the main Ewok in Star Wars in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, little fucker.
Him and Billy Barty are the two most famous little people.
Little fucks.
Yeah, you know.
One of the famous midgets just died from The Wizard of Oz.
That's right.
The one that pronounced the Wicked Witch dead.
Yeah. Yep.
Said she is most sincerely dead or something like that. Whatever that line is.
Did they say that at her funeral?
Really dead, yeah. At the little fucking midget's funeral.
How did he die?
It just amazes me that there's
Loneliness.
still midgets from The Wizard of Oz alive.
Yeah.
Like, they usually drop dead, especially with the medical shit from back then when he was born. Well, this is a problem. We're going to have to pump him full of some kind of drugs and Use electric shock treatment.
How did you live this long? Were you really from Oz?
Yeah.
Were you really a magical munchkin?
You're magic. Because a lot of those little fuckers lasted a long time.
They weren't supposed to, right?
No, midgets don't last a long time.
You think when he died, his feet curled up?
Yeah, his little striped socks, curled up feet.
He was crushed by a dust bunny. Little twerp.
By a Barbie playhouse.
I bet I was just going to say that. I bet that's what it says on his headstone.
Good
he was in
riddance.
The Wizard of Oz. Good riddance.
Right. Yeah, good for you. You think he was sick of talking about the Wizard of Oz by the end of his life?
It's probably the only reason. Every time a woman would go to throw a drink on him, he'd probably say, "You ever see the Wizard of Oz?" And then she would sip it and listen.
And take in the story.
Every time he said hello.
Throw a drink.
Do you know how many fucking cranberry and seltzers he had thrown in his fucking ugly face? So, maybe you'd like me to buy you. Take this genetic deformity.
That was in a movie once.
Exactly. Take this one fucking mention on IMDb.
Right. He might have played a bowling ball too once.
Yes.
You know.
He played a dog in an Alpo commercial.
Jesus Christ.
Take this drink, fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't want to
Jesus
talk to you.
Christ.
You were in what movie?
Yeah.
All right, I'll listen.
Nice DNA, dick.
I was in Wizard of Oz, and then I was in that movie they made in the 70s about the Wizard of Oz. What the fuck movie was that? Under the Rainbow. Remember that movie?
Yeah, it was a movie about the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
What the fuck is that? Oh, God.
How many are left from the Wizard of Oz?
That had to be the last one, right?
I think there's one more Munchkin. I think they were down to 2.
Yeah, one. That's it.
I think we got 1 to go.
Jesus, dude.
And we
They
can
didn't
finally
have,
be done with that dumb movie.
They didn't have CGI back then. They really had to go out and hire
Midgets.
1,000 munchkins.
A bunch of munchkins.
Christ
Yeah,
almighty.
but that's how, they fucked up the Chocolate Factory movie with fucking just hiring the one midget and making him into 1,000.
Yeah.
He's not really a midget either. He's like 4 something.
Anything under 5 foot's a midget, Joe.
But you know what I mean? He was like, he almost made it. He's not a midget.
You know how they did it in The Wizard of Oz? Actually, they looked back 18 years on liquor receipts to see where the most alcohol was sold, and they went to that town to find people who were like 18.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, do you think, I don't know, do you think any are left? That had to be the last one, right?
Yeah,
I think I heard there were 2, and now I think there's 1 left.
There can only be 1.
Yeah, 1 to
Isn't
go.
Burt Lahr still alive?
Who is he, the lion?
Yeah.
He's so dead.
He sure is.
What did he die from?
I don't know, hopefully a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
The vapors or typhus.
Typhus.
Who the fuck knows?
Typhus.
He got the typhus.
Burt Lahr.
Ray Bolger.
Right.
You guys want to hear a great cowardly lion
Ray
impression?
Bolger was mowed in half in fucking Omaha Beach.
Is that how he died?
No, but wouldn't that be just great?
Yeah.
To know, like, hey, war started and he got drafted and just got fucking hit by an artillery shell.
Or even better, if his ass was fucked to death by the Negro who tap danced with Shirley Temple down the steps.
We got a great impression.
Oh.
Travis, you got it? Maybe?
Do you like this impression?
This is
Do you have the video of it?
This impression is
hate him.
amazing. You want to go YouTube or you want to go?
Yeah, the video, because...
All right.
You'll need more Zoloft.
Listen to this, Joe.
Okay.
It's embarrassing it.
Look at these people. I'm so sorry. You're leaving this beautiful studio, and that's a crime.
Why haven't we had him on in a while?
Audio's hard.
Audio's
I
can't
rough
watch
on that
him
one.
do that.
Travis has a different clip. Let's
Where's
read that
Twitchell's?
Are the Twitches part of the impression, or does he just do that?
This is Twitchell's thing, man. He
He's got,
likes the cowardly lion. Travis has a better copy. Listen to this.
He's got Tourette's.
I face a one hand behind my back. I face a stand on one foot. Bottom up. What? Get out of there, you tin can. What'd you hit me for? I didn't buy him, but you tried to. I was just kidding.
Dude, you are so fucking gay.
Doesn't Dorothy say that to him in the movie?
Yeah.
Look
I had
at
to
you.
add
You
that
are
in.
so fucking gay.
I can't look at him doing that.
Why you hide your
I can't
face?
listen.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Ant?
Do you get embarrassed
Look
for
at
him?
Twitchel's doing the impression.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Come on, you can handle it.
Where's he been? We haven't seen him in a year. Why the fuck has he been on?
Oh, thank God.
Who gives a shit?
He was good on the air.
Was he?
Yeah.
Hopefully he's shaken to
Oh,
death.
look at that mess. What the hell is going on?
All
With the
cleft
TV's all
palate.
fucked up. California's toxic town.
Fucking Stacy Keach.
Yeah.
Here's a baby.
Look at this. She's fucking hot, this one.
Oh, that fuck. She's horrendous.
You don't think she's hot?
No, where'd they meet? On fucking longfacewoman.com? That horse horse-faced bitch. She's terrible.
Which one? This girl?
No, the one before.
The
I
one
thought
on
she
the
was hot.
right?
The one that looked like Michelle Pfeiffer a little bit, yeah.
She looked like Michelle Pfeiffer with Down syndrome.
You wouldn't bang that lady.
I'm not saying that, but that's no indicator.
That isn't. That's a
No.
good point.
I got a dick, don't I?
Hey!
Barnabas. I'd fuck her, yeah.
Not her. I like the other one, I mean.
We missed
The-
the other one.
This fucking...
There's so many TVs on in here. It's just like, look around. Which girl are you talking
Look,
about?
Patrice is on Fox Business.
Yeah.
I love visual jokes on the radio. I think they work for some reason. I don't know why, but you know what the fuck? I think we did it, man. Let's call
Yeah,
it.
I got to.
Let's
I
call
got
it.
to get.
Joe, what are we promoting?
The Bonnaroo College.
One thing, you got dry mouth. You might want to drink a little more water than you've been drinking.
I'm
Is
not
that from the Zoloft?
No, I just don't drink enough water.
A lot of coffee, no water?
Not a lot of fluids in general. I'm bad with the
Just
fluids.
don't become one of those guys Jimmy talks about where you get the white crust on the side of your mouth because you're on like some kind of medication.
Yeah, Prozac lips.
Prozac lips or something.
Yeah.
Big white thing in the corner of your
You always
mouth.
bump into those guys in the street. They tell you how much better they're feeling. They have white gunk in the corner of their mouths and that fucking 1,000-yard Marine stare. Like, I liked you better when you wanted to kill yourself.
We got the Twitchel's info. E-Rock says he was tired of being made fun of by us and now does Howard.
Oh.
And do they not make fun of him on Howard?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Look at that.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm just, promoting the Bonnaroo thing and the dates with Burr. What is
Okay.
it, Truman College on the 29th of April?
Truman State University. I know you're plugged better than you, Joe. Bonnaroo College Comedy Tour. Thursday, April 29th. Go to joederosacomedy.com. You'll have all that info there,
It's
right?
not up yet. Just look me up on Facebook and MySpace.
Looks
The
like
dates will be
Zoloft
there.
also makes you lazy.
It does. It does. I feel great. I would do shit for anybody, including myself. I don't owe
All right.
anybody.
Well, the Wilbur Theater in Boston, that's going to be a great show with Joe DeRosa and Bill Burr. That's a solid show. May 6th and May 7th up there in Boston.
Yeah.
All right?
Thanks for having me on, man.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Don't be a stranger, Joe.
Absolutely not.
And I'm on Red Eye tonight.
Yeah?
Ooh.
So I'll find out what happened with DeRosa.
You're on with a great lineup, by the way.
Odorous.
Odorous
is
and
back?
Coulter, man.
Oh, is Ann on tonight?
Yeah, it's the three of you. I was like, oh,
Oh,
what
good.
a
I
fucking
like
great
her. I haven't
lineup.
seen her in a little while.
Intergalactic correspondent. I go sit there and talk about politics. It's
Does he go on in the full costume?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, yeah.
Full
Hilarious.
smell. Yes.
He's there.
He knows
put
his
him in
shit.
They put him in the newsroom though downstairs. So it
No, they
looks
don't. Not this
official.
time.
Really?
He'll be at the table. I'm hoping Ann puts the fucking stop to that.
Oh my God! Really? She's not gonna want him sitting there. That costume smells really bad.
Sure it
All
does.
sweaty.
It's
and
had fake blood and
had-
semen sprayed
yeah,
all over it
shit
for the
all
last
over it.
12 years.
Bar booze and just generally stinks.
Look
Yes.
at Wendy Williams. Just what a beast.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
She's looking a little
love
better.
you. No, she's
I'm going to
not.
give her, she's looking a
You're
little
just,
better.
You're just getting used to her.
I'm not saying
She looks like Keith Robinson in a fucking miniskirt. Fucking horrible.
man.
Oh, player.
Player.
Oh, she bugs me.
Damn it.
He's so Philly.
Yeah.
He's just
Ah,
so.
you
friggin'
just
Philly.
make me sick.
I like the odorous on Red Eye. It's like a real news guy they're going to.
Good show, Joe.
Thanks, guys. You too. It's fun.
We off the air?
Yeah.
Oh. He does good interviews, Gutfeld.
Yeah, I like Gutfeld a lot, man. He's a good dude. I live in the same building as him.
Oh, yeah, I used to.
Where did you live in my building, or did he?
I was on 43rd Street. I don't know where he is now.
Go 49. That's right. Didn't you and Bobby live in the building with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice building, man.
You
Where
guys,
are you now?
you guys have the worst small talk ever.
What?
Just talk about who lived in your building. Who gives a shit?
Well, we have
Well, it's Gutfeld, dude. He's the host of the show. Anybody want these Twizzlers?
Oh, you have one. Thank you.
What's the Twizzlers about?
No, these are open. I can't eat open Twizzlers.
Yeah, what'd you think? I was carrying a...
Yeah, I think you had a fresh pack.
like a smoker. Yeah. All right.
Let's get out.
All right, guys. See you.
Bye, Aunt.